He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey, 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 hey.
Welcome to the Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good night to wherever it is you're listening to this. It's the Snark Tank podcast once again. It is I, Chris, it is him, Tom Sweeney. Look at him, all clean shaven and gross. And look at him, Derek, he's sitting over there in the green screen.
All dementiaed out.
All dementia. Derek has dementia officially. We're going to include at the end of this episode, we're probably going to include the fuck up that just happened, but we recorded a full 7 minutes into this episode and Derek just forgot to plug his mic in.
I looked down. Thank goodness I looked down. I looked down and I see the XLR cable dangling right there. And I was like, oh my God. I was almost in disbelief for like a few seconds. I'm like, that's impossible. It's never happened before.
It's beautiful. I love it. I didn't notice either, cause I figured I don't know. I'm only looking at you guys.
Yeah.
And I just assume we plug our mics in.
I mean, from all the episodes we've done since we've been here, that has never happened.
True.
But I'm also a little worried because I think it might have been last week or something. For the first time, I also forgot the stuff that we need when we, so the cards.
The SD card and the flash drive.
I gotta probably do a brain test.
You gotta take some, you gotta go to, what is it? You gotta get that Alpha Brain.
I gotta get that, which, Joe Rogan, congrats to him. Sold it to a big pharma company.
Oh, great!
And made like a $250 million off of that. So
yeah,
the guy that he's championing RFK Jr. who's like fuck big pharma and shit, and then he just sells his product to big pharma. I love.
You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me extrapolate what the logic is. It's like, well, I get to sell my company to big pharma, which means I get to rip big pharma off.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So I'm kind of sticking it to the man in that way, right?
That's what it was.
It's not actually against any of my principles or anything, right?
Totally.
That would have to, that's, I imagine, the mental gymnastics of it.
I firmly believe that is exactly what he thought.
Yeah.
100%.
Why'd you shave?
Yeah, I don't like, every time you do it, I say something negative. Because you look like a child. And I don't think children should be 6'3" or whatever the fuck. It's just weird. It's scary. You look a scary child.
It's your impression of child kicks.
Yeah, child.
Welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. Go on over to patreon.com/Snark Tank to ask us questions, to get early access, ad-free, exclusive episodes, all that jazz. SnarkTank.shop for merch.
Right.
Man, well, we recorded 7 minutes already, so there's gonna be 7 minutes of this that's probably somewhat inauthentic, although we're already kind of deviating.
Yeah, yeah.
We started talking about Nick Fuentes getting his address sent out there into the ether.
Yeah.
After his, what is it? Your body, my choice rant.
Yeah. He went on a rant about that because obviously Trump won. Blah blah blah. Nick Fuentes, a prominent white supremacist streamer, I don't know exactly what his thing. What
actual white supremacist, by the way, not oh, he said retard.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
must be a Nazi. This is a real dude, authentically, crimson level.
Yeah, 100% has been. You can farm all of his content. It's all about white identitarian. Fucking anti-Semitic stuff, making jokes, laughing, thinking it's hilarious, and then people sweeping for it, like he would go on Alex Jones or Tim Pool or whatever. And Candace Owens is somebody who Candace Owens. Wow, you sometimes you think at a certain point, I remember I thought she reached her limit of shilling, where she was kind of being like, hey, I thought genocide was never cool. And kind of she was kind of
a reasonable position,
being reasonable about what was happening in Palestine. And I was like, oh, did she reach her limit? She can't just be no, screw them. like bomb them, you know, like a bunch of people are doing. But then she's right back to being like defending Nick Fuentes because he got his address leaked, right?
Yeah.
And then people are showing up to his house. They're showing up to his stupid fucking goofy house. Which his house looks kind of funny, I'm gonna be honest. Like those are interesting looking houses.
It looks like a dollhouse,
yeah.
kind of.
They're kind of interesting looking houses. I was like, I don't think I mean, I would, if someone gifted me a house like that, I'd be like, fuck yeah, but.
Yeah. It's a strange looking house.
Wouldn't put a down payment on it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, so his address got put out there after his rant, and it's so funny, and I brought this up in the first recording, but like, it's so funny that doxing is like that one thing that nobody is allowed to do. Like that's like the general rule is that like doxing is like crossing the line. It's A-okay.
Yeah.
Wake up. What are you doing? What are you just sitting there nodding silently? I'm going to kill you.
He's doing his blind shit again.
He's doing his dumb like there was a point in the previous episode where he was like doing this. And somebody was like, is he stimming?
I guess what was that? Was that which blind man? Which one? Because it could be Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. This nigga just
lame.
He just doesn't talk
All right,
anymore.
so yeah, so doxing is like one of those, you're not allowed to do it. Everybody is usually opposed to it, right? Like it's usually like, okay, this is the line you don't cross. This with Nick Fuentes, nobody gave a shit. Everybody was posting it. Like people were like retweeting it.
Yeah.
And like I was like, yo, that's crazy that like you're retweeting it. Like people I was surprised to see retweeting it.
Yeah.
It's just everybody's kind of on the same page. Like fuck this guy, who cares?
Yeah.
And somebody went up to his house, which by the way you shouldn't do technically. You know what I mean? It's like
not a good idea.
Not a good idea. But she got pepper sprayed in the face.
Pepper sprayed. So they interviewed her. She got interviewed. She got pepper sprayed. She got pushed. And it all lines up with the footage because she got her phone back eventually when she called the cops. Because you see, he grabs the phone, tells her, he's like, get the fuck out of here. You know, he's all gay and shit. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And slams the door when after he grabbed the phone, threw the phone on the floor. And then he looks down at the phone. You could see his stupid fucking face. And then it cuts out after that. And it's pretty wild that after she says that when she called the cops, you know, to get her phone back and everything, she was like, I want to press charges. And the cop said, but you knocked on his door. And I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Are you telling me that if someone knocks on my door, I can come, even if I'm feeling threatened, because that's the big caveat.
Right.
I can attack. Of course you can. That is not like, let's extrapolate that or compare it to Boogie 2988. Where all of those, there's probably the same Nick Fuentes types and his fans were shitting on Boogie for like, oh, if you were afraid for your life when that fucking guy showed up to your house, why did you open the door? The cops said the same thing.
Right.
Stay in your fucking house and call the cops. You don't go out and antagonize the guy that is antagonizing you. But then Nick Fuentes, for some fucking reason, gets a pass, which says a lot to me. They probably know who he is.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Some of those cops, let's be real, you know, A-cab. So it's like one of those things where they're probably like, I like this gentleman. And they just fucking protected him.
Well, the thing that's weird about it is that he took the phone.
Yeah.
I feel like that could probably be like the thing that bites him because you might be allowed to like protect yourself, but you're not allowed to take people's property.
You can't, if someone, there's I think
she is still pressing charges. I think
she's still going to try.
Yeah.
Basically they can get pressured. Like, especially if she goes to like the DA. I don't know who the fuck the DA is over there, but like they can pressure the police department to actually do something. But it was very clear that the initial thing was like, whatever, it's your fault, lady, you old bitch, you old liberal bitch. Because I mean, that's essentially, without saying it, they were like, you knocked on his door. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean? So if a Girl Scout knocks on Nick Fuentes' door, he can pepper spray her and take her cookies? Well, you dumb slut. You knocked on his door, you little dumb girl. Now you're not going to afford anything. You stupid. Get in my car.
You're going to be in traction forever.
Get in my car. You're going to prison. You're going to maximum man prison. And then, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't really understand it.
It just shows you like there. I watch a lot of true crime stuff, and whenever it has to do with police or somebody on the force involved in doing something heinous, it's always like, oh, many people could have been prevented being slaughtered.
Yeah, if
they would stop just, you know, protecting the person.
That's crazy.
And I was
at a bookstore recently, and I was like, there's like a true crime, I guess, section
Yeah.
for books. And I immediately was like, why don't you just listen to this? Like, this is like the podcast section now.
Yeah.
Some people prefer reading.
Hmm?
Some people prefer reading.
Nobody
It's-
prefers reading.
It's,
No, just not just you, Chris.
Nobody
think-
prefers reading.
you know what I think? I think it is
that's insane.
exclusively women.
Yeah.
For some,
Women more often than not definitely do prefer reading.
like I went to the barber, right?
They're not allowed to read. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Well,
very
very
soon.
soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
I went to the barber. Right? I got my shaves, my side shaved. I'm all like cleaned up now, finally.
Oh, yeah.
And
Makes no difference because you always wear a hood and a hat, but like, yeah.
yeah, I don't always wear a hood. I am gonna start wearing a hood up because I brought out my my summer jacket where it's nice and thin. So I like
You brought out your summer jacket for winter?
yeah. Well, it's just because it's warm in here, but I like wearing a hood.
What? What do
I know
you-
that doesn't
Let
make
him be.
I'm not saying, I'm not like,
it doesn't make sense in a normal setting, but we're in a hot studio.
No, yeah, I get
But
you.
I enjoy wearing a hood. So I was like, oh, compromise. I'll bring out my thin hood.
Yeah.
And but I'm still probably gonna take it off because it gets kind of toasty. But anyway, yeah, there was a lady waiting for her to get her haircut, and she's just reading, all having a good fucking time. And to me, I'm like, that's so weird. I'm fucking playing a video game and I have listening to a podcast.
It's like a video game,
You're
it's a
crazy,
podcast,
lady.
and jerking my dick at the same time. And this woman
I
is
could.
just doing one thing where she's
One
just reading
thing.
a
I'm
book.
listening to Alex Jones sell Alpha Brain while I play Clash of Clans.
Play Clash of Clans while I have another app open, fucking looking at a lot of gay porn.
I'm fucking.
While you're getting your haircut?
Yeah.
While I'm getting my haircut, the guy's like, "Could you please put this away? You shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Cut
up.
my
I'm
fucking
busy."
hair.
I can't cut my hair. I cannot sit.
Make my
I
shit straight,
cannot-
bitch ass nigga. I love that.
You
I
mess-
can't get my haircut without watching gay porn. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. And then somebody will let. You'll find one barber that'll do it. They'll
I
be
feel like
okay
you'll find
with it.
several. You'll probably
Not
find
a
hundreds
black-
that would accommodate.
Not
It'd
a
be like,
black one. You'll
Oh,
never
not
find
a black one.
Never.
They might even beat you up. You know, like, they didn't. All they had to do was ask you to leave, but they would probably just fuck you up.
That'd be assault. Even if it's been like, yo, you can just,
And then the cops show up and like, shouldn't have been watching gay porn, bro. Shouldn't have watched gay
the
porn.
idea that like he assaulted her and then they were just like, you shouldn't have been in his door is like, that is literally never been against the law. She was not breaking into his house.
Yeah, she did nothing. Even again, let's say her idea was, I'm going to fight this guy. You don't open the fucking door.
that's like the people.
you don't engage.
It's like the people who have like a problem when, like, I remember this being a thing in upstate where like sometimes you'd go down the wrong road or something and you'd be like, ah, fuck, I got to turn around. So you'd like pull into somebody's driveway briefly and then back up and leave.
Yeah.
I remember some people being like, oh, you have a right to defend your property that way. And it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We're also
You can't
from-
handle people like going into your fucking driveway to turn around. It's like, is it really that big of a fucking deal?
No, it's
We
not
are
at all.
also-
No, of course
we are
not.
Also from, dude, back home is fucking crazy.
Well, up there is crazy.
Have you listened to any? Have you gone on Facebook?
What are you talking about? Go on. I was there like 2 months ago.
Well, that's true, but like recently, have you gone on Facebook and like just seen the way people from our area are talking? It's
No.
great. I was like, oh shit,
I don't go on Facebook really.
because I went on just to be like, oh, I wonder what my like aunts and uncles are saying, you know, because like I hope they're not fucking idiots,
Yeah.
and then thank God none of the black ones are. So I was like, oof, okay, with this is getting me some freedom, I guess. The Puerto Rican ones,
Well, the black ones that aren't posting about it.
I
would
really hope
imagine.
not. I really
Yeah.
hope not.
There's at least some semblance of self-preservation there.
I gotta be honest about all of those people who have a problem with the drive-through thing you were saying, or the driveway thing and stuff like that. Even some people that are, when you park in front of their fucking house, just all those people like that. I firmly believe all of those people they're insane, and they have it. They have the potential to be a murderer.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
in a
easily.
way that
Yeah.
because
They're murderers in weight
yeah,
in some way.
and wait, yeah,
They
that's a,
haven't been
that's a
triggered,
perfect
yeah.
that's a perfect
They haven't
way
been
of
triggered.
describing it, because at no point, like just a normal regular human being, it gets that hostile about, especially you understand that somebody is just trying to maneuver. I need to get out of here, so I'm just going to borrow your driveway to turn around. How in any possible decent regular world is that offensive?
My only stretch is that you could potentially go on their yard and maybe mess up their yard a little bit.
If that happened, sure, I would be mad. Like, oh, you fucked up
but
my
they're
my
scared
grass.
you'll do it and then you'll drive away. That's the only way I'm getting this.
To me, it's like if I caught somebody doing that, I'd be like, oh, that fucking sucks. But I also would recognize that is not the norm. That was some
Right.
dumbass that maybe been drunk or just terrible at driving, whatever. But that is not the normal like I lived on a busy street most of my life.
Yeah.
And so it happened all the time. People would come, but our line never got fucked up. Nothing ever happened. There was no weird shenanigans. And so there was no reason to be fucking hostile. So, and the same thing, the people that like solicitors will be shot or trespass, like those fucking people, those people just want to kill somebody.
Those people, they're
Oh yeah, they're
those
eager to
are
kill.
People,
Yeah.
Those are people who are already severely paranoid, probably for good reason. They're probably doing something they probably shouldn't be doing.
Oh, you mean a good reason because they're doing some fucking
Yeah,
shit.
they're probably like they're scared because like they're gonna find.
Oh, dude, I remember that was
they're gonna find my puppy mill. You know.
I remember in Glendale when I first got the drone and I was like flying it outside. Some guy went, and I was like literally getting landscape
Yeah.
from the mountains. Like a establishing shot for something. I can't remember for what. I think I was just testing it out. And some guy came out of his backyard. Was like, "Hey, what are you doing recording?" And I'm like, "I'm not recording you. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?" I don't know who you are. And he freaked out on me and he was like, "Delete that footage." And I remember being like, "It's not recording. Don't worry." And I was like, "I don't believe you." It was like, "Well, tough." Like I was like, I remember being so confused. Because I was like 21 at this time, and he was this like 50-year-old dude freaking the fuck out of me. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Leave me alone.
Well, yeah, clearly it's not like
He's got kids.
And I
he's
immediately,
got kids in his house.
my immediate assumption was like, "Oh, you're." I shouldn't have said that though.
What?
I think I said, "What are you hiding?" I said, "What are you hiding?" Something? What are you
that's how
freaking
you
out
die.
about?
That's how you die. But I would be like, oh,
You
all
took
right,
a gamble.
man.
I did take a guess.
Did he reply?
I don't remember exactly what he said. He got like up in my face about it, and then I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." And I pretended to click something on it. It was just like, "Don't worry, the footage is gone," and he believed it.
Beep.
Which is, by the way, like with the that's.
You made a beep. You made a beep too, right?
I was like,
you went beep.
I was like, beep. What blows my mind about this story, right, is that like he was so paranoid. He's definitely a child molester, by the way. Like no shot. that he was.
100%.
Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, what are you recording my backyard for? It's like, do you have kids in your backyard?
Yes.
So
Hard yes.
So immediately,
Hard.
like him being so suspicious of anybody just existing, especially at that point where like I feel like that was a period of time where drones were kind of everywhere. Also,
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing a couple of them. But to then just believe me, sight
So
unseen,
funny.
that I deleted the footage
So funny. I love
is
that.
weird. Like I don't understand. Like
Well, you do understand that is that gentleman. I guarantee you, I know exactly who he voted for. You know what I'm saying?
right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no shot. I remember I should go back and fly the drone over his place. I remember the exact house.
Hey,
It was right across from Joe's from Acacia.
Oh
right
my
across.
God. Then anyone that has a problem like that's just like if it doesn't fly, just what is it? If it don't fly, let it fly. You know, like that thing. If someone is like someone's recording, like, oh, that's a drone. That's crazy. That's it. That's it.
I mean, look, like you said, because it's to both. He's either freaking out because he's doing something fucked up, or he's just an insane, paranoid person. Which also, you know, the medical industry. I think we're failing so many people. So many people do actually need psychiatric help.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Dude, everyone. Not even so many people. Every single person needs it. 100%.
somebody needs something.
Some people need it way more.
Way
though.
more,
Some
way
people
more.
are like
That's
dangerous without it.
Yeah, and like that guy, like where it could be a cocktail of like he's insane, and his insanity led him believe to him that like he must molest children or something. Like it's destiny.
Yeah.
It's like it's destiny. But then like
I think what happened is he got freaked out about his privacy being invaded. And then he realized, like, he got in my face, and then he realized that, like, well, I don't have anything incriminating outside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what happened. That he was, and so he just like, oh, I told him, oh, I deleted it, and he was like, fine, good. And then he left. But I think that's why. I think he slowly realizes, like, wait, do I have anything outside?
it's like, oh, this is, the kids aren't in here.
No, the kids aren't
in
outside. The
background.
kids are in the
They're
basement.
Oh,
Like,
obviously.
I psyched myself over or nothing.
Oh, geez, what a silly event.
He becomes a fucking Saturday morning cartoon character.
Right?
Sorry about that. Later.
Slides down a tunnel slide that goes into the basement.
He's like the fucking. Why would you have the same exact noise?
That's the
I don't know,
slide
it's just,
sound.
it's just the slide.
He pops out. I can't wait to molest.
Round two.
As there's kids in cages crying,
Oh,
weeping
man.
in cages.
You never gave us candy. You lied.
Of course I did.
Of course I did. My dick's candy.
My dick's I did.
Okay.
Hey, but you met him.
That's true.
You're his friend.
Why are you acting?
Whoa, let's fucking relax.
You guys have known each other for a decade at
You're his
least.
friend. You're his buddy. You still talk to that guy.
You know what's funny
you?
too is like I remember flying that drone. Shut up. You remember like I remember flying that drone and like I flew it for like literally like 3 minutes. 3 minutes
Before he went insane.
He was like,
because I flew it high up. Because I flew it high up and I was like, this thing's too loud for here. Like I don't know if I want to fly it here. And so I was debating. He's like, I'll fly it at home in New York or something. And then like within 3 minutes he popped out. It's like, hey.
it's like one of those fucking it's like one of the helicopter cans that somebody comes out the house fucking frantic and starts running around.
Yeah.
Dude.
I just love the idea of just like, what do you think? Do you think I give a shit what's on the ground? The drone is to get the sky, like the landscape. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
This isn't Call of Duty. It's not an AC-130. I'm not looking
not.
down at you like trying to fucking get a kill streak off you.
Yeah.
People are
You've been playing
insane,
a lot of Black
man.
Ops.
I
People are
have.
fucking.
I've prestiged already, which is crazy.
Wait, is it like way easier?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember how hard it used to be really because it's been so long.
So maybe I just suck because I remember that shit would take because it would take like at least a month or like of consistent like fucking matches.
I was always asked at Call of Duty, but I prestiged in like Modern Warfare 2 maybe like 3 weeks as I was playing a fuck ton.
I guess
I was playing
I guess that
metric
tracks if you're
fuck ton,
playing
that's
like
why.
like so many matches.
Yeah, I think it used to be. Correct me. People can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know Call of Duty really at all.
Right.
But like, I'm pretty sure you
So
used
max
to.
level, right? Max level you prestige.
Well, yes, but I'm pretty sure you would prestige. It used to be. Did it used to be that you only could prestige once?
No, you could keep
just
going.
fuck
You keep
sometimes.
going.
You can keep going.
I think past like second prestige it didn't matter.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Right.
That was the only time I was competitive playing Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 was the only time I was doing PvP, like seriously. And it was, man, that was when everyone was online. I mean, I even had a match with the Jesus Christ. Like I was just like, oh wow, I found the person that fucking got the username Jesus Christ.
Dude, me, Jake, and Jalen were playing last night, and we got into a match with Xi Jinping and Muammar Gaddafi on the same team. It was amazing. They were both the final kills on like that like final kill cam, which is hilarious.
There's just people just trying to get like dictators and
just like
I was so not. I was never good at Call of Duty, so I never really like my KD. I got my KD to 1 for like a month, and I was like, I'm really happy. I'm really happy at 1. And my friends were like, "Yo, that's dog shit," and I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, you suck."
I wasn't very good either.
I bragged about that. I went to like in 10th grade bragging about that.
Really?
Like,
about
my
your
KD
1.0 KD.
My KD's 1, and they were like,
okay,
That is-
congrats.
"Like my nigga, what?" I was like, "It's 1."
That's literally, by the way, that's like bragging about breaking even.
No, because I thought 1 was good. I thought like, oh yeah, like I'm not a detriment, and they were like,
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
you're exactly not a detriment.
Yeah.
And you're
You're
exactly
not a
not
benefit.
a benefit. You're just
Like,
you might as well not be there. Your your impact on every game that you are in is
if you remove me from the equation, nothing changes.
that's what's funny. Like they could have like somebody else could have like. But to be fair, what if
if they were worse than me,
yeah? What if somebody was worse than you?
Yeah,
So
look at my one really mattered, bro.
yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
it's-
I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that great. I was more of just had specific maps that I was good at, and then I would play a lot of free for all because
That's how you become a demon. Honestly, that's how you become better in the game.
yeah, because I also I don't like letting the team down. Like if you get like so, it just feels better just like fucking free for all and just like having a good fucking
You're
time.
so bad. You're so bad.
Well, sometimes-
you don't want to drag the team down,
Dude,
so you just play free for all.
sometimes-
so you can only blame yourself.
There were some maps that were designed for specific weapons, like in Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
And like that one where you're in like the log cabin or whatever.
Yeah.
That was Sniper City, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Oh,
was
is that the one with like the
snow?
cabin on the hill?
yeah.
And the snow
yeah.
and shit. The
Yeah,
snow?
no, not the snow.
No.
This one,
Wasn't there a snow one? There was a river in the middle area. You would like turn to the left, and there would just be a cabin like right there.
well, there was so you start off like say, pretty much the cabin was to the right, kind of one
right,
of
I
the
guess.
one of the spawning areas. It was kind of like diagonal right
Because that was the one that you would like. I would see people do this shit all the time.
That was-
they would spawn in rocket launcher, shoot it in immediately, and get like 5 kills. It's like, damn.
Are you gonna pull it up?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm curious
okay.
because I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah, because I just remember that one was like
There's a little body of
that
water
was like
there, right?
to me that I think there might have been a little thing that you cross, But like, I just remember that was like Sniper City. That was the one where a lot of people were just camping. And so that was the map that I hated playing because I'm like, this isn't like the way that I like playing, which I was very melee heavy. So, that was just a terrible map for me. So it was one of those things where I'm like, damn, I can do well in some other ones, the closer quarters. And then there was other maps. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just feel like doing free for all, just having a good time. If I do horribly, it's just on me and it doesn't matter, you know?
Oh man,
the
lobby chats, man. God dang, it was just nothing like it, dude.
Yeah, those were the only I think that was the only time other than playing with my close friends that I would actually participate. Every other game, I would just like, whatever, I'm not gonna even put a mic in. And then people were just saying the wildest shit, so you have to like, you have to match them.
This one? Wait.
I remember.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, you would start from like the right, and then you kind of go. You go diagonal right to the thing, because that was a lot of spawning points just a little bit farther back. That was one of them. There was
the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse in the background.
Yeah.
I really like the mission in the campaign in this level.
Oh yeah,
it was really good because you have to upload, you have to extract some data at one point, and then you essentially have to like kind of, it's almost like turns in like horde mode.
I remember a lot of these maps really vividly. Actually,
you set up all your you set up all your mines.
Yeah.
You set up, you fucking make sure you cover the back door. Like that was a really fun mission.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the new Call of Duty's good. It's I have not prestige. I don't think I ever actually. Like, I think I got to max rank in like Modern Warfare 2 and then just didn't prestige because I just didn't give a shit.
There was no need. There was a need. You'd get what's it called? Just say you got the FAMAS. If I'm mistaken.
I didn't care. I didn't need it.
Right to say you got the FAMAS. you were in prestige and you got the FAMAS in
maybe. I honestly don't remember. Yeah,
I don't remember.
And I remember getting that shit and being
that's
like, whoa.
That's 45 Call of Duties ago. In fairness,
it was so many.
So
it's probably like genuinely like,
dude, 2009, man,
maybe like 11 Call of Duties ago.
Yeah,
that might be hyperbolic.
I mean, I was just thinking about when so Red Dead 2 came out, and I made a joke because I did a Twitter trash and I was talking like Arthur Morgan, and I was saying something like, "Oh, I'm sorry guys, like I've been playing way too much Black Ops 4 or something."
Yeah,
and then it made me think. I'm like, God damn, like that was like 2018, 2019 or something. And then now there's Black Ops 6, and then like saying another couple years is probably going to be 7. I was like, dude, slow down. Slow down, guy. I've skipped so many Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never going to catch up.
The Black Ops ones are apparently the best. Like they are like I remember Modern Warfare very fondly, and like those old ones.
That turns to Infinite Warfare, right? That's what Infinite Warfare now.
Infinite Warfare
was
the future one, right? Was that Kevin Spacey?
No, that was the one before it, Advanced Warfare.
Oh, you're right.
Kevin Spacey was Advanced Warfare.
Advanced and Infinite.
Yeah, which Infinite, like,
is there an Infinite Warfare?
Yes, I hate. Yeah. Look, but this was something that really, this is really upsetting because the gamers don't know what they want, man. This is what I mean, because they're like, oh, we want old stuff. Go back to regular shit. So they shat all over Infinite Warfare just by seeing the trailer.
Yeah,
they saw the trailer and they're mad, and it was like one of the most downvoted videos on YouTube at the time.
Oh, that's right.
And turns out, when you ask people that actually played the game, especially the campaign, they're like, that shit fucking ruled. So I bought it for like $5 because that shit sold horribly comparatively.
Did you play it?
Yeah. Like, dude, like, come on. If you're a fan of sci-fi, that shit ruled. Like, and it was one of those things that, like, I'm going to be 100% honest. There's only little times where, say, I'm watching Band of Brothers or something. Saving Private Ryan, where I have the itch of like, oh, I want to play some old school shit. Other than that, I couldn't give a fuck about old school World War I and World War II things because it's kind of all the same at the end of the day. How many times can I fucking do the same goddamn mission as far as like, oh, here's the Battle of the Bulge? Just kidding, but like, you know, it's just like D-Day. It's in. You know? I'm gonna storm Normandy, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, I guess. It's just, but I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be dodging and not getting shot to death, and then I'm we liberation, whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
I like World War II as a setting. I just like, yeah,
it's
I like
cool,
the aesthetic of it. It's kind of boring now.
What I like is
dude, Battlefield 1, the World War I Battlefield game was sick.
Yeah,
like that was with like people with like machine guns on horses and shit. This is dope.
Yeah, I played,
that was my favorite. That's my favorite Battlefield, I think, honestly.
I played through, I think, all of them now. I think other than the latest,
2042.
I haven't played that one. It's like a few bucks. I should pick it up, but
I've heard it's good now. It launched fucked. Right. Because do you remember that was the Battlefield game that launched without a scoreboard? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm hearing about that.
I don't remember that. That's funny.
Imagine a racing game coming out and you just don't know what place you're in.
Everyone just
you got to make an assumption. You're like, I think I'm third.
I think
that's nuts. I didn't.
The sound
I
at the end sounded like a wind sound. I think
that's crazy.
Did I win?
So you just kind of like have to like know that you're ahead of everybody. Like if you're like number one, I think it says your team wins, but like and stuff. But like it doesn't give you any stats. I remember that's just crazy because that doesn't make any sense.
That's a big part of why people play those games. People they like to see like, oh, how did I do?
If there were no rankings, BVP would almost surely not be a thing. Like whenever I see people in a PvP setting, if they can't, like I'm watching when MVC 2 came out for that collection. The whole point was a lot of people were making content to see how far they can place. Right. And how, like, say, I'm watching fucking the Wazler fucking just annihilate everybody. And I was just like, oh, man, I want to play him so badly. I want to see if I can at least get chip damage. You know, like, I just want to, like...
You would get maybe, like, 1 or 2 straight hits, but he would fucking dogpile.
Who is this?
It's like Justin Wong.
Yeah.
He's just like
he's like probably one of the most goated. He's probably top 3 most goated fighting game players of all time.
So he's like Epstein is to pedophiles what he is to fighting games.
Yeah,
is Epstein
close?
Epstein is definitely a top 5 pedophile.
Yeah, he's like the most. He's probably the most prolific one.
Prolific?
Yeah, because, I mean, he's only prolific because of that, if you think about it, because only freaks knew him before. Like, you know, the rich socialite freaks. Like,
yeah.
I literally did not know Jeffrey Epstein until all of that stuff started leaking.
Oh, me too, yeah. I had no idea.
Same.
So essentially, he probably is the most, because imagine you are solely famous. For your pedophilia. Like Ghislaine and all of the people, and like Trump's been around. I never saw those pictures of them together until like
Ghislaine Maxwell. You see the so you see John Mulaney on SNL who's like, there's this guy running for office, I think in New York, whose name's Harvey Epstein.
Oh no. No.
Yeah. They had like an SNL thing where it was like John Mulaney as him like running, and he's like, listen, like, I know. And it's really fucking funny, but like, I thought it was just like a dumb sketch about like some guy. Oh, that would be a bad name for somebody running for anything. That's funny. It's a funny idea for a fictional character. It's a real guy. It's a real fucking person.
At a certain
he apparently
point,
seems like a really nice guy.
It doesn't
That's what's so sad about it
anymore.
Yeah,
if you're self-aware,
Harvey Epstein,
you gotta sit down, dude.
Yo,
you gotta look at if you want to run for power. And if you have any inclination of actually trying to help people or fix things, you have to change your name.
That's like, it's me, Genghis Hitler.
Yeah. Which is kind of fire, though.
Oh, it's not.
It's great.
Genghis Hitler.
What about Adolf Kahn, man? That shit's
Adolf
fire.
Kahn goes hard. I think Adolf is a cool name. But
I think Adolf is a dumb name.
I think Adolf sounds stupid, but then when you put an O on the end, Adolfo is kind of awesome.
It sounds like a reindeer name.
It does like Rudolph,
Adolf. Yeah, Adolf.
Which I mean, I guess it kind of is, right?
Yeah.
That's like totally like a German like reindeer type, because Rudolph is that too.
Rudolph and Adolf
are
definitely brothers.
I knew an
That's
Adolfo.
Gross, that Rudolfo.
Adolfo. I know
Rudolfo.
Rudolfo. I've never met a Rudolfo.
Rudolfo, really?
No, I've known 2 Adolfos. And one of them, I might have said this on the podcast where I made a joke about him being Adolfo Hitlero, and he didn't think it was funny at all. And I thought, like, he didn't think it was funny at all.
Shit did not hit at all.
Not even a little bit. I was like,
when you fuck up a joke and the room is quiet.
I was like, I thought it was funny.
You're laughing. What sucks is when you laugh at one of your jokes before anyone else laughs, and then like, you look stupid.
It doesn't hit you.
And you're like giggling already. They're like,
I sometimes have to. My wife does that a lot. She'll just be laughing, and I'm like, just looking at her like, that shit didn't hit at all. I'm sorry. I can't fake laugh though. I'm bad at it. I'm bad at like
I can't
giving people a laugh. I'm not very good at it.
I can't do that anymore.
You know anymore?
I used to be able to do it for women. Actually, that's it. For girls, I used to like if there were jokes about it. Like if I just like, oh, this is not that funny, but it will make them happy if I laugh.
I feel like my eyes are too fake. so I don't even attempt
What the fuck does that mean?
Because there is a genuine crow and squint to laughter. So like when you're actually like laughing or smiling, there is an authenticity to your face. It's like you guys aren't this stupid, right? Like you understand that when somebody's fake smiling and their eyes aren't doing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you do.
You can look at it because you're a psychopath.
Oh, I mean, if he doesn't know what I'm talking about, then yes. But like,
you can tell when someone's
like when someone's fake smiling because their eyes aren't fucking doing the
That's why I'm not good at smiling.
And they're not. There's no crow's feet. There's like. And you're like, oh, that guy's
like a Mr. Beast smile.
Yeah, like so, and then so if you laugh, the people will laugh like that.
But that's how I
their
smile.
Their eyes are doing the same. They're like, and then their eyes are like still, and you're like,
yeah,
no,
you do smile like Mr. Beast. You have a sociopath.
I don't smile well. I laugh, but I'm not good at. I don't often smile.
Give us a smile. Look at the camera. Give us a smile. No, I don't care.
Look at that camera.
Look at the camera.
One.
Look at camera one. Give us a smile. A real smile. No, like a real smile. Like you're like say you cheese. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying, dude.
That's bad.
I can't do it. I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it.
You look like somebody who would chastise me about flying a drone.
You look like
I don't know how to smile.
You would just stab someone 50 times, and you're just like satisfied with your work.
From a young age, I would always look goblin-esque in pictures on purpose.
You'd always do the little. Yeah, I know. There's people that the soy smile is a lot of people do that when they
what smile?
Their soy smile.
What is that? What is that?
You know the soy face. You don't remember that from all
I know
that?
soy face. There's a smile version of it. What's that?
It's the same thing. It's just like they're smiling, but they're the soy. So
they just got their mouth open and gape.
Yeah, so basically the idea is that
you look like fucking Xi Jinping.
The idea is that they're self-conscious about their smile, so they do that face specifically.
Right.
So like that's what whenever you see someone doing that over thing, it's because they hate their smile. That is so true for so many people. It's crazy. I started and how I figured that out was when look at people. Just do this as a social experiment. Take some selfies with some people.
Yeah.
After like 5 seconds, they're gonna start doing that fucking face because they're hating like what they're seeing. They're like,
yeah.
So then they'll start going like, and making stupid ass faces. It almost never fails.
I'm totally sure that.
I love that. I love being like aware of that shit.
I can't do a toothy smile, man. That shit's weird to me.
Can do a what?
Smile?
Toothy smiles. Because I can do like a
toothy smile.
That looks fake though too.
Yeah, but
that's way better. I'm gonna be honest.
It doesn't look as insidious.
Better. Yeah,
I don't like a monster.
Yeah, because when you bare your teeth, you look crazy.
Because I don't have a maw.
That's why I don't have a essentially look like that guy in that mugshot or that drawing.
No, I shaved on purpose and I look like him. Actually, I think that's why I shaved because he looks like you can see that in my face. I have a non-monstrous face.
I never really thought about that.
I have a very adorable round face.
I have to pull that up.
I shaved on purpose to insinuate all my innocent-looking features.
I have to pull that up, and I could do a side-by-side for sure.
I don't like him anymore. I think before, when I was raggedy.
All right, we got to let's get to some questions from...
We don't have any more.
Oh.
No, we don't.
All right, bye, guys. Let's get to some questions from our patrons over at patreon.com/snarktank. Let's get this rolling.
God, that's fire.
It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. You see it?
I can't see
it. It ain't...
God damn it.
Your phone looks broken.
It does look broken. It does look broken.
What the fuck is going on?
It won't adjust.
Put it closer. Put it closer to the camera.
It won't adjust. Bro.
Yeah, it's over. Oh, it's like a holographic card.
It is. Here, put on mine. Okay. It's I don't know what's happening right now.
I think
it looks like a completely different image every time I look at it.
Where something just this sucks, bro.
Whatever.
I don't think he's got me anymore. I think with my face shaved, I think I look like a human, and he doesn't look like a human at all.
All right,
he's like a fucking wildling.
Fair enough. Wildling.
Check this out. We got a write in from Papini Brothers. Report JD Vance has sexual relations with Cher. It cuts out after that. Sorry, man. You got to keep that in mind. Patreon's not kind to long names in the question asking part. I could read your whole name at the end, but like. It's a bit finicky. Anyway, he writes in. He says, "Hi diddly ho tank. Hi diddly ho tank boys. I thought he was calling me Diddly-O or something.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Tankerinos, like what Flanders would say.
Right.
Okay.
Hi, Diddly-Ho, Negroes.
Hi, Diddly-Ho.
He would say that.
Tank Boys, he said,
probably.
have you ever misunderstood something to a hilarious degree? I say this because I have never heard the term Occam's razor until Chris said it during the podcast. I legit thought he was talking about some Daedric weapon in Skyrim. Stay thankful, gentlemen.
Wow.
What's the razor called? What is it called again? It's something's razor.
Nigga's razor? What are you talking about?
Yes.
No, it's
That's just OJ's knife.
It's just
nigga's razor. You find a real magical weapon.
damn.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, this shit is actually.
What
real.
would be the status? What would be the perk? I guess.
And sometimes you get critical hits on white people, particularly white women.
I feel like it should be something about like
You become an amazing athlete.
this cannot be traced back to you or something. Like 50% chance that it doesn't get traced back to you. Like whatever damage you do to this
That's
or
not
with
bad.
this. You know what I mean?
Man, OJ.
Yeah.
Before the murder stuff, man, he was a pretty cool dude.
He was in Naked Gun.
Yeah, he was
He
on
was
Cloud
also-
9.
He was also a fucking once in a generation athlete. Actually,
Didn't he host? I'm pretty sure he hosted SNL too.
Yeah,
because everyone's seeing
he
footage.
killed. He did really good.
In several
I don't know.
aspects,
I don't know about that.
He killed, man. He's such a
Yo,
good...
people, I will say, there's like, and we'll get back to the question in a second, but like, I was watching old episodes of SNL because I was like, I saw some episodes recently that were actually like genuinely funny. Like there were like sketches that made me laugh, and I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Because people were always talking about how SNL isn't funny, and I tended to agree, just like from like a osmosis perspective. I was like, yeah, SNL isn't funny anyway. And then I was like, oh, I wonder how true that is. And I went back and watched old SNL. And I was just like, oh no, SNL's just always been like really hit and miss, like the entire time.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like 20% hit rate, 80% miss rate.
Yeah.
And the things that we remember are the hits. So we just kind of, it's almost like how we think about decades in music. We're like, oh, the 80s were great. And it's like, actually, this is probably a lot of garbage in the 80s. We just siphoned all the garbage out and we only remember the good stuff. That's kind of how I feel about SNL.
I agree with that, but I think the 2000s was a lot of terrible music. I think I really stand by that. I think it was a lot of really horrible music.
I think that's a very 2000s opinion.
That's true,
but
because I lived through it, so I was like surrounded by terrible music.
I think because even now I think about like things like the Backstreet Boys or whatever. Like at the beginning of like Deadpool and Wolverine, where they were doing Bye Bye Bye, I was like, I used to hate this song. This is a dope song.
Oh, I never
this is a good song.
I never hated it. Actually, my prom night, I'm a senior. I'm 18 years old. Got my buddies together and we fucking lip sync Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
That shit was always fire.
Dude, I used to hate it.
I tried. They refused.
They were really not into it.
They were like, "Hey, man, we agreed to the song and that's it." And I was like, "You fucking losers!
You fucking threw Viagra in. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?"
Song,
fucking throbbing.
Their song, fucking Dirty Pop sounds like penis music. Do you know what I mean?
That song's stupid.
I love that song.
I don't like that song.
I love that song because it's literally just insane. It is just it's psychotic, that melody.
It's not.
It's ridiculous.
Which
I love it.
To me, it's like if you're into like weird shit,
it's weird. You know, it's like, weird as fuck.
I feel
that is not a song that I would expect to be a hit anywhere.
It is not a like music theory bop. If you know what I mean.
No. That song is not. There's no science to that.
But anyway, so
exactly.
so what I mean by that is like, so I was looking through some old SNL, and I remember being like, "Oh, Chris Farley," like, "Oh yeah, Matt Foley, Down by the River, yeah, it's good, yeah." But then they do that like 18 more times. They do Matt Foley again and again, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? Is not good. And it's Chris Farley, who's hilarious.
I think SNL is, like you said, too hit or miss. For me to bother, like. If it's that hit or miss, I'm just not going to watch in that way. That's
I wouldn't watch. Watching a full episode is tricky. Like I usually like look for I go to the highlights. You know what I mean? Like what are people talking about? And it's usually pretty good. Like they just had Bill Burr on as like a firefighter doing like one of the Rorschach tests. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's him and like a bunch of, I guess, some other cast members, and they're doing a Rorschach test, and it's some of the most unhinged shit because like it's usually like for the other people it's like, oh okay, like an ink blot, it's like it's an apple or whatever, and then when it gets to him it's like literally like DeviantArt, like Mike Wazowski spreading his ass. And it's so good, and it's like
I think he genuinely is such a fucking unbelievably ridiculous comedian.
Bill Burr?
I think he's such a good comedian. Like I think
Bill Burr's good. Yeah, I mean, you know,
He could be hit or miss. I think he's genuinely I think he's insanely funny.
I respect him more than a lot of comedians for sure. Yeah. Like I like that he's able to go on Joe Rogan and be like, "What are you fucking mouth breathing? Like pretending like you know this shit?"
Yeah.
Like I like that. I like that he's at that point where he doesn't have to pretend. He's not like a lot of comedians who go on Joe Rogan and they feel like they have to suck up to him because like they know that this is like their ticket to the limelight, which I think is a lot of comedians, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like he's established.
100%.
I think the only person I can see in modern time that doesn't do that is Gillis.
Yeah.
I think Gillis is the only person that doesn't go there and suck his dick.
Yeah.
I think he goes. Yeah. I think he goes there and he talks to him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't go there and like absolutely.
I'll be honest, man. I don't get the. I feel like there is a.
I don't know why Joe Rogan's so respected in that community because he's not very funny.
Well, it's because he has.
It's because the platform. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he very much so advocates for that form of media. I guess
he literally only has fair weather friends.
Yeah.
Like that's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Everybody around him is a fair weather. That's it.
Thinking about like
because I don't really because I think about like I watch his stand-ups to like be a very like critical like is he actually funny? Rogan. I watch it. I'm like
they're not good at all. There's none of them are good.
No, that's what's funny at all.
That's what's so crazy about it.
And then I watch
take all of it away, right? Take all of the conspiracy shit away. Take all the fucking all of that shit evaporated from the equation. His stand-up is bad.
Yeah,
all of it.
So when he was younger, so I will be fair. He had some good bits when he was way younger. And what I mean is like, say, for his first Netflix special, because I think it was either 2005 or 2006, he was one of the first people on Netflix that before when they were still delivering DVDs. And I remember seeing one. He had a few very basic, but like just about talking about how stupid people are. It was a really good bit. And he's talking about like the pyramids and all this shit like that. He was much better back then. And I feel like at a certain point, like, just weed and just probably sparring all the time just ruined his fucking brain. Where like he's just always high and he's always getting his head punched in. Now, he's not competing, but I feel like people get their CTE from sparring because people spar way more than they fight. Like,
of course.
You have a few fights.
People get fucking rattled in sparring. So like I've been rattled the fucking sparring plenty of times, dude, when I was doing MMA. And like I imagine like I just and then
sparring's crazy.
Especially if you're sparring, because you're supposed to spar people that you're going to actually get better against, unless you're just trying to get your body moving, you know? So you're sparring niggas that will beat the fuck out of you. They're like, oh yeah. And if someone goes in with a bad attitude too and they don't like you, they're trying to take your head off your body, trying to fuck up a whole entire... Right. Imagine that, trying to fucking event up that bad. Like, I'm going to knock this guy unconscious, make him swallow his own tongue.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. But like, so Joe Rogan, right? It's pretty obvious to like comedians that are close to him that he sucks ass. And it's pretty obvious when you really pay attention to how his sense of humor fucking sucks. It's even at the point where I wanted to see Kyle Kalinski's last podcast he did with Joe Rogan because Kyle Kalinski's been flaming Joe Rogan now. Kyle Kalinski is not going to be invited on Joe Rogan ever again.
Ever.
No.
Kyle's been doing his rounds on him.
He used to go on and be very respectful, even though Joe Rogan was already a dipshit at the point. So I watched his last one just to see if he like really did anything. Not really. He was just being friendly mostly. But Joe Rogan is talking about Bert Kreischer's movie, The Machine. He's on the trailer release was fucking hilarious. And I'm like, you're not like Joe. No one thinks that other than your retarded audience, you know, like but he is his audience essentially, like, but all the people around him, like Bill Burr, Bill Burr knows Bert Kreischer is not funny. He's just a interesting guy to hang out with. Yeah. He had that podcast for a little while and it lasted for like 10 episodes or something because Bert Kreischer sucks so much ass that it just couldn't, like it was Bill Burr, the Bill Burr podcast lasted at a certain point, it's like, he's too obnoxious. I can't fucking deal with him anymore. Yeah. And long story short, Joe Rogan is clearly unfunny and people are going to suck the teat, which I understand. I understand even like the Shane Gillis with Shane Gillis, like is somebody who deserves to have some recognition that he has, but probably would have went unnoticed if Joe Rogan's platform didn't expose him to so many fucking people. And he's not my favorite or anything. I just feel like he was just to me, what I call a vacuum. There was a huge vacuum in the comic world for like people like Shane Gillis, people who were just like us. Right. Yeah. We just fuck around and just talk shit. To me, he's nothing special at all. I was like, oh, he's just literally like what we're doing. And I don't find very many comedians at the top doing that right now. So it's kind of like a vacuum. You know, he filled that hole.
I think he's funny. I think he is funny.
No, I don't think he's not funny. I'm just saying I don't think he's anything special. Like the way some people are like, oh, he's the best. And I'm like,
I don't know about the best.
He's refreshing now.
He's not the best.
Refreshing.
But you see what I mean? Like he's refreshing in a setting that, like, this is how I feel about Shane Gillis. I think, say, one of us, if that's what we wanted to do, could like be like, say, I don't think there would be much missing if, say, one of you guys replaced Shane Gillis.
Oh, I don't agree.
Yeah, I think I think
he knows what he's doing to a degree that I think is like pretty clear.
Well, what is so like, oh man, nobody could do what Shane Gillis
I think
does.
he's very good at playing to an audience in a way that doesn't necessarily compromise himself. Like him going on SNL and essentially like just doing his set, even though like he knew that it would probably bomb with that audience, is kind of cool. Like, and the fact that like he was, what's that? The most recent special that he did, Derek's Dying.
Good?
No, it was that the live one in Austin or something.
I don't remember. It's the one where he talks about. I think it's Beautiful Dogs. I thought Beautiful Dogs was really funny, like the entire time, and it was like consistently, and I was just like, oh, that's like not. Even comedians that I really like Bill Burr and other people like that, like have a hard time pacing a special well.
Well, yeah, putting on hours.
Because Paper Tiger was like the first half of Paper Tiger sucked, and then the last half of Paper Tiger I thought was pretty good. Yeah. But like Beautiful Dogs, I think is like pretty good consistently. I think he's good at like pacing his bits out.
I think
in a way that's kind of hard to do.
I think he's good at playing to the field where he doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't compromise himself.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking though is what is, say if Shane Gillis is like gone, what is like
what is exactly lost?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by that is I feel like there's so many people that just, you know, he got in a position to where he made the best out of his position, you know, became friends with Joe Rogan and everything. There's a lot of people who like there's a lot of comedians out there that aren't massive, like Nick Mullen, for example, who I've never laughed harder than anybody, but he's one of those people who doesn't want to go to the next level, really.
Yeah.
He's just kind of fine where he's at. He's also he's rich because of the podcast, so I think he'll get like over $100K a month for just doing like bullshit. And he's so like, oh, I'm going to let the other guy, Adam Friedland, I'm going to let him take the reins. Even though clearly Nick Mullen is the guy, he's the flagship guy. This is going to be the Adam Friedland show. And I'm going to kind of take a step back, and I'm like, it upsets me as a fan, but I respect it as an artist because I'm kind of the same way. And I think you're the same way. And just like, oh, there's this potential that sky's the limit, but you at a certain point, you're like, I'm coasting. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. And Shane, I feel like he was that. And then at a certain point, he was like, no, I want more. And I feel like, so now he started grinding. And I'm like, I'm not saying anything negative about him at all. I'm saying that he grinded. He made sure he befriended Joe Rogan, and it worked so unbelievably well.
I will say the only thing what I think would be missing without him is specifically like there are very few people out there, unfortunately, in that realm especially, who are going to go out there and say things that are edgy in the way that we would consider them, but also not be insane. You know what I mean? Like the fact that he goes out there and like when they're like picking on, I think that he was on some podcast, right? Was it with Andrew Schultz or whatever, where they were like picking on some Down syndrome
was like
guy?
the Down syndrome.
And he was like, come on.
It was,
you know what I mean? And it's that I think is kind of important in that space. Just to have somebody who's like they understand what's funny about like towing the line or like pushing the line, but they're also like not fucking sociopathic.
They're not assholes.
Yeah, he's not like somebody.
He's grounded, and that's what I appreciate about him.
I appreciate that he's like, and again, like I say, I compare him to like somebody like us in a way that we understand there is certain lines that you shouldn't cross publicly.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's really what it kind of like the Andrew Schultz crew, or at least Andrew Schultz specifically. There is no line. It's like as if I know that punching at this fucking Down syndrome person is gonna make a large portion of my audience laugh, and it's like, well, that's not. You don't need to do it.
Makes me so fucking.
You don't need to do it. Turn the podcast goes off, then say it. Guys laugh amongst each other.
About it.
and then, but that's not going on the podcast. He's
surrounded by yes men, though. That's the problem. That's Schultz's biggest problem.
Is the black dude still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Because I know how much because I didn't see the episode with Donald Trump. I'm not gonna watch that fucking shit, but. I wonder what he thought, because I know how much he hated him.
I don't think he was there.
He probably.
I don't think he was there for that episode. I think that's like That's like an episode where like it's like having Joe Budden in here. It's like don't have me here.
No,
like there's gonna be no or having
pause. There is no universe that will exist.
You guys would force me to be here.
Yes,
there's supposed to be here, but like
I know what you're saying.
But there's like, why would you have?
I would strap you down to
that?
a chair if you didn't want to be here.
Because it's like all I'm going to do is all it's going to leave it's a physical altercation. Like actually, it's probably going to eventually get physical.
That's good for the show.
That is amazing.
It's good for the show,
dude.
It's content.
I'm in jail.
It's content. It's content.
What? Okay, I don't actually. We don't. I don't think we have time to go through this. I was gonna say because I wanted you to really lay down like the passion. I understand there's a lot of people I dislike.
Like it's like him and Charlemagne the God I couldn't have a conversation with.
Charlemagne, see, I feel more about Charlemagne like that than
Joe Budden is this he's old and dumb and he has a lot of really, really dumb takes about hip hop that make me want to physically assault him.
Yeah. But
what bothers me more is that he's actually a very talented rapper. So it's like you don't deserve the sword you were given. You should die. But like he just
that's so crazy.
Hey, that's all good. But anyway. Occam's razor. Razor.
Oh yeah, we went up on a tangent.
That is, I will say, going through life, not knowing something like that must been. It's one of those things where, like, you must have heard it many times before. What does
Occam mean exactly?
Occam's razor means the simplest explanation is usually the right one.
Yeah, because that is
just between two lines is straightforward. Usually,
it's just extremely. It's just a logical take where it's like the more fantastical your story has to be, the less likely it happened.
It's kind of the same DNA of just like it's not exactly the same set. It's not exactly the same philosophy necessarily, but it's kind of like. I think intrinsically linked to never attribute to malice what could be attributed to stupidity. Yeah. It's kind of like is it more likely that like there's a cabal of evil people engineering a vaccine to kill people, or that like
this vaccine
it's just
to save lives,
or just that the vaccine is not like 100% perfect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like like what's because how could it be?
Like say actually talking about fucking Joe Rogan and the anti-Puerto Rican, oh my god, what's his name? Hinchcliffe. Thank you. Hinchcliffe. So Tony Hinchcliffe, they were on the podcast, and then they started talking about a spike of deaths in Canada. I think it was in 2021.
He's so pick-onable, dude.
So it's like Occam's razor would suggest. Well, let's see. There have been many pandemics throughout history that have killed millions of people. So Occam's razor would suggest that the virus caused a spike, and then they were let's not use that and say it was the vaccine. Which historically the vaccine has saved millions of lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you have to bend reality to fit your narrative. And it's like, here's a simple explanation and then you're just ignoring it.
Bro, it used to be like so... They used to be... Well, there was a period of time...
They got too high on themselves.
It was the first time we were very racist.
Especially... have you heard how Joe Rogan has talked about comedians and their responsibility and how important they are? And you know what he said? Cat Williams was on the podcast and he said to Cat Williams, like, what we do, like, there's probably only like 250 of us. Like, and Cat Williams is like, you can tell he wanted to like flame Joe, but he was being respectable. He was just like, yeah. One of those things where like Joe is talking out of his ass.
So insane.
And I'm like, Joe, first of all, that you even think that you're on the same level of these people, like he's already.
Yeah, he thinks he's like a Carlin or something.
He does. He thinks.
No, I know he does.
He thinks when he brings.
He thinks he's a Richard Pryor. He thinks he's
on his new venue. There's pictures of all these legends, and there's a picture of him next to some of the legends. And I'm like, oh no,
you're not there, man. You're
not even.
You are the biggest podcaster in the world. No one's going to take that away from you. You know what I mean? You are probably the king of podcasting, 100%, undoubtedly,
100%.
You own that's
the Godfather of what it is now.
That's your Hall of Fame. By all means, take it. You've earned it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You're not a comedian. Like, you're not a comedian.
Not even close.
And the idea of like, oh, there's only 250 of us. Like, no. Like, first of all, even if that were true, that doesn't... I don't know how to explain this. There are a lot of people that I know that are fucking hilarious who are just not comedians because 100%. Because they don't wish to be.
They're just people. Yeah.
They're just people.
The thing about
being
this
funny is a very common thing.
Yes.
It is not this fucking
I think being funny is common. Being hilarious is not common.
Maybe
because being hilarious is like you could walk in a room and make pretty much anybody in a fucking room laugh, which is really. I don't really think most comedians are that either. If I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
I think I can.
One of my favorite stories, I think, is like I don't even know if
who was the funniest comedian genuinely you ever think of, like actually truly like hilarious.
Oh,
like
man.
truly hilarious. Like you watch them and you will fucking laugh.
Probably the Three Stooges.
Dead ass though. That might be that. There's some weight to that, but like
I get you a little lightheaded. Too much oxygen escaped me.
You just stop breathing entirely.
Honestly, so I was thinking, am I getting cynical? Because I remember really enjoying. I think a lot of specials that I enjoyed back then. People aren't just they're running out of material. Unfortunately, it's just like a lot of my favorite musicians. There's only a handful of bands that after their 5th, their 6th, their 10th studio album that they've gotten to. Hold on a second. Like they've gotten to a certain point where I'm like, oh, the magic's gone. Right. They're making okay albums, but nothing's compared to what they were doing. And I think there's a lot of comedians who are doing the same thing. The only person, and this is my point of view, because of my ridiculously immature sense of humor, Nick Mullen from the Adam Friedland Show or Come Town is the only comedian to me that like has made me have to like, oh, I'd be listening to the podcast while I'm playing a game and I have to pause the game because he said something so fucking ridiculous. Like, Stavros, the fat guy that left Come Town. Yeah. He's like kind of having a philosophical talk or talking about like the about eating animals and stuff. And like, oh, if I see like chicken feet or something, it's too real for me. Like, I don't want to, like I just want to see the meat and I don't want any of that stuff to be around it. Like he's going on a thing and Nick is kind of, you hear him being like, yeah, like he's listening. And the next thing he replies, he's like, Stavros, would you ever graft pig ears to your head? Like just in a way that like just completely derails any seriousness of the conversation, and in the tone that he says it in, like he's so serious about it.
Yeah, it's equal parts. You have to know what to say and how to deliver it.
Yeah,
I think. It's like a key.
Like, hearing it, me explaining it is not nearly as funny as hearing it and being caught off guard.
Yeah,
to where like that was one of the funniest things I heard in a while because I wasn't expecting it at all. And
who do you think is the funniest? Who do you think is the funniest comedian?
For me,
yeah.
I think old Chappelle. If I'm being honest, I think Dave Chappelle in like 2007, 2008 was just
I mean Chappelle's
unbelievably
Chappelle is up there for me, even with like the last couple of specials not being like anything that I liked, just because like nothing. The hardest that I think I've ever laughed out loud is that Michael Jackson bit.
Yeah.
From,
we were howling in the house with that shit.
And it is again the delivery of it. A lot of it is just delivery. It's like Michael Jackson sucked my dick.
Yeah,
is ingrained into my. I'm smiling just thinking about it.
It's really funny.
It's good, and his. But I think for me, it's Norm. I think Norm is so because Norm is like a Nas type, where he's like that's the comedian's comedian. Yeah, like he goes up there at the roast of Bob Saget, and just tells all these like.
Lies.
No. He goes up there and says like,
"Oh no, he tells jokes only for him, right?"
He tells jokes only for him and jokes only. It was like jokes out of a joke book for kids, where it's like, yeah, Bob Saget has a face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower, and just all the people on stage are losing it, and the audience is like, "The fuck? What is this?" And him on
I remember that. Yeah,
and him on SNL where he's like constantly going after OJ, even though the network is like constantly warning him not to do it because they're friends with like him wasting people's time on Conan. Like I don't know, his delivery too is also like one of those things too. It's like I don't think he would be necessarily as funny without that like perfect
Mount Rushmore. Give me your Mount Rushmore
of comedians.
Yeah, so you got 4.
Ooh. It's Norm for me, but that's a good question.
Probably Chappelle, right?
Probably. I think he's earned it. He's fell off, unfortunately, but like I think he's done too much good, I think.
All right. What do you got? So 2 more. Or you can take out Chappelle if I just insert it.
I think he has got too old.
Oh. Think about your Mount Rushmore because you're next.
Damn.
Come on. I know you guys. Bobby Lee.
I like Bobby Lee. But
I like him too. No, I actually really like Bobby Lee. Yeah. His podcast is actually pretty funny. Tiger Belly, and he actually kept doing it after him and Kalila, whatever the fuck her name is. They split, and they kept doing it. And when I was hearing their living situation, I'm like, how are you guys still doing a podcast? Because he's like a freak where he won't like let her. He's like kind of like he still wants her, even though it's just
of course, yeah.
he's just a porn addicted, small dick, like can't, and she's just like, dude, I need to like fuck some like real men. But like, and then they're still doing the podcast. I was like, it's the professionalism.
Off the charts.
I couldn't do it.
That's like Fleetwood Mac when they were making Rumors or whatever. Where you're just like,
everybody was tag teaming the fucking girl.
Yeah.
Like, we got to make an album still. She's like, all right, let's get back to this.
Let's go.
She makes one of the best songs ever made.
I mean, that
if
album,
you can do that.
That album is fucking perfect. And I think it's because
they were.
I think it's because they were in such a state of
sign of the times,
stress.
man. Like probably sign of the times. Yeah, you can make some brilliant stuff. Like my friend told me when I went through a breakup in 2013, I was releasing a mixtape, and he was like, "Oh, this is the best stuff you've written because like you're hurting." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." But I guess it's true, you know. When you're in a weird state,
I think people conflate that too often to like production of great things. I think you can make good stuff when you're sad about things being sad, but at the same time, as people are like, you gotta draw power from pain. It's like, nah, pain doesn't exactly always make you.
I don't want it to be that way. You don't have to. I don't want it to be that way, but
it depends. Sometimes
I've written a lot of my songs that I've written, even in like say metal or whatever. I don't have too much trauma in my life, so I had to make shit up.
Sinbad.
Yes. And you mean the pirate, right?
Yes, the pirate.
The pirate Sinbad?
Yeah, so it's Dave Chappelle, Norm Macdonald, Sinbad, and
I got a list for you that's gonna fucking blow your
I don't know,
socks
fucking
off.
David Letterman.
And David
Such a lame list.
I don't know, David Letterman.
Whatever, fucking just throw it.
All right, it's etched. It's gonna be tattooed on your back.
Okay, first and foremost, we got the Gringo Pop himself.
Oh, fucking
B.
whatever his
Shaw,
name is.
Brendan Shaw.
Brendan
That nigga is the worst comedian I ever heard in my dog.
Dude, Joe Rogan should be beaten specifically just for that. Not even for Joe Rogan being like a bad comedian, actually indirectly killing a lot of people because of vaccine misinformation, getting Trump elected possibly. No, none of that stuff matters.
Brendan Schaub is the worst thing.
Brendan Schaub is the worst thing Joe Rogan's done by far.
I hate how that
I still feel that way, yeah.
I hate how he persists.
Yeah.
It bothers me so much.
Is he still doing? Is he still doing stuff?
He's kind of slowed down.
He was like, I'm taking a step back because I want to focus more on my family. And I'm like, well, that's a lie because you probably, when your kids were newborn, you know, he has a son named Tiger, and he probably should have been
there then.
Yeah. So after, did you see him flip a truck in the sand?
He did, actually?
Yeah. So he was like going off roading and stuff in a truck.
I thought he like
and he flipped a truck, but he was completely fine. Everyone was like, "Damn." Who's your real Mount Rushmore? Real fast. You had time to think about it. You had time to think about it.
I got Eddie, of course.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Gordo.
Close enough.
He might be funny. You don't know.
Son. Yeah, so I got Eddie Murphy. I got particularly young Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
I got I'm trying to think of
Come on, man, you had time to think about this.
I think Norm would be up there for me, but I don't want to give it to Norm exactly.
I don't think you're a Norm guy.
I like Norm, but
yeah, but like he wouldn't be in your top.
He wouldn't be in my top.
No,
5.
he's not. Yeah.
Who do I really watch?
Come on, bitch. Come on, you know this.
I would put Mitch Hedberg in there for me.
You put Mitch in there for real?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
He's just so fucking strange, and he died too quick. I'm really bummed about that.
We got Carlin, of course.
Carlin, so that's 3.
I think Carlin is the GOAT, actually. But,
all right, one more.
And Carlin would be my 4th, I think.
And then we have one of the comedians that I
Sinbad.
think is like truly hilarious.
Sinbad, right?
Sinbad. Shaq.
Bob Saget.
We got Amy Schumer. No, I'm kidding. We got
Amy Schumer. Let's go.
All jokes aside, I would say it's probably
Pryor.
Pryor's too easy.
He was too. It was okay. Whatever. Come on, just
hurry up.
I guess I would say Pryor. I'm trying to think. It's when you make it.
You've had time.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be as concise as possible. You stop possibilities going through your mind, man. You don't think you're not a thinker. But
that's crazy.
That's so rude to say to somebody. I'll go Pryor, I guess.
Ellen DeGeneres.
All right, Pryor. At least a placeholder for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is 4 is a fucking hard list to do because it's just 4. But definitely Carlin for sure. I was just watching Carlin clips after the election because I have to.
Yeah,
to really
it's always relevant. It pisses me. It pisses me off how always relevant it is.
Totally.
I'm so glad he's not around to see any of this.
His heart would be broken.
He would kill someone. I think he'd be a murderer at this point.
He'd be like, I can't. Like he would have one big stadium show, or maybe like a soccer stadium show, and then he would just
ignite it. No, he would just it'd be explosive into every seat, and he would just ignite it.
He'd be like Oprah, but for like murder.
For murder, you get a bomb and you get a bomb. Like every the greatest freaking mass murder.
He sets off 100,000 car bombs in a stadium. And that bitch for a moment, for 10 seconds, it's daytime.
He's like this.
And you know, it makes me love him more.
Yeah.
It makes me like, oh, he truly is the guy. That's hilarious.
I have his record. He has a record. One of my favorite things about Carlin is like he has that record, or that comedy album that's, I kind of like it when a lot of people die.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was recorded, I think, like the day before 9/11.
Shortly before.
It was like the day before.
He died
amazing,
07, right?
No, like 08 or 09.
Yeah, it was. You're probably in the ballpark. That's probably correct.
No, I think it was 08 because I remember specifically being like in 08, like, fuck, I never got a chance to see him. That was crazy. Like, there were chances to see him.
Right.
But you didn't think, he just seemed ancient forever. So it didn't really seem like he was going to go anywhere.
He seems like he's been old for so long.
I will say, though, his last special, he was noticeably like
He was old. The pep in his step was a little gone. He was still pretty sharp, but he wasn't as quick, like with his words. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
He was slowing down a little
slowing
bit.
down.
Carlin, Patricia O'Neill.
Oh, Patricia O'Neill.
I gotta go Nick Mullen to come down because no one's ever made me laugh harder than him. And I think overall I gotta go Bill Burr too. Because Bill Burr, like everything that his older specials were phenomenal, and also his podcast. Like sometimes he's just ranting about sports, and I'm like, you can make someone who doesn't give a shit about sports like get interested because when he's upset about something, it's so funny.
I think Burr has this ability where he can talk, and in conversation, he can make fun of you so fucking well. Especially if he doesn't respect you, the way he tears down people he doesn't respect is so fucking funny.
Great.
Because it's just like, he's just calling you an idiot in so many colorful ways.
You're so tough with your open nose and throat. When he's talking about when he was talking
to the I forgot his name, the guy that was on Comedy Central for a bit. I forgot his name.
Carlos Mencia?
No.
Jon Stewart?
Yeah, Stewart.
Was it really?
No,
not
Stewart. It's
Colbert?
I think it was Stephen Colbert. I think it was.
Are you sure? What are you talking about?
Colbert is the really smug one, right?
He was performing like a smug kind of conservative.
Yeah. And he was just like, the way he was ridiculing him was it Colbert? I think it was.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's going to try to find it. All right, next question.
Tim and Colbert, the way he was insulting him was like, do you think you know what the right thing to do? And he's like, yeah. In fact, he was like, oh yeah, you're sure with your fucking millions of dollars sitting in a comfy ass seat. You have no clue what you're talking. Weren't you born into money? And I'm just like, fuck.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking
I think it's
about.
Stephen Colbert where he was just fucking attacking his livelihood. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know about that.
And they don't post this. No. I think it's
We'll see if we can find it because, like,
he's lying. He's just making it up.
He just made it up.
It's another Last of Us movie trailer that he pretended to see.
And then Bill Burr pulled out a sword and they started fighting.
There's people like the issue with like top, because I also think about like writers or like people who have shaped a lot.
No, it's not Colbert.
So it's like, is it just people who are just because Mitch Hedberg in that context wouldn't be there? You know what I mean? Because he's just somebody that I think is just genuinely really funny.
Yeah.
But like the influence, I guess, is not necessarily there. But like, I don't know. It's a hard question.
Whatever your criteria is, I guess, because I was just kind of going off of who's made me laugh like the most, like in
that case, I think it's pretty accurate. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next question. We didn't answer this question at all, but like whatever.
Oh, that's true. I guess I had no example really.
Yeah, I can remember one argument that me and Sween had. It's on my channel still. It's called the space debate. It's probably like the biggest misunderstanding that I've ever seen.
Oh right, I remember. Yeah,
but yeah,
go seek that out, people.
Go seek it out if you want.
Good content. The
man who seeks the truth to how babies are made wrote in. He says, "Hey there, various shades of brown and creamer. If you," he says, you were, but I understand what you're trying to say. If you were to if you were a Make-A-Wish kid, what would be the craziest thing you'd ask for?" That's a good question. They have to do it, right?
I mean,
have to do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I feel like many are denied.
Why? What do you mean?
Because they have kids of they have their parents are essentially like us, and so the kids have really stupid ideas. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you'd ask the kid, like, what do you want? And he'd be like,
Bill Maher is the guy's name.
Oh,
Where he roasts the fucking
He wasn't on
shit.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, he went on.
Okay, he wasn't.
I don't
He
think
was on
so.
HBO.
Yeah,
He
HBO,
was-
there you
so he
go.
went on Bill Maher's
He
podcast.
fucking tore him.
Bill
in
Maher
fucking-
is such a fucking idiot now.
He's
It
such a
sucks.
pompous
because
twat,
he
dude.
used to. He's always been pompous for sure, but he used to be reasonable, and he just turned into a fucking dumbass. Like it was at a point where, he was the reasonable guy when Ben Affleck was like popping off about Islamophobia, and Bill Maher was trying to tell him like it's not because Ben Affleck can separate Islam from Muslims, right, from Arabs.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much anyone's problem, right? That because it's like we're talking about Islam, dickhead. We're not talking about Arabs. And he does it. It's gross. It's racist. And Bill Maher's like, you're gay. Like you're gay. And like
you're gay.
But now he's like,
what do you mean?
Affleck fucked him. Affleck went crazy on him.
But
too.
now
I was
he's
like,
being
God damn.
fucking. But that's what I mean. But now Bill Maher is being like really fucking just ignorant about shit now. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Was Affleck wrong in that conversation? I feel
Well,
like
he's
heard it.
technically wrong because, let's say, people, whenever you attack Islam, people think you're attacking Arabs. And it's like, that's not fucking true, dude. And so he can't separate the two, Ben Affleck. So he's like, it's gross. It's racist. And it's like, it's not supposed to be racist. It's like attacking Christianity. It's not supposed to be about attacking white people.
I understand. I understand the argument he made. I remember seeing it. I was like, he's right, but the in America, humans don't do the separation part. So I understand where he's coming from, where he's like, yeah, technically, yeah, you're right. But I understand the words he was using.
A lot of stupid people definitely are just like,
they weren't using the perfect
brown
words.
People in general.
And I think if you would have asked him
there,
that conversation too, he would have probably been like, yes, this is what I mean, not.
No, I don't think so,
other way
actually.
around.
I think he was kind of like off the. Like, I saw some like because those clips resurfaced, and it was like, look at this clip of Ben Affleck putting Bill Maher in his place. I'm like, I don't know about that, man. Like, this is like a really simple logic puzzle of just like religion is not race. It's very simple,
right?
It's not, but you're here. You guys are right. You guys are right, but look.
No, conversation's over then.
Look at
what do you mean?
But look at how things have literally.
I understand,
been.
but like that's not
so
really.
But you.
Relevant.
It is literally relevant, though. That is like the point.
Well, what do you mean?
Like he's right. Yes, you got to separate people from things.
So how should Bill Burr? How should Bill Maher?
Too many
behave?
Bills.
I know, right? Bill
Burr,
Clinton. What the fuck is this?
Even Cat Billiam. Because William is long for Bill, right?
My fucking.
What did you say? What did you say?
William is long for Bill.
Yeah.
I thought you said William is short for Bill, and I was like, Chris, no.
William is long for Bill.
Yeah, Cat Bill.
Cat Bill.
Cat Bill.
Cat Bill. Little dogs are gonna do every day. Cat Bill.
Is it just two hymns?
Yes, actually. I mean.
What?
That's crazy. What do they cut off the legs of two of him and then stitch them together?
Just the legs.
Wait, that's just the Silent Hill monster.
Is that
the mannequin creatures? Those are just like two legs.
Is there a head though?
No.
Why'd you cut off my fucking legs? Ow! Why are you stitching me together, motherfucker? Ow!
And then now he's Cat Bill.
When we saw him in that Buffalo Wild Wings at 3 a.m. that one night, we really should have attacked him.
No, we shouldn't have. He had just recently got beat up by like a fucking 8-year-old.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like an 8-year-old got him. That's right.
An 8-year-old got him.
He got beat up by literally a kid that was
jumped by an 8-year-old
high schooler.
No, yeah, he got jumped by an 8-year-old. Some kid
The very next day.
The very next day after one of his specials or something.
That is so sad.
An 8-year-old careened out of a Ford Focus.
That's sad, but
Give me your Takis.
But that kid
he tried to grab his Takis and he's like, give me your Takis, motherfucker.
But that kid is
that was Dorito? Just some kid walking home from a fucking convenience store and then Cat Williams picks a fight with him.
Getting beat up by a child is so fucking humiliating.
That is super humiliating.
It's so humiliating.
The fact that he came back from that too.
People don't even talk about it no more. Yeah, people don't talk about that shit no more.
Yeah, like I don't even think Shannon Sharp talked about it. Like, hey man, why'd you get your ass beat by that fucking kid?
Wait, let me dick down this white woman.
Hold on a second, I gotta go fuck some bitch real quick. I forgot about that.
He was mercilessly fucked. That poor girl was going through
That chick was like, she sounded like she was constipated. She was getting fucked so hard.
She looked, poor girl.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
He's like, yeah, that's it. Good girl, Michelle.
I
Good
feel
girl.
like I would ask.
Good girl, Michelle.
Here's what I would ask for. I would ask If I was a Make-A-Wish kid, I would ask to go on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay. I like it.
That's what I would do. I want to meet my favorite comedian, Joe Rogan.
Hell yeah, dude.
And the second I get there, I'm going to blow myself up.
Jamie, no.
Jamie, roll the clip.
I blow myself up and like Joe Rogan's got he's got like a Gus Fring situation where it's like half of his face is gone. But then like they go back the next time because everybody survives. Joe Rogan's missing half his face and he goes like, "Oh, it's crazy. You remember that guy last week who blew my face off? Jamie, roll the clip."
Roll the clip, Jamie. I don't have arms anymore.
Is that how Jamie sounds?
Yeah, Jamie kind of has a very muffled like.
Well, now especially, right?
Now he
blew my voice box out.
Yes, he definitely sounds like that.
Joe.
We do not have the clip on hand.
The footage is destroyed and I have no limbs.
Help me.
I don't know what I would ask for. Make-A-Wish. I'd probably
remember
ask
those
for,
commercials?
Look what smoking did to me.
Oh yeah, it's like smoking didn't do that to you. You did that to you.
And I'm like, ew, get that thing out of here.
It serves its purpose, man. It's gross. I definitely saw that and I was like, I'm not smoking.
I mean, at this point,
that shit kept me from cigarettes.
Hey, old bitch.
It did. It sincerely
at this point,
did.
don't you stop? She's like still sucking it down. I'm like, dude, at this point, you stop.
Seeing someone smoke through their throat hole is such a.
To me, those people should just be gone. Like at a certain point,
they're on their way. Don't worry.
They're on their
Not
way, but
fast
it's
enough.
like
no, people don't die fast enough.
they're sucking up too much oxygen.
People don't die fast enough. People that need to die faster, man. they need to speed that shit up. As brutal as that sounds, we can't.
Gangsta.
We gotta stop. I might be one of them, and I'm fine.
What
with
are
that.
you doing?
Fuck my throat, gangsta.
And I would.
Fuck it.
And I would.
I love Joe Rogan.
And I'd clog it up, and I'd put my fucking fingers in their nose. I'm like,
So
you're gonna. This is it for you. This is it. Looking over, I'm like an anime character. This is it for you.
That's yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah, I like that. That's a good Make-A-Wish one.
Yeah.
Blow up
Kamikaze
Joe Rogan. I like it. Or not kamikaze, but even though that would be funny.
yeah.
A kamikaze in Joe Rogan's studio would be hilarious.
It's a person though. It's some guy.
It's just a person. It's just Bert Kreischer. Somehow he's just.
You got trebuchet at the Joe Rogan offices.
He hung out with a Russian that trebucheted him into a fucking Joe Rogan's house.
There's a clip of
Bert
Kreischer that or just a sound bite that they used to use on the Your Mom's House podcast. And they don't play it anymore, but it was just him laughing in this high like girly falsetto saying, "Oh, I'm a faggot." And it was like,
he said that?
Yes, it's so fucking funny. And they're like, don't play it anymore. I'm like, bro, it's the perfect thing that exists that perfectly encapsulates him of like what I think about him. And if I can find it, I'll serve it to you guys because
I would ask
it's
for,
beautiful.
If I was Big Wish, I would
What would
ask
you do?
for one solid one punch on Charlie Kirk. You gotta let me punch him one time. He can't move. He flinches like to punch him again.
You might break
That's a
your
hate
hand.
crime, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he's gay.
Obviously.
So what? I punch gay people. I punch straight people too.
Yeah.
I'm not punching them because they're gay. I hit them. They are gay, and I hit them, but I'm not punching them because they're gay.
I don't know. I wouldn't open that can of worms. He's clearly gay.
I would just be like, all right. I'm like, stay completely still. And I would try to put if I'm already on my way out.
I really do think that.
I would try to burn the few. You know, like Goku, you was Super Saiyan 3, where
Yeah.
he used all of it. It's just a one crumble.
Yeah. I really do think that, by the way. I think him and Matt Walsh, I think, are genuinely gay.
I think Matt Walsh is undeniably homosexual.
Firmly, Matt Walsh, Charlie Kirk,
Very possible.
he might be bisexual.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Walsh is undoubtedly
yeah.
100%.
It's the beard to me.
It's the
beard.
beard.
The beard gives it away to me because I'm just
It's the way he behaves, man.
way he
It's
behaves.
it's the way he behaves.
It is the way he behaves, but the beard to me is just what is this looks.
That fake groom beard.
Yeah, it's too.
And then Crowder is just duh. Well,
he's openly admitted that he was
so much
doing gay shit in college.
There's
and he
so
dressed
many
up like
of
a
them that
woman
are
all the
just
time.
gay. It's so weird.
I was just talking about that.
Maybe gay people are kind of a problem.
Oh my God.
Imagine organically painting that picture.
I do think it's actually pretty interesting how like the image to some gay people, the spitting image of being masculine is being a conservative cunt. So that's essentially what they're doing to mask their gayness.
Well, conservatism.
Dude, I couldn't get over the whole.
They go hand in hand to a degree.
Well, no, toxic maybe.
Toxic masculinity. Being a real
man, you can be strong. You can also be a provider. You don't like that has nothing to do with being. Religious.
Yeah, whatever. Did you see the game?
Yeah. Well, you see the game, dude. What gave away his gayness like was when he took that picture when he was fishing.
Oh, like, yeah.
Dude, I was like, wow, tackle box is virtually empty. He's wearing these new boots. He looks so fashionably like trying to be like a fisherman. I was like, oh, there it is. I'm glad he finally exposed himself.
It's very obvious, which is like, again, nothing wrong with that. Like, but it's very funny.
There's nothing wrong with being gay, but there's something wrong with him being a gay person.
I think I know what you're saying.
There's a problem with him being a gay person.
Well,
because the fact that he is gay and the way he is a problem.
Right. It's a self contradictory kind of situation.
Yeah,
like people like that deserve the fire.
Anyway, yeah, I would.
Beards, man.
So let's get into. Let's see. The Big Red Dub wrote in. Big Red.
Big Gum.
The Big Red Dub. What is that?
The Big Red Dub? I don't know.
Is that the Dragon Ball dub where like oh my God, where they call Piccolo Big Green or something?
That's just abridged.
No, it's not.
In abridged, they call Dende Little Green, and then
yeah, but that's a reference to that dub.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. There's like I don't think it's like official. Whatever. I don't know. I've heard the Big Red dub before, but I'm blanking on what the context is. Anyway, he says, "What's up, my MGGAs?" I don't know what that means.
Whoa.
Does that mean something?
It sounds cool, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, well.
I have no idea what it means.
It's all capitalized. It looks like an abbreviation for something, but I don't whatever. He says, since there were more people who decided not to vote than voted for either of the candidates, I don't know if that's true.
That's always the case.
I don't know if that's true, though.
Most of the population it never shows up to vote.
Well, no, what is it? It was like 71 million to 75 million, so that's... How many million? That's 100.
We're 300 million, right?
We're more than
but like
we're what, are we like 350 million? I forget where we're at.
The issue is like how many of those people can legally even, you know what I mean? Like how much of the population is children?
He's technically right.
He's right, but also like.
You even look at the numbers.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how much?
I think less people voted this time around. It wasn't as much as we were saying before, though. It were because like,
but those people might have died from COVID.
Oh shit! There's a lot of statistics we actually need to sift through. It still looks like less people voted overall, but
for sure,
it's not nearly as bad as we were even. A lot of us thought, even including myself, because there were still a lot of major cities that have not gotten all their votes in. Like obviously, it was like, oh, electoral colleges, Trump still killed it.
34 million.
334?
Yeah.
But it was still pretty like, oh, a lot of them made the biggest fucking places hadn't have all their votes in. That made it look even worse. The numbers look worse.
Right.
So it wasn't as bad as we thought initially, but still.
I guess my question though is how many people, like, what's the percentage of the people in the country that is even old enough to vote? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think when they're gathering those statistics, I think those statistics are. I think those statistics are part of it, though.
Oh,
I don't think
maybe,
they add in unless you're trying to be stupid, you know, and like just I'm not going to factor that in. Which I know there's people who aren't statisticians. If you're not getting like an official statistic. The statistician factor all that stuff in.
I guess so. Yeah.
I would assume at least, safe assumption, I would assume at least a little over half of the people in the country are capable of voting.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Yeah, there's a lot of old people who are just still clinging on.
Yeah,
just won't leave.
When the next plague happens.
Was there a question?
Yeah, the question is, since there are more people who decided not to vote than voted for either candidate, which Snark Tank original character do you think could win the hearts and minds of the American people in 2028? Could Shirtman lower the price of groceries by absorbing the concept of inflation onto his shirt? Would Ray Siswalt Jr.'s border policy be a hit with Republican voters? What does shit-covered friend Flintstone... I forgot.
Where did that come from? Can you paint that for me again?
Brilliant.
Was that him sitting upside down and shitting all over himself?
Non-stop diarrheaing all over himself.
What is the context of that?
Just gargling.
Why?
I don't
remember. Was it because he would shit in the thing's mouth? He would shit in the bird's mouth as a toilet.
It probably
so he felt
led
bad,
to something
so
like
he would
that.
shit on himself. Or was he like half
Whatever.
asleep?
It was
doesn't matter.
in the ballpark, but I vividly do remember I was at the gym training, listening. One of the first time I've ever listened back because I just didn't. I had my gloves on and a podcast when it finished, it went to our podcast and it upset me on Spotify. It was like, oh, and I was like, no, I don't want to listen to my shit, but like whatever. It got onto that bit. And I was laughing out loud like a maniac. I'm like a maniac laughing out loud because I was like, this is fucking funny.
Like a fucking narcissist laughing
like
at
a
your own
narcissist
stuff.
laughing at my own shit. That's
Fucking
so...
Bill Maher as no, I'm so fucking funny. God,
it was just like the
Now
bit was...
clap.
now...
That's what he always does. I hate that. Like he always does that head tilt.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
now clap.
I just want to mallet his face, dude. Just,
Yeah.
I just want to move through him, and then he disappears. Like this animation.
Yeah, these are good. I forgot about. Yeah, what does shit covered Fred Flintstone think about Medicare for all? The American people need to know. It's a good question.
He definitely.
And somebody else writes in.
He's always sick.
It's getting hot in here, so suck off all your bros. Responded. He says, "Would pizza time make every time pizza time?
It's literally pizza time." He's a sociopath.
Well,
More people are gonna love him.
That's true. In the context of what we look for, I guess, as a country and a modern leader, it would have to be pizza time because he's literally just Norman Osborn, but
more insane.
But
more insane.
Pete Norman, Pete Osborn is a crazy fucking
Osborn.
character.
Yeah. He's got pizza, which that all the
New York is red.
Yeah.
New York is now red because he's a
people who
pizza
love
thief.
New York has been holding on for a while, man. Outside of the city, it's the bear. It's like holding out zombies. It's
but there's
insane.
also but there's a lot of people in this. The city is crazy populated.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it's gonna be hard to dethrone him.
If he runs red, he probably sweeps everything. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Pete Norman, Pete Osborn, red. Who would be
No,
the
no,
blue?
debate
Who would be the blue candidate?
So I actually do like Shirtman. I actually do like Shirtman because I think Shirtman, what he would do is he like, you know what?
I have to think about the board.
This nigga was talking about actually draining the swamp. I'm going to fucking drain the swamp. I'm going to slap all these freaks onto my shirt.
That's right. Yeah,
And what are you gonna do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? I will slap you. Gonna bring the army? I'm gonna slap the army on my fucking shirt. What are you gonna do about it?
Do you understand that perspective
realistically-
affects my power? So if I'm standing very far away from the army, I can grab the whole army and put it on my shirt. You have no clue what I can do.
So for people who might be tuning into this episode out of order, maybe they missed that episode.
Right.
We were riffing at one point. We came up with this. We came up with this character who is able to essentially grab anything that he sees, conceptually or otherwise, slap it onto his shirt, and then it's gone from reality. In this situation,
can you take words off a page and then they're gone?
I mean, they're gone from the page.
But he can take concepts.
It's harder for him to do that though. Like that's a tricky.
It's harder for him to get it.
It's very focused. That's like microscopic surgery.
Yeah, like he needs to be unbothered for days to do something like that. But like even so, he could in a real election where like you just have to appeal to people. I think Pete Norman would take it. But I think Shirtman is so overpowered where he could theoretically like dedicate himself to taking the concept of not voting for him and put it on his shirt.
That is
you know what I mean?
Great. You write the word not voting for Shirtman, and he takes a week to study it, and then he grabs it and puts it on his shirt.
And so now no one will not vote for him.
Look, Shirtman is like if a nuclear bomb was a candidate. Because you probably would support him because it's like if you upset him too much, he might just go off.
He's a good dude though.
You wouldn't even want to not support him though.
Right. Exactly.
Because he would
he's like Bernie-esque about policies, but then he also could be like, "There's war in the Middle East. I could stop the war literally. Like, you know what? Turn on the TV."
Yeah, he just whatever he wants. So
the blockade's gone. It's right here, and it's always making sick ass like every T-shirt by the end is fucking fire.
Yeah,
it's this looks amazing.
It's such a stupid fucking idea.
You want to buy the shirts, but they call like this costs like trillions of dollars.
It would be It's like it's
they would be locked
the entire
away.
World's economy.
They would be locked away in like a government facility somewhere. Because we're like, we don't want anybody to figure out how to get these things out of the shirts. Somehow.
Can we take them off the shirt? And one fucking clearly German scientist like, I'm going to find a way to remove this from the shirt.
German scientist.
I'm going to find a way to.
It's always the German scientist.
I'm going to take back slavery
that came from Argentina, though.
Yeah, an Argentinian German scientist. My favorite.
That's a conversation, bro.
My favorite stereotype really is that German scientist, man.
Yeah,
I understand it. It stems from Nazis being real,
100%.
but it's a fun concept.
There's been often good ones too, man. There's been ones on
Nazis?
our side as well. Well, no, German scientists, chill. Whoa. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by
There have been
that?
good ones, man. Like often
Nazis?
Stop. It's funny because even in freaking Captain America, the guy that helped Captain America get the serum was a German dude.
Kingston,
Seething
do you
Nazi.
really think that movie looks great?
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks cool.
All right.
I think for what it is, it looks cool. I think that it may,
Did you see the poster where Sam Wilson is blocking Red Hulk's fist?
Yeah.
And he's not dead somehow?
I mean, Cap did the same thing.
He's not Cap, though. Did he have a serum?
No, but that's what the
He's
shield
Kingston.
does.
The shield doesn't. No.
Kingston.
Kingston.
No, come on.
I'm not gonna argue with you because you don't know what it does, and you're gonna. I get it. I get it. I still think he should be dead.
I don't want to. I don't want to argue with you at all.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about the audio. I'm gonna make you hold that mic so it never leaves your mouth.
What happened? I didn't even see.
It's just too. See, like you're engaging with him, and then every time you do it, you're like this, and I'm like, you gotta take the mic with you,
I
bro.
gotta get you. Okay,
You got. I was like,
Well, you don't have to take the mic. Like what I do is
Well,
it's kind of hard to
Well,
get
you
used
gotta
to
keep
it.
your mic-
but like
keep
it's
your
almost
mouth
like
by the mic.
The anchor point is kind of like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck it up.
yeah.
That's
It's
what I
okay.
was saying. Back to what I was
You've only
saying.
had 5 years to
There
learn
we
this.
go.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying.
As I say, I'm gonna make you hold the mic at a certain point, so and it can't.
Yo, we should make a helmet. like a soda drink hat kind of thing.
That'd be. I think that'd be hilarious.
duct tape this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You just wrap the cable around my face, and then you just put it on there.
That's fire.
That'd be
though,
fucking
actually.
funny.
I think it's a good idea. I'll draft up a design.
I'll mock up a design for it tonight.
dude.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna buy a football helmet, and then we can use the grill to like hold it. It's gonna work. We got
Stuck in
it.
my
We got it.
face.
We got
Just
it.
the most slapdash fucking thing. Just like literally just squeeze it in through force alone. No fastening.
One of us holds it open and the other person puts the mic in. And we're like, it works. And I was like, I can't put my face in. All right, so take the mic out. We'll take the mic out. We'll put it on your face and then we'll put the mic in. But it'll be in my mouth. We can't do everything.
We're workshop it live. We'll figure it out.
We'll do it live. You don't think it looks good at all, really? I think it looks pretty good.
I don't know, man. I just look at like, okay, there's the Hulk and he's red now. And then there's
I haven't seen it.
Did you see the concept of the movie or did you just see the trailer?
I don't really care about Black Captain
What do you mean
America.
the concept of the movie? What do
You know, did you see what's happening? Like, did you
Black
watch
Captain
the
America, I
trailer?
don't care
I
about
watched the
Black
trailer,
Captain
yeah.
America.
And
He's
you're
black,
just
I don't
like-
care. He's black. I don't care.
Just continuously saying
He's
it.
black.
Just, I don't care. He's black. I don't care. He's black.
He's black.
He's black. He's black.
He's black. I don't care.
Sorry,
The worst part of every character is when they're black.
thought it was Nick Flint's for a second. Sorry, I'm
But,
back.
which
I'm
I
back.
think it looks cool. I think the idea of that, like, cat, like, it's back on the floor. It's like, okay, so what's happening with the world? They want to make Captain America like a proper, like, official, like, status. And they're like, all right, cool. So you got to make a team again. And then during them doing that, they're like,
I honestly haven't seen it, so I don't.
I think it looks cool. It gives off one
It's
of the
like-
soldier vibes. I think it looks really cool.
Harrison Ford is like a red Hulk.
Harrison Ford's in it?
He's Thaddeus now. He's playing Thunderbolt Ross now. Because the guy that played him
Why?
before.
Was he dead? What
Yeah, the guy
happened?
that played him died.
Oh, he
Yeah.
really died?
He died like
Yeah,
2 years ago.
The Hulk killed him.
Finally got him.
I didn't know
for real,
he
he
died.
died.
What the
Yeah,
fuck? I didn't know he
passed
died.
away.
He died years ago.
He died like
He died like in 1996.
Damn, I'm
He
not
died-
sure how he ended up in
All-
Incredible Hulk.
all
then.
jokes- all jokes aside,
They filmed it a long time ago. It's a lot of old footage.
Damn, I would be
Yeah.
so impressed. I think.
Yeah, that's actually just footage of him at various like galas that they just kind of like.
Oh, and they
Yeah.
stitched it. Wow, it's kind of like a Gladiator where that one guy died and nobody
and
knows.
they CG'd him in.
Which that was the best CG I've ever seen in my
Oh,
fucking
it's
life.
amazing.
Because
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like,
CG. It is unfortunate how good CG used to be.
yeah.
Like,
was it way better before?
Well,
Yeah.
if they, like, it seems like they were able to do a fantastic job because my eyes, I don't know. I'm like, are you sure? Are they lying to me? Because he looks
well,
good.
dude, even in the early Marvel movies, like fucking Iron Man 1 looks great still. Like, and the thing is, like, I think what really, I mean, this isn't necessarily that unique of a fucking perspective. I've seen this elsewhere, but like, I think the idea is that there used to be the amount of CG in the movie industry overall has skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like, it's more in use than it used to be. And so, like, now, like, they're kind of like spread thin. There's like there's less time that they have because things are more like, get this fucking out now. You know, we don't have time to spend polishing it.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, you look at fucking... You look at Davy Jones and it's staggering.
Right.
It looks fucking amazing. And it's because, like,
Looked very good.
There was only like maybe like a handful of CG studios at the time, and that was probably like the only movie at the time using CG to that effect anyway.
Yeah.
And they used to be like, well, we actually care about how good this looks. So like, if it's not ready, just push it back. You know what I mean? That's how it used to be. But now it's like, there's only like 5 studios working on everything. And then they're like, oh, we got to finish the Smurfs. We got to finish fucking 8 Marvel movies. We got to finish this. We got a deadline. Just fucking whatever. It looks fine. And then you end up with Black Panther looking like a fucking PS2 game.
Yeah. Which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal that shit made over $1 billion. And they spent $3 on the CGI.
Well, that's what the message sends, right? It's like, oh, we could just make $1 billion, not really caring. So, like, why the fuck would we?
1,000%.
It's real.
I think that's really unfortunate. I think, but aside from the movie, I think it's just like, I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think the concept looks pretty interesting.
Is there a Red Hulk, like, in comics?
Yeah.
Thaddeus Ross.
Why?
After it's a long thing. The guy that was Thunderbolt Ross was the father of Betty Ross. Hulk's love.
His first name is Thunderbolt?
This Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. He was in the military.
Betty.
Chill out. But
come on, you guys saw Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Betty. And I was like,
I forgot that.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
That's the one with the stupid transitions the whole time, right?
Yes.
I hated that movie.
Yes, it's that one.
I hated it.
So what happened is that he's Betty. What happened is when Bruce Banner first did the experiment, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
He first did the experiment. They were trying to use gamma radiation to create bombs, of course, because it's white men in America in the fucking 60s. So they were trying to create explosives.
Yeah.
He was the one that was kind of foreseeing the situation that would happen with Hulk. Everything blew up. He had his life purpose to go find and acquire, like, kidnap Hulk, make him a weapon or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. After that, years later happened. Captain America dies in a Civil War event. He gets shot. And what happened is that Thaddeus Ross goes to like a really serious, like, conscious of self, where he's like, I gotta figure out the greatest American patriot of all time fell trying to do some wild shit.
In a pussy ass way too.
Just get shot in the gut.
I mean, come on, that's some pussy shit. You're all like, ooh, ouch, and then he just.
Well, he got shot in the gut by what you call. He got winged. He got winged by crossbones, and then in a commotion, what you got shot in the gut 3 times.
The idea, I'm just like, all right, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to get into that.
I like that he died. The way he died was just like, how are they going to kill him? After all the shit that was going on, the motherfucker was just like, not.
I think that was the idea they were trying to go for. I didn't particularly love it. I also didn't like how I didn't like the promos that people were trying to people were trying to act like this was so devastating in a way that, like, they try to bring it was this happened in the comics, but they were trying to bring it into, I mean this, you would go to, like, there'd be like almost memorials. Like, in real life.
For Captain America?
Yeah. I remember it. It was in Brooklyn, the Brooklyn statue of Captain America. It was like people were talking about it.
I don't remember this at all.
And I was like, shut the fuck up.
You didn't follow it. Why would you?
No, but that's what I mean. Yeah. It wasn't that. It was big for comics, but, like, I don't think
to me, what annoyed me was, like,
Superman died in the comics too.
He's not gonna not. When Batman died, I was like, he's not. I was like, guys, I understand what they're doing.
That was past the buck though. When Batman died, it was already past the buck.
But what I mean is, if you're a comic book enjoyer, you know what this is, and the way it was brilliant marketing. Let me say that it was brilliant marketing. But as a consumer, I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
I was like, this is. At that time, I was younger, so I was like, "Is this fucking serious?" But then I also remembered, Superman came back to life, right?
Fucking everyone does, because they're not going to lose their cash cows.
The only person that doesn't come back to life is Uncle Ben. That's the only.
I know.
Uncle Ben is not a cash cow.
I've seen him back alive in some context.
If Uncle Ben was
and the main Uncle Ben
came back in Spider-Man the animated series.
Okay, here we go. Of the Adventures of Uncle Ben, let's write it.
Huh?
The Adventures of Uncle Ben?
Yeah, The Adventures of Uncle Ben. We're gonna write him. We're gonna bring him and make him a mainstay comic book character.
Let's do
Are
it.
we gonna bring him back, like, or is gonna make a comic book about Uncle Ben?
We're both.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Because I do like the idea of Uncle Ben having his own comic and it being a regular person's life. Like, it's like Spider-Man without any of the superpowered parts. It's just like a guy.
Fucking Aunt May. What else does he do?
Fucking Aunt May, this fucking random kid coming into his life eventually down the line.
Yeah,
he's like,
this little fucking shit. I can't fuck my wife as much as I want to now.
I can't raw dog my wife in the middle of the fucking living room, have her pussy juice flying over the place because it's this kid lives with us now. It was fucking, the house would be a mess. It'd be a fucking mess. And they would just clean it up. They would just very happily, silently clean it up afterwards.
Damn, changed his entire life.
And now he's like, oh man. Then he meets a kid, he's like, he's kind of cool.
He's all right, man.
He's actually a pretty cool kid.
You know,
he's got a good heart with him, you know. He's got a good little mind with him.
He's all right. He's going to be a good...
I don't know why we dress him like that, but...
I don't know.
Jelkel Queer Solid.
That was a lot.
Jelkel? I know what jelking is.
JEL.
Is that what it's supposed to be like?
QAL.
Oh, I don't know.
Jelkel Queer Solid wrote, and he says, hello, Shark Tank. Sub to the Patreon for the first time to clear Sweeney's name.
Oh, whoa, what? I want to hear this.
Curious, yeah. A few months ago, Sweeney was gaslit and ostracized for allegedly making up a shitty theme park with a green dragon. I'm here to say it is not a Caribbean thing. Playland is an old as fuck theme park, like 20 minutes from Yonkers. Its mascot is a green dragon, and the park gets shittier and shittier each summer it reopens. Does Derek have any oddities like Playland from the states that he lived in? Also, Westchester isn't upstate. Well, nobody said Westchester's upstate. But he says anything under Bear Mountain Bridge is in upstate. Where's the Bear Mountain Bridge? I don't even know where. Really?
Yeah, Bear Mountain Bridge is in Peekskill.
People would argue that even further. Like, people would argue upstate ends where the metro ends. Or begins where the metro ends. If you can get there from a train if you can get to the city from train, you're not upstate. Is what a lot of people say.
But you can.
But anyway.
That's upstate to me, bro.
But so I know what you're talking about here. I understand this dragon coaster, right? This like little dinky fucking thing. It's like a children's ride, and it's like themed after a dragon, and it goes up and then flat and then turns around and then it goes up and then like it's a really shitty thing. But I've seen that elsewhere, like in places other than Playland. That's like a generic children's roller coaster that I guess was like sold to various theme parks.
I feel like there's so few roller coaster designs in actuality, unless you're at Six Flags. It's like Six Flags patented their roller coaster designs.
I've still never been to a Six Flags.
Really? Never?
Never, no.
No way.
I swear, I'm not remotely kidding.
Are you into like big roller coasters?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I was going to say,
what the
that's
fuck
where
are
you should go then. If
I don't know.
that's where you're into. I'm not.
Well, first of all,
I've never read a comic book in my life. You like superheroes? In fact, I adore them. It's like, what are you talking? Like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, a comic book is significantly more accessible to a child than a trip to Six Flags.
Yes, but you're like not a child anymore. You're a grown ass
right? But like at this point, it's like I've gone this long. Why go?
Because you enjoy.
What's a weird? I mean, look.
Why at this point? Like clearly, I don't need it.
Well, it's not about need. It's I mean, if you don't want to go, then that's fair.
You literally you like them.
I like them, but not enough to just go by myself to Six Flags, spend like however much money
You don't have
on
to
like
go
a fast pass that's gonna like get me through all the parts that I hate about those places. It's I don't know.
I guess I've been like Six Flags like 3 times, and every time I go, I'm like, oh, this is less cool. But I've already done all the rides. I mean, like I've done the El Toro. That shit terrified me because it stopped in the middle of the ride, and I was like, oh, this is just not cool.
Yeah, I like a good roller coaster. I like. I've been to a few places, just not the big places, not Six Flags. I've always wanted to do like the King to Ka or whatever the hell.
It's cool.
Because that was like, I don't know if that's even still around anymore.
I don't even know what that is.
That was like the tallest roller coaster in the world at a certain point.
Oh,
where it just brought you really high up and then killed you.
It was like
it's just some fucking.
It was like it went like
some
80
sideways
miles.
fucking guillotine.
Yeah,
passed through.
That's crazy. Seeing that and you duck. You're just like
just kind of shaves you a little bit. Oh,
your
fuck.
whole scalp is dripping.
Oh shit, that was close.
Yeah,
people die. Well, no. Well,
That's
no.
the
The
thing,
Superman
too.
people die one. The one Superman ride in fucking Jersey. People lost their legs like more than once. And I saw the point where it happens, and I'm like, why is that? Because there's a point where it dips down, and there's a gate. Like, maybe
you
like...
said more than once. It's crazy.
Yeah, more than once. It's crazy. It's,
like, you think it would be a...
Imagine getting your legs ripped off a fucking roller coaster.
but I see the point where it happened. It'd be like a beam above a gate. And I see that point, and I see it, and I'm like... That should not be there.
Why are you doing like why? It's so crazy that like because most people you see they lose their legs, right? And you assume like, oh, it must have been like a war.
Tragic.
Yeah.
And so imagine having to be that guy who's got prosthetic legs or you're like in a wheelchair and you have to explain to people that I lost it on fucking King Dakar. I lost my legs at Six Flags. Because I stood up. I did a handstand on the fucking...
That's so frustrating.
You just that idea of somebody just standing straight up on a roller coaster.
At least I can't feel bad for those people. Fuck them. But like, I can't remember. I don't know if I made this up.
Yeah, I lost my torso on that roller coaster.
You don't. They don't
How the fuck are you alive?
The Superman one.
They found it, thankfully.
Oh, and then they just grafted all of your
like
limbs back to it.
You sit down on like this fucking like little prod thing, and then it latches over you. But you're pretty much standing up, but dangling. Your legs are dangling.
Yeah. You can fall through that really easily. I don't understand how that's legal.
I don't think you fall through it because you sit
Dude, the
down.
last standing roller coaster that I went on, I swear to God, I felt like if I let go, I would fall through and die. Like there was just nothing below, and I could tell it's like this is crazy.
Yeah,
because the one I'm talking about, you sat on like a little thing, like a little like.
Yeah, it's like a little like a scoop chair.
A little scoop chair. You sit on it, and then you like it puts down on you. And I went on a ride once, and I was like, no more, and I just didn't go on it again. I was like,
I think Six Flags. My cousin was on I think the ride Boomerang, which just goes and reverses and stuff like that, shit like that. And her latch thing just came up. So then my other cousin was holding it down with her, and I'm like, yo, I'm not a fan of...
You were laughing. You were like, yo, that's gonna be lit.
You dumb bitch.
You're gonna die. See ya. You start laughing and pointing.
I really don't understand how that shit doesn't happen more, especially at like the rides at like a county fair.
Oh, that never
go.
No, they do. They do.
There's enough. There's a decent amount of footage of people
just don't die all the time, but they fuck up
For the life of me, I don't understand why people go on those rides, on the county fair rides, or like say we have there's a strawberry festival, there's a corn festival, all of those things.
Pussy festival.
I would go to that. Fucking.
I would not go to that.
Always go to
That's just the
festival.
Renaissance Fair, by the way.
Oh.
I need to go to the Renaissance Fair.
You never been to one?
No. Most of my friends aren't that fucking retarded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not like you enjoyed it, man. You fucking fell your ass asleep at the last one.
The last one, yeah.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny as fuck.
I went to maybe 2 or 3 of them. I
need to go.
They're really white.
I just go to Medieval Times.
They're really white, and I'm like, all right, I need a...
I've only been to Medieval Times. It's the closest thing I've done.
I went there once. It was... so I went there once as an adult, and I went there once as a kid.
Look, man, they used to have this fire...
I got my lesson in the bathroom in Medieval Times.
It's crazy. By night, he walked in. He said, "Verily," and he fucking took my pants off instead of fucking me.
He said, "Verily,
verily."
Just pants, dude.
Hold my young pants down and fuck me.
That is verily true.
It's part of the show. He was in character. He was the villain. Last time I went, we got
there was when I went out there, it was crazy. He didn't show up at all. It was a random night.
Random night. Some pervert that's just dressing up as one of the guys.
Devious work.
That's kind of.
I want to go to a Horror Nights just as a fucking random person there and then just do a bunch of fuck shit.
How many people do that? It's got to be a lot, right?
Halloween Horror Nights?
Like if you do anything like that, Not Scary Farm, Universal Scary Wood. I don't know what it's called.
It's Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, that's what that is. That's
Universal Scary Wood.
I told you what it was.
Universal Scary Wood is crazy. He didn't draw the line between the two places. That's
Wait, hold on. Universal Scary Night is it?
What did I say? No, I think I said Scary Wood.
Well, I mean, a Halloween Horror Nights isn't necessarily indicative of Universal.
Yeah, that's exactly why
you kind of have to know that. Like the only reason I know is because we have friends who work there.
It's funny that I didn't recognize that because JoJo went literally like a week or 2 ago with her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Her best friend came over. Yeah, so I don't remember. That information didn't stay in my head at all. Oh, I wanted to. So guys, anyone listening right now, I'm too lazy to look this up, but I have a memory of Tomorrowland when it was built. So, when I was a kid, there was these this like ride. It's like a merry-go-round. It's like
With
these
ships?
rocket rod.
Yeah.
And there's these balls in the center of it.
Yeah, and they like twirl.
One of those balls, if I remember correctly, fell off and broke some dude's jaw. If you find that, please write into that because I'm not gonna look it up. But I have a memory of that happening.
Right? You guys know about the Toontown incident, right?
Toontown? Is
It's something I got molested, right?
No.
It sounds like the place that would happen.
It's that fucking big fight that turned into like a roving boss fight.
What are you
where
talking
it was
about?
a bunch of niggas. It was niggas, unfortunately.
Where?
In Toontown. The Toontown
Did somebody
incident.
record it?
Toontown isn't a real place, though.
No, the Toontown in Disney. The Disney's Toon.
Disneyland's
I've
Toontown?
never been to Disney. I don't know.
You've never been to Disneyland?
No.
It is called Toontown, right?
I imagine so. Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's like a roving boss
I
fight.
thought Toontown was like the video game.
Yeah, but like that's what it's based off of, pretty much.
If it is, if it's not, I don't know. But I know what he's talking about.
One is based off the other, for sure.
I haven't been I went to Disney World when I was like 6.
Well, yeah, so that's
happened, like my last memory of
Disney. It was like
Disney.
a roving boss fight there. It was insane.
Cool.
You haven't since you've lived here, you've had no
Inclination?
to at least experiment it?
No.
Experience it?
No, not really. I mean, it's expensive, and I don't care about Disney.
Well, see, you look at the last 2 times I went was subscribers. They got me in.
Oh, well, that's what happened with me at Universal when I went to Universal the first time. My dad, I brought my parents there, and he was wearing like my logo shirt to embarrass me. And then like somebody in line was like, "Hey, Chris," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And it was like, "You want to be?" And they bumped me up to VIP for free.
Oh, it's sick.
Which is cool. Which is sick.
So,
but
I mean,
like,
you can do
I don't
that,
know.
like, because that's what I was gonna do for Disneyland this time around. But I got sick when JoJo fucking gave me something. I was like, thanks.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
I never got fucking
two different people. They're like, oh yeah, I work at Disney, and one of them, she was I've never heard Disney does some like intern thing like that. Like I don't even understand this, but it's like you work at Disney. They pay for your education or something. I didn't understand what the fuck she was doing. She was doing something like that, and I was like,
That's kind of wild.
It was crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a ransom.
One of our
somewhat.
One of our good friends is what you call it? Their partner works there. One of our good friends. So
Great. Who
I
cares?
haven't been there in a while, but I don't
Get us in. Tell them to.
You know them. I'm not gonna say it out loud here, but you know them too.
Okay, then I guess I'll harass them too because I know JoJo's got at least experience it once, and she's gonna be like, "This is gay," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm glad you think so." Because
she did. She tried it once. And she was like,
no, she hasn't done it yet, and I want to just show her it so then she
Right.
can experience how like she doesn't want to do it anymore because it's one of
You
those.
want to go there and ruin her time, basically.
Yes.
To create an associative memory of like Disney and a terrible time.
I just know she's not gonna like she'll like it around this time. If she goes any other time because she's super
going to the summer is the worst. Like don't
Never.
go to during this. Like I don't know why people like. I get why people do it because everyone's able to do it then, but like.
Wow, so you do get it.
I mean, yes, I never said I didn't
if you're
get
a
it.
local and you
I
go
never
in
said I
summer-
didn't get it.
if you're a local and you go during summer, you're something's wrong with you, right?
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
bad.
You should be
It's like
excommunicated and killed.
I actually
Yeah, Lily.
fully
Yeah, Lily. Yeah, Lily. Yeah,
fully,
yeah, Lily. Yeah.
no.
She loves going during the summer. That's when, but that granted, that's when her family is available to all do it because there's no school and all that bullshit. And I'm like,
That's it makes me
I feel like the best time to go would be when your family is too busy to go with you.
hell yeah.
I literally said to I'm not rooting for him ever. I was like, I will never go to a theme park with all of you guys again. I said I will never do that again.
Oh, a family amusement park
It
was
was
terrible.
the worst experience I've ever had at a theme park in my life, and I got lost at Disney World when I was a kid. And I remember being scared of that, and then this was way worse.
I remember getting lost at the Museum of Natural History like 6 times.
Yeah, and he had some like some wizard guy like go verily and he like pants you in the center.
And then
Underneath the
Then
dinosaur.
this guy, this is a fucking Neanderthal. Then it was a Neanderthal this time. So it was like, verily again. And I was like, oh, you, man. He was like, yeah, it's me. You know what to do. And he turned you around.
Yeah.
He turned me right around. He did what he had to do.
It was right in the caveman exhibit, and the caveman came out and he said, "Verily."
The fucking club and everything, verily.
No,
He dunked me on the club. He dunked me on the club one time, and he fucking sodomized me. That's fucking
that's crazy.
disgusting.
Hey, I mean, I'm just retelling what you've told us many
That's
times.
true. Yeah. The
Imagine this being real and like he really meant it to you about something that serious, and then your cunt ass. I brought it up first. Actually, I'm the one that sounded, but like you're the one that's like, yeah, it happened again. Didn't remember what happened again. You told me that,
Again in the
and he's
museum?
like, yeah, it did.
Imagine being that unlucky, dude. Just
It happened to multiple.
you keep
but
getting
don't,
molested.
you don't go to like
amusement parks and museums.
What do they have in common? What would be the through line where you could try to avoid both of them as like not going to like, I don't know.
Just major attractions, I guess.
Don't go to fun places.
Don't go to places that enrich you.
You go to
Only go to Chili's, basically.
Yeah, just go to Chili's, you'll be totally fine.
Go to Chili's or Applebee's, and that's it. That's
the guys will look at you like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Even Chili's might be too enriching.
Yeah.
You're in the bathroom and Chili's, some guy walks in. Barely. Like, wow. Even.
Why is everybody saying it's like a calling card for like a group of like fucking
you give off that
sentence.
you give off the sentence you at that moment, dude. At that moment, they're just attracted to you, man.
Oh man,
Yeah,
what the fuck are we even talking about?
I don't know.
It is just you crying for that.
That is great.
Let's get one more question, I guess.
Verily. Let's get this over with.
You're like, all right, whatever, man. Ready, you want me?
Jesus Christ. God, some of these are long. I never know what to...
'Tis the seasons of the day, Snark fellows. On once yonder, verily.
He hisses. In the fucking...
This one guy. I've always, to me, if you're gonna be like a predator or like some freak, you
play up the bit.
Yeah, like aren't you like you know, get all crazy and shit. Get crazy with it.
He wants animated predators.
Like if you're already gonna be a deviant, you might as well go
be
all
memorable.
the way with it.
You might as well give me some enjoyment out of you being a predator. You know, might as well fucking be funny at least.
You know, practice some jujitsu on me too while you're about to do. You know, like do something.
Well, this is relevant. I know you guys wanted to talk about this, and somebody asked about it. So, Mushroom Magistrate wrote in. He says, "Hola, we PS Move and Xbox Connect.
Whoa,
Dragon Age has been a topic recently for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I was wondering on how y'all felt about each installment, since it's kind of refreshing hearing the thoughts of longtime fans, especially 2 and Inquisition." So yeah, I mean, you guys mentioned Dragon Age. We bring up Dragon Age every single episode at this point, but you guys have actually played it.
More
than you have previous
16
episodes.
16 or 17 hours in right now.
Where are you at?
I'm about 4 hours.
3-4?
Oh,
okay. So that's
I just met the Canary girl. The non-binary Canary character.
How many hours are you in?
Like 4 or 5? 3, 4? 3, 4?
That I have not met her.
You haven't met her yet, really?
Did I miss her?
I'm pretty sure the mission already happens. When
No,
you didn't do.
Are you sure you're like way further in? Okay, I'm 17 hours in. I literally just met black dude with a griffin.
Okay, one of the people had less. Okay,
so I met him.
No, I'm not there. Am I crazy?
Maybe.
yeah. Well, clearly, but
I have to be crazy. I
haven't met her unless
you check his time. It's 15 days.
I got it 3 days ago.
No, I'm sure because like I hate the hand holding of the quest on this because there's no mystery. And say for example, like when I started the new quest of, if you know, well, first of all, like say if you saw the trailers, maybe there'd be a little bit of a mystery. If you didn't see the trailers, maybe there'd be a little bit of a mystery of which characters you're going to meet or whatever. But then right before you start the quest, it's like you can only take one party member with you because you're about to meet, and it just shows a silhouette of who you're about to meet. And I'm like, why is that? Why are you? That's a weird thing to do.
That's
like,
weird.
It's like you're about to. So I was like, I'm always taking Harding because I'm like I'm not gonna take any other. I'm gonna take some stacked like fucking.
One of your companions is about to die.
I mean, it's a little weird than doing that. And I was like, oh,
does Harding heal?
Is she a healer?
No, sir, like her face heal, like the scars she gets.
Oh, so you took her too, to do the thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that was interesting. So you have a small little choice, and I'm gonna try it the next time around because I'm going to the next playthrough. Whenever I get through it, I'm gonna just blaze through it. I'm gonna use a trainer to just blaze through it because I just want to.
You have it on PC, okay? I have it on console.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use a trainer to blaze through it because I just want to see some of the differences and choices. I know I can look it up, but I just never do that.
So you're gonna choose.
It's
Nev
just more
instead?
of a.
You're gonna choose Nev the second time.
Yeah, I want to see what happens, see how fucked up she is, and all that stuff. But anyway, from where I'm at right now in the game, 16, 17 hours in, I gotta say I am so ridiculously underwhelmed in a way that I was surprised by this. by this many hours, I feel like something big, another big thing should have happened. There was the initial big thing for me, at least, where you encounter Solace and then Varric gets hurt. This is spoilers, obviously, whatever. That was a big thing, which felt kind of big, and I was like, that felt important. Everything else I've done since then has felt so unimportant to me. Even when I've gotten some new people on my team. Even when I got like who I actually like that the Antivan Crow guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, Crow. Yeah,
I like that guy.
Assassin, the demon of what you call.
Yeah, the demon of whatever. I like that guy, but even getting him felt so basic. It felt like empty. I was doing a side mission and like a side quest. Like in a way, this was a big main part of the story quest and getting a new person in your party, and it felt so. I was like, I barely did anything. Even whooping people's asses to escape, I was like, it didn't feel like there's any stakes. It felt just very matter of fact. I whooped everyone's ass.
It doesn't feel like it doesn't. Okay, so if he asked the question, I'll give him the answer for the question.
Yeah.
So, Dragon Age 1 felt like a very grounded, relatively magical experience where there was a lot of human interaction alongside the fantastical nature of things. The world was really unique, and the races were what they are. Elves are elves in pretty much everything. It's one of elf things were flipped, but elves were kind of going through a really bad experience. And the Grey Wardens were pretty much the Witchers of the world. They were very cool. The idea of them, I think they were insane though. Very insane. Because in the beginning of fucking Dragon Age 1, a guy doesn't want to become a Grey Warden, and they're like, all right, and they kill him. And they murder him. He gets murdered in like 2 frames after.
Yeah, you can't back out of it.
He's like, oh, you can't back out of this. And it's like, The fact that your character, your Rook, could be a Grey Warden, which I chose, and it's like, you're so fucking, how are you a Grey Warden? They wouldn't let you leave. They wouldn't just let you leave. That wouldn't be a thing. They wouldn't just be like, oh, you can go do some other thing. They'd be like, no, you are a valuable asset against the Blight. We have to keep you in our reaches.
The way that it felt, I don't feel like a Grey Warden at all.
You don't have any of the powers of it. You're just a fucking.
The connection to the Blight is there. However, it doesn't feel any different. And I know, like, say if I chose something else, it wouldn't feel any different, which annoys me.
You just do more damage to Darkspawn. That's it. There
is the buff, but there's just like in the dialogue so far, it has been so fucking like it doesn't even matter. Like say right before I meet the other Grey Warden with the Griffin, I just had one conversation with them and I turned it off because I was getting tired. You meet 2 other Grey Wardens before which I saw them in someone else's playthrough. I had no idea they were Grey Wardens. And what I mean by that, there was nothing about them that gave off any vibe. Unlike all the other games, all the Grey Wardens have a specific vibe about them, and they wear a specific type of armor, or there's something, and it's not always the case, right? Your main character, you can wear whatever the fuck you want to be a Grey Warden in the first one. But if you encounter Grey Wardens, if you encounter Grey Wardens in 2, if you encounter them in Inquisition.
Grey Wardens they're like quite, and I said, but they're quite literally the Witchers. Like there's a way they handle themselves, and they carry themselves that is
and they're
very
kind of
much
like they're somewhat almost like Templars.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're like paladins. They're like the people that are like, oh, I'm gonna take this bad thing inside of me to be able to deal with this bad thing.
And the way that they carry themselves, though, like they all kind of, when you see a Grey Warden, you know it's a Grey Warden. In this, so the guy that you get in your party, okay, I can tell he's a Grey Warden by how he's dressed. Mm-hmm. The head Grey Warden who I run into is a massive cunt. Who like I'm just annoyed that I want to flame him.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, so you need to like. There's another thing that I want to mention. If anybody's played Veilguard, and so I think I've met 3 people from the old games so far, and each one has just been the most underwhelming thing.
I met, so it's Morgan, obviously.
So you met Morgan because you met her class. So yeah, and then there's one more that you're not going to meet yet. You're going to meet him later.
And there's Varys, of course. He's there.
Right. He was already there. But what I mean
there's
is
Nev as well. Nev was in a previous game as well, wasn't she? She was in Inquisition, if I'm mistaken.
No,
Nev was in Inquisition.
Nev's a completely new character.
She is.
Yeah. Who's
the Shadow Dragon? You knew a Shadow Dragon in Inquisition, right? Wasn't there one? The
only people there was Dorian, Dorian is
that was the dragon, right?
Yes, Dorian is the only one that's from Tevinter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's the only character. It was like, so it was kind of cool to finally have an Italian person on your team, and he's gay. He's gay as shit. No, but he's a great character. Dorian's actually an Inquisition, probably my second favorite new character that they introduced. Dorian's very smug, very matter of fact, and his side quests are actually really good in Inquisition. I really like the diverse characters that they introduced were actually really good in Inquisition. The black chick, I can't remember her name right now, like Vivian or something like that.
Assassin?
No, she was just like she just had like a high place in Orlais.
That's all she was?
Huh?
She was a team member? She was a party member?
Yeah, Vivian. I think her name was Vivian. She was a mage.
She was a mage?
Yeah. And you couldn't bang her because her main side quest had to do with her husband. She's a very good character, but it annoyed me that I couldn't bang her because she was bald, she's shaved, sexy, dark skinned black woman, and I was like, why can't I smash? I was like, oh, because she's in love with her husband.
Yeah,
bitch, stupid bitch.
Stop making games where I can't fuck everybody in my party.
Yeah, I want everyone to be player sexual always. Always.
Yeah,
I don't like this realistic shit where it's like, oh, here's a married woman. I'm like, I don't care.
Also, we need more.
I don't care.
So what? I'll fuck her husband too. Fuck
I'll fuck the husband to get to her.
Exactly. I'll fuck my way through the village. But also we need a war dog back. That is a thing that we need so badly.
Thank you, dude.
It's insane.
The Mambaris, right? The war dog. I talk about this all the time. I would always take him with me because in my opinion, he was the best tank in the game.
He took damage like a beast.
He was a great tank, and he was also a good boy. Like he just.
Dogs are the best companions.
They're so good,
and they don't care. They don't give a shit.
They don't judge you. They just help me kill. They just help me kill.
Dude, even just like because I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5 Pro now that there's no compromise for the performance mode, and I'm jumping back into it. And I had a conversation, like Tifa asked me something about like, what do I want to eat?
Oh, morality. And then Red?
Huh?
And then Red was like,
what happened?
No, and I don't know. It was something like the choices were like soup or like a pot roast or something. And I said, I don't know, fucking soup. And she goes like, and then my relationship with her changed. She like, it was like negative. I'm like, fuck you.
Because of soup?
What does that even mean? Shut the fuck. It's so dumb.
I don't even remember.
Like I hate, fuck
Look,
this.
man.
Like give me a dog who doesn't care. Like that's how I am in Fallout also. Like I never. Anytime people complain about companions in a game like that, I don't get it because like I don't know why you would even want to go through a game with like that with companions at all.
It's fun for me,
yeah,
but little things like that annoy.
It takes me out of it because I just know it's so arbitrary. It would be one thing if you didn't tell me. Like I would rather almost not know. But the fact that the game is like, by the way, like
look, I'm being honest. I actually like that. It just annoys me when it's something that I feel like this shouldn't have happened. This should not have made. My choice should not have made this person dislike me. This is kind of crazy.
Right.
And one thing to your point, your war dog in the first one, his level, the level of companionship and is always maxed out. There's nothing you can do. That's why I love that. Because you can make people hate you to the point where they'll leave your party.
Right.
And it's kind of cool. I like this. One thing I'll give Veilguard a little bit of props is that they brought back gifts. Because they took gifts out of they used to be able to give people gifts to strengthen the loyalty and likability. Just gifts. Like you buy regular stuff
like
on a
low
market.
resolution looping video.
No, those are GIFs, sir.
Is that real?
I would never pronounce it that way though. But it's really supposed to be called GIF, so I'll never do that ever.
I'm never doing
ever.
that.
The person that coined it said that it's supposed to be GIF, and I was like, I don't care.
The person that coined it is wrong.
Yeah, that's. But the giving people valuable gifts, it was in the first one, and which I like that you can do it again now, which is cool. Little thing that they brought back, but there's so many things. This is what's fucked up about Veilguard. A lot of ideas that they borrowed. A lot of ideas that they got from this game, they actually borrowed from Assassin's Creed, their new line of games. What was the Egypt one and Odyssey?
Oh yeah,
so Origins. Odyssey is a better game than Veilguard so far. I've played it in 17 hours. The amount of gear and things that were available in Odyssey, it's just a lesser version of Veilguard. How you can change your gear and make it however you want at any point in time. You can do that in Veilguard, but just lesser because it's just one piece of armor and it counts for everything. Why the fuck can I diversify stuff? Like, I can't diversify my gauntlets, my shoes, and all that. Like, you can do that in Odyssey. And they just lazily, it's like, here's one thing, and it's an entire set. And so you don't have boots, you don't have, and I was like, it's just a helmet and an entire set. I was like, that's so lazy. That is so lazy. Even a game like Odyssey, which I'm telling you, not the greatest RPG ever to exist, but doing things well enough to be enjoyable all the way through.
Yeah.
And Veilguard is failing. Even in, like, say, what do you call about it? Inquisition. You're able to craft gear and craft your gauntlets, craft boots. You were able to diversify your stuff so you can look as gross as you wanted to, for example. Wear stuff that does not match at all.
Yeah.
But I do like the thing that you can aesthetically wear what you want and it doesn't affect your
like transmog.
Yeah, that needs to be in more games.
I like that. Yeah.
Transmog is good.
I've always liked that. So that's cool, but also lack of diversity. Obviously, the character, dude, there's a guy. Oh my God. You're going to see this one guy that, who is literally, remember when Jake from Skill Up made fucking that Shrek joke? You remember that video?
Oh yeah.
There's a guy that I fought and
Jake from Skill Up?
you know Skill Up? His name's Jake, right?
No, his name's Ralph. His name's Ralph.
Are you
Yeah.
what the fuck?
You're talking about Jake Baldino from Game Ranks or whatever, Before You Buy, that guy?
I might be I'm mixing names up. But I meant Ralph.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, too many white people.
No, they just confused me. All right, yeah, Skill Up.
Skill Up. It was. I'm pretty sure he said it. He was the one that made the.
He did the Shrek thing.
Okay. So he made the Shrek joke, and I was like, oh, that's funny. There's a guy that you fight. There's this like mage dude who's all super evil, maniacal that you fight, and I was so mad that I killed because you can ring out people. Yeah, you can ring out bosses. I didn't even know that.
Wait, what?
So I stomped this guy off the platform, and it cut the battle short. And I was like, oh, it actually really disappointed me because I was like, oh, this is gonna be a cool fight. And then I ringed him out, and then it got cut short. And I was like, oh, I thought they would like make sure that couldn't happen. Like maybe he would just teleport, like he would keep fighting.
How easy was it to do?
It was too easy. He just because this guy already does do some type of teleporting thing, and then I stomped him off of the platform. I didn't stomp him. I did a different move, like when it doesn't matter.
You got him off
it doesn't
the
matter.
platform,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. I got him off the platform. The way that this guy looks compared to the other people, I was like, I kid you not. When you see it, you're going to know who I'm talking about. Cause I was like, oh, this is actually a Pixar character. The way that he looks, and that is probably my biggest
Fucking
criticism of the
Megamind.
game. No one looks consistent. Like even like the options that you have with your create a character, you could fucking make your
My
character
look
look like
bad. My hair looks pretty
but
good,
see,
actually.
You can actually make them look decent enough to where they like they borrowed a lot from the 2K. If you ever created a character in 2K, they borrowed because like 2K's hair has always looked decent. When I would be like, wow, comparatively to other RPGs, 2K's hair system is actually pretty decent. I think they just expounded off of that. Even the way that some of the characters look, my person looks like he's in a 2K game. And, but then I'm looking at that fucking weird mage guy and I was like, he's completely cartoonish. The necromancer looks like a complete fucking cartoon.
What do you think about the characters in It's a Party?
So I hate the Belle chick, whatever, the Asian. She's like, Disney's Frozen to me. How she always speaks. Like she's just, the only time I ever liked her.
She's like a Knack character. She's like a character from Knack, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
Like
What? Like a PS4 game?
Yeah, like one of the people, the humans.
No,
from
she doesn't. I've seen I know what you're talking about. No, that's a stretch.
I think
Well,
she does. I'm not discrediting.
Knack
like,
looks crazy.
I'm not. No, I'm saying not like a Knack character. Like just a human from Knack.
The way that she behaves, right? Or do you mean how she looks?
She looks like
To me, I don't like the way she looks. I don't like her face is way too like wide and scrunched up.
She looks sort of like that. I mean, that's serious, man.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Let me see, because I don't remember.
So it's a low resolution image, but like
Sort of like that.
I don't remember what the humans.
that's not. That
Sort of
can't
like that.
be.
Sort
That's
of
like,
like that.
It's not.
It's not quite that bad, but it's on that. It's on that wavelength.
It's look at she. My problem,
it's on that wavelength, Kingston.
Yes.
You're out of your fucking mind.
That-
Yes.
Look, my problem is not my. She's
Is that accurate?
no, it's not. she looks goofy, but my problem is her
Attitudes.
Disney-esque. Dude, she is way too hype. The only time that I even remotely respected her was when she was telling a sad story about her brother or something like that. And her voice came down finally. I was like, oh, you finally sound like a normal person. Where she's always like, hey, And I'm like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
Dude, it's
that's my place. You took my place for a second.
It's crazy how she speaks of this all the time. I was like, dude, the direction that she was given, to like, hey, just be fucking hype all the time, even when you're not doing anything particularly. You're doing mundane stuff, and she still sounds hype. And I'm like, who approved this?
Yeah, time to wipe the shit out of my ass.
It's like it's literally that.
It's crazy because I don't. It's
why?
It's literally
what's crazy
that.
is that we're in a game, right, with three characters, and I don't want to fuck anybody. I think that's a sign.
That's crazy.
Because normally I'd fuck Harding.
So here's my
I don't
problem.
want to fuck Harding right now, and I'm like, this is sad.
Do you know why I don't want to fuck Harding? Because I'm not the Inquisitor. I wanted to. So in Dragon Age Inquisition,
that's real shit.
But here's the thing. Inquisitor, I was like, why? I'm frustrated. Why can't I fuck Harding? There's only one time you can like flirt with her. I think like you can give the heart and she'll like say something, but you can't actually fuck her in Inquisition. And I was like, that's upsetting. I want to fuck this little dwarf, you know? And the Inquisitor, and now I'm some new guy who I have no connection to whatsoever.
Can fuck her.
And I can fuck her, and I'm like, but that's no payoff. I don't want this new guy fucking. I wanted the old connection. It was like what happens in like say Mass Effect 1. Couldn't fuck Talia in Mass Effect 1. Then you fuck her in 2.
Yeah.
It felt like a really good payoff for like, I spent all this time getting to know her. You know, and the vice versa if you're Fimshep and you fuck Garrus.
Yeah, it's like how in Pac-Man, or Miss Pac-Man can fuck the ghost, but Pac-Man can. It's like, the fuck, you're new here.
Right now I'm playing Mass Effect again, and I'm fucking Miranda.
Huh?
I'm like Mass Effect again. I'm
You're
fucking
Miranda?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Solid first choice.
I get it. She's fucking.
She's not my first choice. She's my fucking.
That's a solid, like, I think, like, when you first play that game, you're like, oh, I think the game, like, nudges you in that
fuck
direction.
the human.
Genetically engineered to be hot as shit, so I get it.
It's weird that she's canonically, like, 4, but, like, you know, whatever.
Hey, man. But yeah.
I have no idea if that's true.
Look,
I can't remember.
I want to answer this guy's question real fast, though.
Terrifying lie. That is a scariest lie for no reason.
No. It's true. But look, streamline answering the guy's question. I understand. Like it's obvious to if you're a fan of RPGs why Dragon Age Origins is so much more celebrated because it's more of a proper RPG.
Yeah.
The setting, I gotta say, the setting is good. The music is great. The dialogue's great. Everything works into the combat is to each their own as far as Dragon Age Origins goes. But like everything you want from an RPG is in there. Number 2 is streamlined, of course, EA type shit. Characters are still great. The music's still great. The story is still good. The setting's a little iffy and the combat's a little, depends. Inquisition, characters are still good. Actually, some of my favorite characters were in Inquisition. The writing is fucking fantastic. The music is probably that guy. I think he did his best work in Inquisition, actually. In my opinion, other than the campfire fucking
the legend theme,
that fucking thing is
the theme.
That whenever you go to your campfire in Dragon Age Origins, that theme, that there's something that's like
the social.
It can't be
theme.
beaten.
Yeah.
It can't be beaten. It's just the vibe of it. It just tugs you a little bit.
It's good, yeah.
You
make me a believer. Yeah,
yeah, is that one?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Dude, Veilguard, the music sucks.
Oh,
and
no.
it just doesn't.
Really?
It doesn't fit. And the thing is,
that's rough.
They got some good people. I think Hans Zimmer was involved, but it just doesn't fit at all.
I'm trying to come from this game for like at a position where I'm not a Dragon Age fan. I have to take out the idea that I'm a fan of this franchise.
That's the
but
worst
it's already
thing,
difficult.
though.
It's already difficult, but you have to understand what this is. Right?
Trying to play it as
it has been
an RPG.
over almost 10 years since the last one, right? 10 years proper.
It has been 10 years, yeah.
Since the last one, a whole new base of gamers are playing these games. Not the same thing. I mean, there's references to it. I think what this game does a good job at, it does a good job as being an intro to the kind of game, a fantasy game. I think this is a very good first-time fantasy game player.
100%.
I think if you've never played a game like this, first one to play, it's fine.
It is exactly made for them. It's made for those people.
Fine. It's like Last was the first story for it's my first post-apocalyptic world story.
Yeah,
and it's fine for that. There's nothing wrong with those things. But I think as a fan of Dragon Age, as a fan of this genre, it diverges in a way that I don't appreciate because it loses all of the weight it had.
It's way too much, dude. Let's just put this in perspective. So far, and I don't know if things are going to change as we move forward, I could not have a conversation with Morgan. I thought that shit broke my brain.
Oh, when you see her and she dips.
So you see her, and then she's just chilling in that that elven village where the jumpers are.
The Fey jumpers.
Yeah, so she's chilling with the Fey jumpers. She's still there, and I went back. I progressed the story, went back, and she's just having a conversation. I can't talk to her. So even let's just say, for sake of argument, if you were new to this franchise, and you're like, oh, who is Morgan? Who's like, why is she so significant? You can't even get to when she shows up in Inquisition. You literally talk to her a lot of options, and she helps you out a lot. And then she helps you. You keep going back to her because she's helping you with the understanding the shit you need to beat Corypheus.
Oh, but big problem. Another one to have is the idea is that like the typical BioWare conversation mechanics, right? They're gone. You can't have the cycle of conversation because for me. And I know my experience of Mass Effect, it's definitely probably dampened by this a little bit. Yeah. But I ask every single question.
Oh, I go through every piece of dialogue.
I ask every single question, and it makes the game genuinely like 4 times as long. But I'm like, I ask every question I want to know because I feel like
I go through every piece of dialogue.
Everything pops up, and I'm like, all right, and I actually listen to them.
Because at a certain point, that's all that's available.
Yeah.
If you progress the story, there might be some new shit available.
Yeah.
But like it's. And again, the streamlining of everything, it just feels way too... People talk a lot about hand-holding. This game, like, there is a huge exclamation point if someone's ready to talk in a way that I don't normally experience, where usually the idea is just to go roam.
Well, find the people. BG3 did that too, though. BG3 did that. If you need to come to somebody...
That's fine. Look, look, if you like that, cool. Like, if you want to save some time, I've always liked this is just me. This is me personally.
That's not for us though, but
I like to start to map things in my head after a while. This makes me know that like I'm starting to really get to know these people. I'm starting to understand their patterns, where they are. I'm going to go to this room and check and see if they have anything new. Let me go. Now it's just like a quick look at the map. Oh, nothing? Okay. It's very useful and convenient, but also even in the fast traveling system, in a way,
I don't even understand it exactly yet, if I'm being honest.
I understand it. It's just so... Here's something that is actually very convenient, but I also kind of don't like it. It's weird. It's so weird that I don't like this, but I probably should. To where you don't even need to bring the people with you to start
your party.
You literally can bring no one with you, travel to the location where the side quest is, and then trigger it, and then they'll appear there. In a way that is super convenient, but it feels stupid. Where normally, if you need to trigger a quest, you had to bring them with you.
On that quest, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's just like literally, ready? Press the button, and then they'll show up. And I'm like, oh, that's convenient, but it just feels weird. It's different, man. It's just different. It's different. I can't say it's a negative thing. It just feels weird.
To a certain extent, I think we are being boomers about it. I think there is a boomer aspect to what we're talking about, but I think it just feels a little faint.
I want people to experience like...
Play it though. I think people should play it. I think there is good things about it. I think the game looks fucking phenomenal. I think that's one thing I have to say. I think the game looks gorgeous.
It's not even close to any other entry in the franchise. It's like, let's say given time.
Yeah.
Forget about time. Let's say Jesus Christ, they did an amazing job with the environments.
It looks beautiful. I think the enemies look cool too, actually. Enemies look cool.
I think everything but the Darkspawn. I think Darkspawn look fucking stupid. I think they look super stupid.
The ogres look dumb.
I think they all look stupid. They all look so
But I
stupid.
probably haven't seen many as much as you have. That's why I probably.
I mean, if you go far enough, because all you're going to do is just see an ogre, then you're going to see a pride demon, you're going to see the little freaks, and then you're going to see like the mage dudes.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? The little freaks?
The little freaks, well, to me they are, because they just run at you and just dive at you, essentially.
Yeah.
But they all look goofy as fuck to me. They look cartoonish. The people look fine, and actually some of the the combat, I think people are kind of underselling, because some people really like it.
It feels kind of repetitive. That's my only problem.
I'm
feeling it right now already.
To me, actually, I'll say
only 4 hours in of your 15-hour playthrough. Or whatever the hell.
I'm a few hours in. I already think it looks.
You must be further in than that.
I gotta say, in my opinion, because of the way that you build up your rage,
but the customization is cool though.
I actually feel the opposite. I feel like it's very streamlined. There's not much that you can do technically. I can't even give it. You can give as much direction as, like, say, in Mass Effect with your companions. Attack these people. use these active cooldowns or whatever, and that's about it. You can't strategically place people not really well. It's a little streamlined, but the rage buildup, that weird trigger thing, there's things that you need to work up to and build to it doesn't make me feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over. I have enough attack abilities right now that like the things that your rage triggers. Mm-hmm. Like I have this swinging thing that makes me feel like fucking God. Like, this does feel like God of War, where he does the typhoon thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's like a huge mallet, and then there's this like you throw down some flaming swords. I'm the warrior. Like there's enough of that to where I'm like I'm still having fun, and the finishers, when you press the R when you stun them, I think that's actually pretty fun. And I would say the last thing is the enemies are much. The amount that they block, the amount that they evade is actually fun as shit to me. These fucking assholes when I was in like one of the Teventer places. I don't remember which one. I'm trying to whoop his ass. This nigga evaded every single strike that I threw. And I was like, I've never seen anybody put this much love into a regular enemy other than that would be like a boss, right? A boss would be evading all your attacks. This motherfucker, I was like getting upset. I was like, wait a minute. The best way to you counter this guy, let him attack you first and counter him. But like, if you just go in and attack him, this motherfucker was just evading all my. I was like, that actually.
I'm playing as a rogue right now, and it is insane how strong you are as a rogue in that game. You are a force of nature. Like,
I think you're insane no matter what because.
Okay, true. Obviously, made everything.
Here's the thing. Oh, if I'm a fighter, I probably shouldn't have any projectiles. No, I can throw. Even if I don't have my shield, I just throw some weird energy. Like you can charge up your shield and throw anything. My fucking AoE stomp is so fucking OP. I was just like, oh, there's no point of even being anything else, actually. And I think that's for every class, probably.
That's true.
You can probably just whoop ass in any class you are, which I feel like is kind of stupid. Because then it's like, what's the point? But
I guess we just have fun whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right. But that's enough.
All right, yeah. We'll Dragon Age all week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just
look, the next time when I'm probably like another 20 hours or close to the end, I can see if I still feel the same or not, you know?
Yeah, fair. All right, let's just do 2 real quick ones.
Okay.
Because these are pretty quick. Semen on a human. I'm sperming like I'm superhuman.
Let's go.
Wrote and he says, hello, Green Goblin, the Void Incarnate, and some random black person. First time writing in. Welcome. With the release of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I started to become a fan of Dragon Ball while playing it, since I never really cared about Dragon Ball previously. So it got me thinking, for all of you, has there been a game that you played that got you interested in a topic you never looked into or cared about much before? Example being something like getting into Star Wars or history through playing a game. Well, my example is literally what your example is. I got into Dragon Ball because of Budokai. Like, I think I played the Budokai games at, like, a friend's house. I remember his name was Michael. He lived in Sleepy Hollow. I'll never forget this.
That's crazy.
Went over to his apartment, and he had a PS2, I think before I had one, and he had the original Dragon Ball Z Budokai. And I remember being like, what the fuck is this? This is cool. And he goes, this is actually a show. I was like, what?
Oh, interesting.
I've never seen that. I don't remember that. What the fuck is this? And that's how I got into Dragon Ball, was through the game. So like, yeah, it's literally that. I'm sure it's happened elsewhere, but that's the big one that I can remember.
Interesting.
It's not that uncommon. I feel like that happens with a lot of things.
Maybe for me it was like wasn't Star Wars. I saw the movies first. That's when I really got into it. Maybe Sonic? But I liked Sonic because I played the Sonic games first.
Well, Sonic is a game.
Well, there's also a show, but yeah.
So, but the show is because of the game.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
true.
Yeah.
I don't know then. I feel like everything. I feel like I'm not really that person. I feel like Dragon Ball I already saw, and I was like, I like this. Pokemon. I saw the Pokemon game came first for the show, right? Again.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, so I feel like I missed the bullet for that. I feel like everything was like, oh, I played the game, then I found out about the show.
That's fair.
Yeah, nothing is coming to my head. There might be an example of that, but nothing. Nothing is. Nothing's coming to my head about that. I can't think of anything right now.
History, baby.
I guess
I guess another thing, technically, although this is not technically the same thing, I would say because I don't know. How would you describe a comedian in that sense? Because like I remember seeing Norm in Dirty Work, You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
With fucking Chris Farley and
I remember him getting thrown in the fucking garbage multiple times.
yeah. And when they, yeah. So I remember seeing Norm in that movie and being like, this guy's funny. And then I was like, oh, he's a comedian. I didn't know that. And then I like delved into like the stand-up and stuff like that. Yeah. So that but you know, a movie is technically also comedy. So I don't really, I don't know how, I think it's a little bit different. But yeah.
They're not the same thing, but I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, Onimusha Warlords got me into Feudal Japan, actually. That's something.
Yeah.
That like that game where I was like, this is crazy. These people are crazy. And I got more into that. So, yeah.
These people are crazy.
These people
I was really upset that I found out there was no demons and magic when I started reading.
That is really, it is fun. Everybody, I feel like everybody has that moment in their life where they realize that magic isn't real. And it's kind of
depressed.
I think we undersell how disappointing that moment actually is. Because if I really think about it, if I really focus on that period of time where like I can remember learning that, it's vast disappointment to a degree that's like kind of intense.
That was me in Power Rangers, actually. Just like understanding like power, because it's just power. And they're like, I was like, what's power? How do I get power? And they're like, there's no fucking power, you retard. There's no
just think it's power.
Small black child, get out of here.
It was like no power. I was like, fuck. I want the power. What is the power?
I want the power.
So the other thing, we're good on that, right?
Yeah.
So just Dragon Ball for me as well. Yeah. So good luck. Have fun. That's really cool to see somebody else on that same exact path.
Nice.
Lando Keith wrote in, he says, hello, Snark dudes. During the Bad Predictions episode, Chris, in the last half of the episode, mentioned his father would slip into a special needs mode if Chris were getting on his nerves in like a Walmart or a public space. I thought my dad was absolutely insane because he did this as well. Squealing, saying, I'm going to Goodwill in retard speak, contorting his limbs like a cripple in a chair. He did this when I first started dating my wife in high school just to try to gnaw at me. My wife will now say Goodwill like a retard just to get a smile out of me, as my dad passed away a few years ago, keeping the legacy going. So awesome. Is this just it's awesome. So is this just a normal dad thing to do then? What other insane things have your parents done to try to embarrass you? Well, I know Kingston doesn't have much to say, but
yeah, my mom does not have that sort of sense of humor.
I had a parent.
What?
I had my grandmother.
Oh, well, yeah, but come on.
She's also a relic, and she just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine that your elderly grandmother was fucking with you too much.
You're out of your mind, even though your grandma was fucking me. That's wild.
In the same way that,
Not like that, but she definitely fucked with me.
Well, yeah, in the same way that anybody fucks with, fucks with anybody.
Yeah, everyone teases, but
she would speak to me in Spanish.
Do retard speak?
No.
Yeah,
speak to me in Spanish, and like, I'd be like, Grandma, I don't know what's going on, and she would just continue.
I remember one day me and my dad were walking home, and there was like an open manhole, and he pushed me down into the sewers.
Yeah.
And then I woke up.
He was like, "Hey, look at this."
He's, "Hey, look at this." Yeah. "Hey, look at this." And then I woke up 5 years later.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah. Fucking 10,
anyway,
5 through 10 was fucking a blur, literally.
It was actually 20 through 25.
You lived.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, sorry.
I don't remember.
I just woke up and I was really weak.
I woke up and my legs were so thin.
Whoa, I'm like pencil thin. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm so
fucking fat. I gotta lose weight.
Your dad, Christopher.
I'm also anorexic.
You finally awake, Christopher.
That's crazy. He wakes me up in retard speak.
That's so funny.
Anyway,
he was waiting.
We're gonna bust through these $25 and up Patreon names. Remember, you can go over to patreon.com/thesnarktank.
We're gonna bust
and put your name in the credits. Essentially, jump into this tier. Make me read your name. I really hate this part. So contribute if you want.
It has not been funny for us for a little while now.
Sometimes it's the best part of the show, but not because of it's usually because like 3% of the names are good.
This is this is labor. This is real labor.
This is the part that feels like work. All right, let's go. Let's read through your fucking names.
2, 1.
It's Emma flexing, being a day one listener like a Destiny veteran, flexes playing the D1 beta when sharing a bad opinion.
Let's go.
A racial slur, Goonimus Prime. Comedy Shorts Rabus in his as Shaggy and his little companion Roofy Doo. Gay AC/DC is ANAL. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. Sweeney throws bowling balls at children. If your whole wife ain't treating you right, come up and see old Dan. I'll rock 'em, sock 'em in the face. I'm from the 60s, man.
Damn. That was a period of time where you could beat your wife and get fucking high fives for it.
That's crazy. The 90s?
Yeah.
Sleazer Merchant.
The yesterdays?
3 minutes ago. Trump. Sleaze Merchant, Trump enacting the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny on his final day in office. The Black Knight, starring cum-stained Pale and Girth Edger. I don't know what any of that means. Broly backshotting Sweeney. Sweeney is just Chris in his bizarre form. Chris, you never showed us the flood spores growing out of your toilet. Oh yeah, I haven't checked on those in a while.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to ignore it. It's in a bathroom I don't really use or care to use.
Right.
It's too small in there.
Spooky.
Small bathroom.
It's
spooky.
Silent Hill in there.
Yeah, it might as well. Oh my god. Being gay and retarded is a Caribbean thing. Rub on the balls. The dang-a-lang. Rub on the balls, the dang-a-lang dingy-lingy work on the shaft and up chunk the gooey.
Oh, like ball with the ball. Okay. Yeah.
So dumb. That was hard to read. Sweeney using the microphone cord to floss the gap between his teeth.
Suck on some balls, have man game bang.
Talk on some balls, a man, a gay diggy go. Whoa, whoa.
My name is Gay. Cock.
All right.
It's that meme with the screaming face.
Coltrane and Buttigieg in a Pacific Grinch mech.
Yo. Hey, I like that.
That's a collab, bro. That's a collab of the century.
Pacific Grinch?
Pacific Grinch? I like it.
That's it. So it's Pacific Rim, but with like Grinch
Somebody
mechs.
call Del Toro now.
Now! Get Del Toro on the phone now!
Hola,
Guillermo.
¿cómo estás?
I have $1 million. I have $1 trillion.
Say it in Spanish.
Soy
Say it in
Guillermo.
Spanish.
Soy Guillermo del Toro.
Mia, I don't know Spanish.
Say it right now.
I el havo soy havo.
Omayu
comprende.
Oh my god. 5-hour energies in a row to unlock the gay gene. Beating Jimmy Carter to death in a pillow fight.
Damn.
That's so fucking
so easy.
It's really quick.
2 solid hits and he's gone.
One really quick hit is gonna take him out, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's got maybe 25 minutes left of life.
Probably.
And then the sun's
I think he's going to die on
darker.
January 19th. I think he's like right before Trump like gets
That's
inaugurated.
crazy.
He's going to be like, I'm out.
I never really liked being here.
Didn't somebody do that recently?
Die on January 19th?
No, someone died like.
Shut the fuck up, Chris.
No, never.
Did somebody die on January 19th recently?
No one's ever. Yeah.
Which is not.
I hate you.
It makes
dude.
no sense
oh
at
my
all.
God.
Cool.
Did someone die January 19th? It's like,
It's never happened.
has there been a day no one's died?
It's never happened.
Probably like February 39th.
I'm not saying what day. I'm saying has someone not died on a day?
Yeah, February 39th.
February.
You're right. My bad. Sorry.
Groundhog
My
Night
apologies.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Groundhog Night. Flames Day.
Yeah,
Or whatever the fuck the calendar says in metaphor. Beating, Jimmy Carter, Damo Nation, Vaughn of the Dead, called J. Gay Wentworth 877 Dick now. After the recent Superman BS, Sweeney is no longer right on most topics. I miss when Andrew Yang was running for president. I don't. I liked him for like exactly 2 months, and then he went crazy. Or not crazy, he just went stupid.
I liked him when his UBI talk, and that was
that was it. Did you see the thing recently where he was like, if you give people a choice between 2 people, they're gonna pick one.
Yeah, it's like, okay. I quote, If you give people two choices, they will choose one of them.
Wow, brilliant. Whoa. Someone kill this man.
I like someone.
He's too smart to
That
live
is
among us.
insane.
Look,
Someone kill this man.
I think at a certain
He's
point.
too smart. He's too smart. He's too smart to be on this the face of this earth. He's a danger to the world around us.
I agree.
He's too
It's
smart.
Too much.
That's crazy. Whoa, they're gonna pick one of the two options. Whoa.
Someone quote tweeted and they're like, I literally don't mean this in a racist way, but that sounds like a fucking fortune cookie. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah, it does.
It literally does. It 100%.
Sounds like something someone would say as their dog is dying from dysentery in their lap, and they're just not doing it. They're just not doing anything about
Shut
it.
the fuck up! Chris, read the names. Oh my fucking god.
My dog.
No, it's just
If you give people two choices.
it's having a rough go, man.
It was brown. It was brown. It was brown. Then it was green, and it was just bright red. It was bright red.
Did you know?
Did you know?
You guys are fucking nuts.
It's growling because Andrew Yang won't help it.
You can either do or not do.
Every tomorrow is today's yesterday. And the dog is just shit.
Tomorrow is not today, is yesterday. You
I know. I know. And the idea the dog's just shitting and it's just it's silent and looking at him. Just sad. Just sad.
It just gets mad.
The dog furls up its non-existent lips.
It immediately calcifies.
It's he desiccates like a fucking vampire.
Oh, I miss when Diego was like, okay, Kingston beware. Colin Moriarty doesn't think hip hop is real music. It's not real.
It's insane. I know he likes some hip hop.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2099 was a good run. Have you read it?
Yeah,
No.
it's pretty good.
I'm not stupid.
It's pretty good. The original run in 99 was fucking fire,
It's
dude.
not even 20. It's still 2024. It's not time yet, stupid.
It's not time. You
fucking idiot. Reading 2099 before. Okay, great.
Retard!
Going to do heinous shit to Luce, the Vatican Church's anime girl mascot. Blair White canonically banging me, please. Hannibal Lecter politely asking to suck your dick. I built my goon cave for Sween. Will Graham pissing in Hannibal's mouth and giving him a piss king. RFK redistributing bare necks as a health initiative.
I like it.
Death. Jack the world's fastest Maori. Devouring a depleted uranium APFSDS round to beat the Chinese ladies at Mahjong.
Mahjong isn't real.
Yeah.
I mean, my girlfriend loves that game.
She's not
Your girlfriend
real
loves. Your girlfriend's not real either.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish.
My piss poo.
I wish.
Blink number 1 and 2.
$500 for this bullshit?
What are you talking about?
It's fucking I don't like Mass Effect that much. Jesus Christ.
What is that? That sucks.
It's a huge coat, like a count coat thing. Like you're like
That's
Count
something
Dracula.
you would. That's something. If you rapped epic rap battles of history wearing that, you would be shot instead of stabbed. I think.
I'm Count Spectre Dracula. I'm in Seven Spectre
That's
Dracula.
all the
Spectre
Spectre
jacket.
jacket. I remember what that is now.
Hello, it's me, Inspector Dracula. I'm here to.
I'm here to inspect. And then Drac.
and Drac.
So
I'm here to Drac. What's going on?
Inspector Dracula unironically hits. That's a great idea. I would watch a show called
that would have been
Inspector
that would have been
Dracula.
and that would have been a what you call it, a MF Doom music mixtape eventually.
Inspector Dracula.
He would have probably put that out
Spectre
eventually.
Dracula, voiced by Graham McTavish.
We got to write this.
Yeah, let's do it.
This will be our extra ammo. We're gonna write.
Inspector Blah.
Inspector Dracula, I'm out for blood. Inspector Dracula, I don't like thugs.
Go,
Inspector Dracula.
Go, Dracula, go.
He gets shot in the back of the head and dies.
Blah, 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 blah,
It's a
blah,
show. Yeah, it's Inspector Dracula.
Gonna go inspect.
Something.
Solve some crimes.
Inspector Dracula dies.
Drink
in
some blood, you die. Dracula and
It's Inspector Dracula. It's just a complete mess. It's the first draft of the pitch meeting for the song, and they recorded it on a fucking phone, and that's it. This part of the ad lib is included in the theme.
Someone's just panically talking about it. That's the theme. The theme is a minute long.
I would expect to drag you. I love it. I really love this idea. Tomboys are overrated. Tomboys are overrated. They're just dirty women.
This dude is.
Hey, man.
He just got his heart broken. He's upset.
Yeah.
He just went through one of those.
I never dated a tomboy, and I'm sad about it, to be honest. I missed out. I feel like I missed out on something.
Yeah, I don't know if like a skater girl.
I fucked the girl that said she was lesbian.
Well, she lied.
Yeah.
It's like those. She was those
not.
gay dudes. Those gay dudes are like, I like fucking straight dudes. I'm like, okay, like what? Sure. Yeah, you're fucking gay dudes. The straight dudes.
They're gay still, friend.
They that's just by default. I like fucking straight dudes because I'm like either A, you're fucking gay dudes, or B, you're raping straight dudes. Like pick one. One.
Those are the only two.
Choose one.
It's Morpheus.
It's fucking Andrew Yang.
If you give people two options, they'll pick one.
Oh my god.
If I give you 2 pills, you must choose 1 pill.
Money.
If you editing out Andrew Morpheus' face to Andrew Yang is fucking crazy.
Andrew Yang just looks like some guy in my class. You know what I mean? He's the most nondescript person I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, you need a distinct face, and he just looks like normal. Like, I'm like, it doesn't do anything.
Like, what's crazy about it is that like he doesn't even look similar to other age. He just looks similar to other people. Like, I can't even describe it.
Every time I see him, he looks worried, and that's not good. Like, he's just like, when he's like, oh.
You ever seen a baby with their worried face or their surprised face? It is like
he's got universal basic worry.
Is UBW?
UBW. Big meaty stinks.
Stop, Andrew. Stop. Stop it.
Andrew.
The more you worry, the more I'm gonna make you worry.
Stop hitting me.
The more you hit me, the more I hurt.
He just points out obvious. The more you hit me, the more I hurt. Andrew Yang. That's a campaign slogan.
2028, bro. Like 100%.
Oh my god! Please run on that with that slogan.
Oh my god.
Yang Gabbard 2024.
Yang Gabbard.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Don't let her anyway.
I think she's gonna be in the Trump cabinet, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. It's unfortunate.
She's gonna be like Secretary of Horness. What? I don't know. What is it gonna be? I don't remember.
Swallowing my fucking phallic bone.
Yeah, man.
Makes me so sad. I really liked her once upon a time. And then she fucking,
it is a shame. I mean, I would still suck the color off of her labia, but like, yeah, still.
I'd still bend her into a pretzel.
I would
100%.
absolutely have her looking like a fucking fire hydrant. But yeah.
I'd still be upset while I'm smashing her. You fucking
I would hate
traitor. You fucking traitor.
Anyway.
But you know.
My human taxidermy fleshlight and dildo business will pop off, trust me. Andy the Man Whose Handies Are A tier and Not As Dandy, a 1,000-page gay romance book, of Dutch and Arthur. Why is it says oof? Why is Kingston insecure about his teeth and not because his eyes blink out of time with each other?
Y'all niggas need to leave me alone, right?
Dude, what the fuck is this? Is this Colin? This isn't fucking Shepard. What is this? This looks more like, this isn't Shepard.
It does look a lot more like Colin.
I don't like that.
That is crazy.
Send him that.
Wait, what is that?
Is this it's a Mass Effect?
Send me that so I can send it to him. That is crazy. That
Did
doesn't.
Colin play Mass Effect?
Yeah, he famously had the review of Mass Effect 3 that was like, why are people being weird about it?
Yeah,
you know,
let me
that's so fun. That does not look like Shepard at all. That doesn't even look like default Shepard.
No,
you know?
He doesn't have a
he doesn't have the fucking.
That hairline is crazy, by the way.
That is the little.
It's like Vegeta, but from the side. It's crazy.
They really took the liberty of just.
It's the crescent. The people do the crescent moon into their head, and I'm like, you fucking.
No, that's crazier. That's like reverse horseshoe.
You absolute robo N-word. What are you doing that, man?
Okay, so Heat Smoker going off to Vegas. Gids. Review Slaves USA.
Review Slaves USA. Damn.
Crazy. Edging to the entire episode and failing. Coward the Couragely Dog. Bing Chi Ling. Kunichiwa Myriga.
Oh wow! So we went to like Chinese to Japanese, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
That's Japanese.
So you said Bin Shiling, right?
Bin Shiling Konichiwa Myriga. So he went from Chinese to Japanese to black.
racist
to Scooby-Doo.
Japan English? How do you say that?
Japan English.
How do you say? There's a word for it that they say because JoJo speaks in that a lot.
Was it Jinglish?
Speaks. I forgot what they call it, but it's like because
it's Jinglish, right? Or is that Christmas language?
They'll be like, "Here's your new car," like like they like it's. I can't remember what it's called, but they do it on JoJo a lot.
I didn't know about this.
It's like it's like when people they're speaking Japanese and then they'll say a word in English and it's so Japanese heavy, like
Good morning, everyone.
It's like
Whoa.
that. Select your car. It was like that. It's like that.
The boy's not drowning, love. He's water maxing. Licking balls. It's penis time in the city Dingali. I don't know what any of this means. Kevin Durant's feet. The South is the best region for hip hop by far. Carry on with the UK slander. Shit sucks here, man. Mr. Pants. Derek, look up Dig Hell at High Noon on YouTube. I would love a metal cover. Beverage of sorts. Currently working on a Snark Tank bingo app.
English. They call it English.
Oh, duh.
I know what English is.
It just couldn't
English.
It didn't come to me. So there's like a compilation of English on fucking JoJo.
I can't hear that. Spum befudders, bum butt butters. Why'd you have that video, first of all, that you quoted it directly? It's crazy. I thought you were just giving an example.
No, because that was the thing that I was hoping it was going to jog my memory. Direct your car.
Oh, God damn it. Surf's Up, commentary track, Homelander getting beat to death by LA Beast and Buff Carell. Jolly old dipshit eating a salad.
What's Buff Carell been up to?
I watched him recently, yeah.
Oh, shit, you're right.
He's in a new space. It doesn't feel the same, I gotta say. I don't like that dresser with the mirror in the background that was iconic.
And a poster of him on the wall.
I agree.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird now.
I watched him recently, though.
He seems to be doing the same thing. It's crazy how committed this dude is.
Yeah.
Just being the same thing.
Has he?
I would have quit after Tosh.
Oh, right.
I would have been like, oh, well, that's what I was doing.
That's peak. That's peak.
Yeah, he was on Tosh.0.
Mm-hmm.
After?
I don't know, man.
No, he went on way before
like
most people discovered him. That's the weird thing.
Okay, there you go.
Like,
fucking stop hounding
it's so weird that Tosh, they found him. Well, it was like that one fucking Onision. Onision went on Tosh.0.
Did he really?
Or he at least they either at least reacted to his thing, the I am a banana thing. I don't know if
I think they reacted to it.
That was well before I knew anything about that guy.
Where is he at? Is he dead yet?
Daniel Tosh?
No.
Oh, let me see.
He's in a swamp, I think, in Washington. I'm not even joking. Like, he owns like swampland. He got in trouble because he like what do you call it when you take the foliage out? It's like there's like a word.
Deforest?
Yeah, he was like it was like a deforestation thing where he was like taking away certain swampland on his property that he wasn't legally allowed to do governmental wise. I don't know, some weird thing.
I can't tell this is a bit.
No, I know this is lame as fuck.
Well, but
I would say like he got like he got arrested for like smuggling clowns or something. No, but this is real. Like he tried to get rid of trees on his property, and like apparently like there's like some law in Washington about like there needs to be a certain degree of swamp. I don't know. It was some weird shit. That was years ago, though. I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. He was probably still raping, though. Jolly old dipshit. Eating a salad with Bob Barker microphone, with a Bob Barker microphone length fork. That is mega specific. It's like a fucking rake.
Basically.
Niggy with the skibbity rizzy.
Nigga.
Yeah, and then
But shout out to Price is Right, dog.
yeah, and they're like, Bob, you can't do this.
And he was
live.
like, why can't I?
Why can't I'm Bob Barker? I can do whatever
I'm
the fuck
Bob
I
Barker.
want.
Me and my niggas think I should do this. And he has a whole posse
This
of niggas. There's a litany of dudes behind him. Dapping him up.
Yeah, nigga,
He gets forced out. He's like, you know how much I've sacrificed? It's like
He has a moment. He has like a rip.
he has a moment, and then he has like. Luckily, he still has an entire sack full of dog testicles because he wanted to spay all those pets,
Yeah.
and he would throw them at people, and then they would explode, and they would drown in dog semen.
They're like semen grenades. He squeezed them.
He's like, I'm going to kill Peter Parker for taking that, for sounding even remotely Jason to my name.
That is evil.
He's just singling after the one Peter Parker with superpowers too.
I want him done.
All right,
Get him, niggas. Get him.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Your screaming Frozogan impersonation was horrifying.
That was good. Frozen
Halo
was good.
Prophets, but Alex Jones. That would be amazing. The great journey is nigh. We just got the sacred index. That's amazing.
That's
We're gonna be firing the rings super soon.
That's fire.
God, somebody make that, please. I would pay good money to see Alex Jones
Or-
as the prophet of fucking.
And
Was it Regret? No, Regret dies in 2. The prophet of truth.
And then,
Be fucking amazing.
What's his name? And Joe Pesci as Arbiter.
Oh my god.
What would you have your arbiter do?
What do you ask of me?
You think I'm a clown or something? I'm an elite.
He just has one random unprompted N-word in there. It's like really unprompted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's this green nigga doing?
Oh man,
What is his name again? The demon?
Hungman, the arbiter. What do you mean?
No, what was Chief's name? What they call him? The demon?
I mean, his name's John. Stupid.
What would the fucking almost the cabal? What would the covenant call Chief?
They would say demon.
So that's why this nigga, you fucking absolute rat fucking idiot. You fucking-
Hungman.
Whoa.
There's no need to feel down. I said, Hungman.
Put
Pick
my
your dick
in
off
your
the
mouth.
ground. I said, Hungman.
Oh.
That's the end of the name.
And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
I want to suck dick all day cause I am gay. It's fun to say that I'm really fucking gay.
All right. That sucks.
It's fun to stand. I'm really fucking gay.
I'm really fucking gay.
Shut up. 2016 remake going crazy. New Sonic game has a higher score than Sparking Zero.
What does?
The new Sonic game.
Apparently, it's a pretty good game, but like, it's, you know how they are.
It's a good game by
yeah.
Sonic standards. So it's like it's like the best pizza you've ever eaten after it's been digested. You know, it's like, I guess.
You hate Sonic so much. It's
Well,
so
yeah.
funny.
I don't care about Sonic anymore, dude.
If Sonic was a real person,
I'm not 13 years old
Yeah.
or autistic. I'm sorry.
I loved the Sonic when I was younger.
it's
and
one or the
that's it.
other.
if Sonic was a real person, I would champion the dissolution of his rights.
He would champion the dissolute. Wow.
Yeah. I don't respect him.
I like that.
Rise Against
I'm okay
is the
with
used. I'm okay with that. I think I'm gonna sign that into law.
Probably kill Sonic.
Rise Against-
That's the next step, I guess.
We should
take
set-
the rights away and
We should create Sonic the Hedgehog, like for real, make a real hedgehog that can do that,
and
then kill him.
Just kill
Even
it.
though it'd be impossible. Making a hedgehog that powerful is actually terrifying.
Yeah.
That would be.
Rise Against is the used for straight men. Smitchy the Kid. Chris, where's that Halo TV show video? She pipkin on my pippa. Clicked the wrong button and subbed down a tier. Now I'm back.
Let's go, baby.
Woo, baby.
Come train, baby.
The cum drain, baby.
Cum drain, baby.
There's still a bunch of cum. Stop call.
There's so much cum.
He's like, don't worry. He goes. He lays over one of the manholes. he lays over.
I don't know. It grossed me out.
He lays over one of the manholes and he comes in it to the point that the fucking what are they?
The locusts.
The locusts get fucking plateaued out.
Oh, so
and
they're
now
soaking.
just out. Now they're just out and about covered in
It was
cum.
his fault. Dude, Emergence Day was his fault.
Cole came in the floor
so much that they all were like, fuck, we gotta get out of here.
They're soaking the city in a giant cum.
and a giant fat of cum.
Sweeney showers in sneakers.
You're in your room. And
I wish I had so much money to like have that made.
I wish I had the money to shower in sneakers too.
Yeah, I mean,
if I
Yeah, that's
had
what I was
money
talking about.
like that, I would have movies that would be made that I know would be dog shit, but people would see it in droves of how just fucking insane it would be.
I want to shower in. I want to take a bath in sneakers, fishnets, and with a toaster.
oh my god, that is an aesthetic. That is an aesthetic.
That's an album cover. Somebody do that.
Yeah.
Somebody pose in a bathtub, in a bubble bath with fishnets, sneaker. What kind of sneakers?
Definitely Jordan 1s.
God,
One Jordan
I have
1.
2 pairs of
one
Jordan 1s.
Jordan
So
1.
fucking nice.
One Jordan 1 and a Heeley.
Let's
on the other
go.
f-
And you're just holding it, and then like,
Damn.
and then you see those toaster being thrown toward it, so you don't die. So they can get you out real quick. If someone's hands right there to grab and yank
I mean, you
out.
can just not
And
plug
they're
it.
just- and they're
You
just
can
like,
just not plug it
and
in.
they're just like. And they're
God.
scared if they help you and they fuck up, they'll die too. So it's just a situation like
That is insane.
Scary.
gotta be quick.
Anyway.
They have no practice either. There's
No
no
way.
practice of it too. He's just
No way I'm hanging out
So we're
with.
gonna do that with you, right?
yeah. I don't mind.
Yeah, clearly.
I want to die. Like, I don't care. Man.
No way I'm hanging out with a couple of gooners. I'm just here so I don't get killed. British people come, then be like, what's all this then? Star Coffee pulled out 20 years late in the sloppiest way possible. Call that bitch Afghanistan. Chris was right. Chris was right. American Dad is pretty funny. Roger's not as annoying as you said.
Shut up.
Dude, I've been watching a lot of that show lately just because it is, guys, it's like our X for Animals. That show.
Yeah.
It like at this point, there's no consideration for what happened just before on the previous screen. Like I was watching an episode where I think Roger tries to marry Stan's mom so that he can get access to the attic, and he thinks he's planning to kill her. So he goes to race, and he's racing. He's like, I gotta save my mom, Stan.
Yeah.
And he's like, the cliff is there, and he's like, oh fuck. And then it looks like he's about to not fall off the edge, but he falls off the edge and it explodes and dies anyway. And then the next scene is like 3 seconds later, he comes back, like an ambulance rolls up and he comes out of the ambulance like, stop. It's like, there's no consideration at all for like the logic of the world. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's exactly the nonsense that I wanted that like a show like that to be. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good.
I don't dislike it. I've seen a handful of episodes. I thought they were fine.
Not enough gang rape in it. Not really much.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
That's such a crazy thing to
You'd be
say.
surprised.
Uh,
There's kind of a lot of it, actually.
but I think you mean that he wants more of it.
Right.
There
I
is.
think you're misunderstanding me.
Transfem Gremlin, Brock Lesnar requests a video of Brock Lesnar requests a video of Sween pissing.
It's crazy.
Would you fulfill that? If it was,
No, but
Why?
It's Brock Lesnar.
Why do I want to give First of all, Brock Lesnar's a fucking...
He's gonna crush you if you don't give him the piss.
I would just shoot him. I just shoot him. I would just hide. I would do the whole, like, you know, when you get someone breaking, I'm supposed to go to the edge of the bed, aim the gun towards the
When
doorway.
somebody breaks in your house, you edge on the bed?
No, you put yourself between, you put the bed in between yourself, and then you aim. Stop! Just let me finish this. Okay?
Somebody's breaking your door down.
And you're fucking.
Don't come.
Your toes are curled so much.
They're digging into
that they're
themselves.
digging into your feet. Your feet are bleeding.
You're bleeding. That's
Ew.
crazy.
That's so crazy.
Your fucking feet look like a fist. That's how hard
I
your toes are curled.
wish I could replicate that feeling. That's crazy.
It is like,
Like, it's so fucking, it's so intense.
you know when a character holds their breath in anime and their face starts turning blue?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Fucking insane.
If you come in, you might not like what you get.
I'm a novice, man. I'm a level 1 crook, dude. I've never experienced anything like that.
Level 1 crook. Trans girl Lily D screaming, fuck Trump, viva la resistance. Craig the Canadian.
Viva.
Viva! The easiest way to throw off the Snark tank is by saying no. Not no more. We haven't
I'll be honest,
leaned into that in a while.
that it got me a little bit. Like I felt something though.
I felt
So
it. Yeah, yeah.
it is definitely
It's muted.
dissipating
It's
for
muted,
sure.
but like it's there.
That was close. Shut
up.
Go. You gotta go. Hurry up. Go.
It's your boy Shawnee D, Cerberus Agent 267. There's a video essay comparing Chris Chan to Tony Soprano. I deadass kind of agree with it.
Oh my god,
I gotta see that. Watch that over dinner.
I actually never watched The Sopranos, so I don't think I can appreciate that.
I don't know The Sopranos at all. I never watched it. I had an ex who was related to her grandmother.
Tony Soprano?
Her grandfather was on that show, and it was Tony Soprano. Yeah.
And I'd be like, that's a show, right?
Your grandma's Tony Soprano? Can I talk to her?
You're related to Walter White? What's that like?
I really don't like that show because I feel like that's another case in point of people taking the worst message from the show.
Soprano?
Yeah.
What was the message of the show?
It's like,
I thought the message of the show was like, gabagool, gabagool.
Yeah, it was about like gabagool is good.
Escosa, what's more
Hey, Miss Scusi.
Senores,
Scusi. Gabagool is delicioso.
Delicioso.
Mario Brothers of Mozzarella.
Prego. Let me see. Do I know even the time?
This is just that scene from fucking Scary Movie with the fucking Asian
but
ghost.
The sashimi.
See, that shit was so fucking funny to me when I was little. It was crazy.
Course.
And I was like, oh.
Now when you watch it, you're like, oh wow,
they spent 8 minutes on this total. Cumulative.
They really went in on this, and it was completely okay to do.
Yeah,
I was watching Freddy vs. Jason with Lillian at one of the parks.
Such
at the
trash.
Park?
Beautiful trash.
Yo, Kelly Rowland called freaking Freddy Krueger the F slur.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice.
Dude.
It was a different time.
Freddy vs. Jason. Dude, I saw that in the theater, bro.
I didn't, but I wanted to.
I saw that movie.
I felt like Scorsese.
Yeah, I saw that movie
watching it, and I was like, yes.
Cinematic masterpiece. Yeah.
I saw that movie on Broadway.
I'm not fucking around. That is one movie I would 100% go see on Broadway.
A Freddy vs. Jason musical?
Yes!
It would be dope, yeah.
It would be so stupid I'd have to see
Exactly.
it. You have to be there.
Dude, the blood in that movie is hilarious. It's like they took a super soaker and was just spraying it everywhere.
There's a moment where
stupid.
Jason slapped the top of someone's body off their body. And I was like, oh shit. Well darn. And these fucking, there's no mention of the people's parents. People were dying left and right. No one's parents were getting told about this.
I don't remember the plot of the movie because I saw it in 2004 when it came out. I just want to say, why the fuck? Okay, so they were clearly fighting each other. Why were at one point the people helping Jason? Why did he become like the protagonist?
Because they were trying to get
Freddy
into the world. They were trying to get Freddy into the real world so they can make Jason fight Freddy and let Jason kill Freddy.
So that was, and then
it's like a Godzilla type
even
thing?
though Jason kills everybody, they were like, we're gonna. He's basically gonna be like a rabid werewolf that they're gonna try to
aim at
unleash
the
on.
vampire.
It's so crazy. That is so stupid. Because I remember at one point he's like drowning and shit, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta save him." I'm like, "Why? get the military take out? I don't know anything.
Just put him and shoot him into space. Like they did. Like just shoot that nigga, drug him up to fucking the umpteenth degree, keep him pumping.
I need to go see Jason X.
And then that movie was so fucking funny too when he was beating the fucking sorority girls with each other.
I don't remember.
Scene was so fucking.
Look, it's one of those things where I don't remember if I saw it. I don't remember if I saw it. I just remember parts of it. I remember the trailer though was playing Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That song was everywhere back in the day.
It was.
There's a
let the penis hit my colon.
Let the penis hit my balls. Let my penis hit my balls. Let my penis hit his balls. Let my penis hit his balls.
So he's just shaking his dick.
He's slapping his own balls with his dick.
That's too mature. I can't take it. Oh, that one broke me.
contributing Keith David's fucked up face in Nope. 3XO learning Nick Fuentes lives near him and also purposely shat his pants in high school. That's right.
Oh, fuck! I forgot to
forgot
mention
about that. Yeah, I forgot.
Dude, there's a TikTok of someone that works
there's a
with
TikTok,
his mom.
A TikTok of his mom's coworker, I
Yeah,
guess, who
yeah.
and she was telling stories about how much of a brat Nick was and how he's like the runt of the family, how his like sister is doing great.
Yeah.
He's like a twin, I guess. He has a twin sister.
Uh-huh.
But like apparently he just shat his pants in
like
high school.
In like a protest.
In protest, yeah.
Like, I want attention. I want to go home, Mom. You're going to pick me up. You know, like that kind of shit.
That is so. I would be.
He's in Andrew Yang's lap.
That is such a fucking layered joke, man. Shitting your pants. How do you look at your kid like? How do you love him after that? Like, how do you like? Oh, I have to love this thing still.
She clearly still loves him, which is frustrating.
Does he live with her?
You hear about people like disowning their
He
family.
retreated to her house, I think.
Yeah, he's living back with her because he's scared. You know, which he should be because
Yeah, he very he very much should be. Yeah.
yeah.
I
just don't. I just that makes me not respect his mom though. To be honest, I'm like, dude, you look at a certain point. I know you're like, oh, he stole my son, but I'm like, your son is a fucking neo-Nazi.
She probably is.
That
too.
is recruiting. I don't think she is.
I mean, like,
They have the golden goose daughter, unless that person in the TikTok forgot to mention that her daughter is also a white supremacist.
They're all racist, but he's racist in the least acceptable way.
Yeah.
he's loud and proud racist.
Yeah, because it just sounds like
Nicholas, keep it to yourself. You don't want them coming after you, those negroids.
those negroids.
Nicholas, we agree, but also the same. His name is Fuentes too. He's probably
That's why it seems pretty obvious that like he was a pariah and an outcast, and then he
Definitely was not Hispanic enough.
joined the
he's definitely
he joined the
Spanish.
one group that will accept anybody.
He's definitely Spanish.
Like the one group
Right,
that'll
but
accept anyone is just like extreme white supremacists. Like, welcome, brother. There were people. I'm telling you, man. I saw people. It wasn't a lot, but I've seen at least 2 instances where there's these racist people watching my content, and I'm like, why are you there? If you are racist, why the fuck are you watching me?
Because you're one of the good ones.
But that's
This dancing Negro is funny. I like that he made rock music and got that new on the body.
Like,
he got cool glass. He got a white wife. I think he's the best goddamn Negro I ever got there. I'd like to own that one.
damn,
Yo, that sounds so
authentic.
That sounds so real.
You know, I can't do that shit.
All right,
Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home.
Sherrod Brown, he's gonna fuck your mom and make your dad trans and eat your pets.
Yeah.
Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking, emoticons going like this. 1800s YouTube be like the Civil War situation is crazy. Hey Derek, do you like Flyleaf?
Yeah, I look. Yes,
They're fine.
I do like Flyleaf. I think their music actually technically kind of sucks. There's potential in Flyleaf. I've always been kind of frustrated that their music structure was so basic and shitty, and they could have been in the right hands a really good band.
They're a Christian band, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. Which I don't mind. I don't care if you can write Christian ass shit. Like there's that fucking something Carolina band. Like show me what I'm looking for. Yeah, there's a few.
I like them a lot.
As Lay Dying,
Yeah,
but I was
Lay
just
Dying as well.
I was just gonna talk about openly Christian bands like Carolina Liar. Like, show me what I'm looking for.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that. Like, I think that's a very good song. Even though, like, you'll see compilations of Jesus
Yeah.
on, like, the lyrical videos.
Right,
and I'm
yeah.
like, all right, bro.
Like Flyleaf, like I think there's like probably like I don't even really recall what songs they are, but I have like maybe 2.
Fully
Flyleaf.
Alive. You're fully alive. More than most ready to
Yeah,
smile.
I don't know what I
I'm
have.
so sick. I'm so sick and
me look it up.
infected with. And then there's I can feel you all around me. Good choruses.
Oh, that's them?
Yeah.
I know them then.
Good choruses, but like the music.
Crashing in my making me squirt till I fall asleep. Then I lay
like,
dying.
Man.
The only I have 3 on my playlist. It's Again, Beautiful Bride, and Breathe Today. I don't know.
I don't think I know any of those songs.
I don't know what
actually.
Breathe Today is though.
Because the ones that I said were all their singles when they came out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I know those ones. 'Cause I'm not like I just
Again is the probably the more famous one, I think. Here you are down on your knees again. You know that one?
I don't know.
Flyleaf.
It's probably from like another album. It was probably from like one
It's
of their
very Paramore coded, this one.
I mean, that's smart.
This is from the self-titled one, I think. 2009.
Oh yeah, because the one that I'm referring to is way older.
Yeah.
I know
This is probably when they got. Yeah, I don't recognize this. This is probably when they got like better. I mean, it sounds a hell of a lot better than like the shit that they started off with. So
I don't know. Are they older than that? I thought 2009 was the first one.
No, hell no.
Oh, I don't know.
They probably came out with the album like 2004, 2005, and they
shit.
They went on I think this Family Values tour in 2006.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
2005.
Because like, you don't remember the song "I'm So Sick" and that was the breakout song. I'm so sick and infected with, and like she does a scream in the beginning of the song like
I know that song.
Break, and then I will break.
Yeah, that's their. So their top 5 are "All Around Me," "I'm So Sick," "Fully Alive." Again,
those
the
are the
one that I
ones.
just played, and "Call You Out," which I've never heard.
Yeah, so those ones were from the first album, the ones that the top ones, which I know, and I always thought like they had potential, but they probably got much better, but just not as much recognition as they got older.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're okay.
If there's a lady band, these guys made 2 albums. One, so Versa Emerge. It's technically one word put together. That's how you spell it. Versa Emerge. They're fucking good, and they just after their debut album, they just fucking fell off the face of the earth.
I think I prefer like women singers in bands like these. Honestly,
I 1000. Dude, there's some emo bands like Circa Survive, Anthony Green, who sings like a falsetto woman. I hate it because he's not. I'm like, dude, just get a woman. Yeah. They'll nail it. Fucking Sleeping with Sirens. Yeah, that's when.
I know that band.
Say what you want. I was like, dude, just get a woman. They'll do it better.
Exactly. Like I think about like a lot of rock songs that I even just like classic rock songs. And I hear like I don't know, fucking. What's the fucking Sweet Child of Mine? What's that guy?
Oh God, yeah, I hate Axl Rose.
Yeah, Axl Rose. I keep saying like I see that music and then I compare it to like fucking Heart or something, and I'm like fucking.
She's amazing.
It's not even fucking close. So like. Yeah, I think about like heavy guitar and like female vocals just go well together. In my opinion, I like the way it's like Amaranth is like a weird, not the streamer. This is like a band. I hate that I have to make that distinction, but there's a band called Amaranth. And they're like Swedish like techno metal or some shit. It's weird shit.
Yeah,
but it's dope.
I'm a big fan of female. I've always. One time, my friend, we were trying out a girl vocalist, and one time. It turns out he didn't want to be in the band anymore, and instead of just being a mature, we're in 2008. Yeah, he just said, "Oh, she doesn't want to do it." Instead of just being like, "Oh, I don't want to do it. Here's her number, like contact her and shit," you know. But I was doing that for a long time. I've always exactly what you're saying. Haley Williams to me was like the pinnacle. Yeah, I was like, "Damn, I need somebody like this in my band."
I will always prefer a female vocalist in general. In any singing category, always. I think female vocalists sound better. Okay. Personally, to me, in my ear, I think
it depends for me, but like
I mean, I think just singing. I think in when it comes to just straight up singing, I think females sound better.
That's fine. I mean, that's fair.
I
think there's obviously fantastic male singers,
of course,
but like
just your preference, man.
You get into the Freddie Mercury type situation, and then it kind of
Yeah. I mean, I think there are people.
But he's basically a woman, so
I think people compare. I think people comparable to Freddie easily. Like, I think it's quite a few women comparable to Freddie.
Derek, do you like Flyleaf? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Obi, won't you blow me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree actually.
Well, you think Whitney Houston is?
I don't think they're close. Really.
I think that's an insane take, but that is yours. That is your take.
We need more time to expound on that. That's not. Yeah, we can't do that right now.
I beat him off, suck his penis, just to show that I'm gay. Kremlin to Gremlin, 50 Cent to 50 Cent, blood in my piss. I'd fuck that twink Max Mofo.
Is he a twink?
I don't think so.
Who's Max Mofo?
He's just a regular guy.
He's the other guy, Max and Chad.
He's all the Australian people.
The cancer crew.
Yeah. The hair cake.
iDubbbz.
Oh my Chad God, I haven't thought about them in fucking...
It's been a while. I mean,
they got that show.
Cold Ones.
They have Cold Ones, yeah. Is that still...
it's still doing all right.
I don't listen to it. Or I don't watch a lot of it, but like I'll pop it on sometimes because sometimes they'll have like a weird. I think they had one where they got just a bunch of cameos from people, and they had the Halo announcer saying crazy shit.
See, that sounds fun.
Like, retard spree.
I do like I like the premise of it. They waste a lot of money, but for the payoff's good.
Yeah. I think they had like I think we talked about a stupid video that was actually done like we thought it was on this show. We talked about a video that was like we thought was organic but actually came out of like one of their cameo videos. So it's funny. They spread. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the audience will someone in the audience.
Yeah.
Why is the Snark Tank getting retarded? Phallus in chains.
I never thought
Phallus
of that.
in chains is awesome.
That
Phallus in
works.
chains be like, I believe them boners are in me.
Yeah, I'm actually, so one of my next gate covers is Alex in Chains, because I did a Q&A about what should I do. Alex in Chains was the second most requested, so.
What was the most requested?
Limp Bizkit. It was Limp Bizkit was the most requested. It was
Break
fucking
butts?
weird. Yeah, break
Breaking
stuff. It was literally, it was
break
legitimately
butts,
break
yeah.
stuff. So that one's first, and then I want to do them boners. And so from Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
At least one ant in the shape of a human. Kingston, can you convince Derek to play Divinity Original Sin 2 and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous?
You would love Div 2.
I know.
You would love Div 2.
I know I would. I just haven't. Yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
You wouldn't be able to
Alright.
put it down. I think that's a dangerous game for you. Actually, I think you
It might
play
be.
and you'd
It's because I'm obviously I enjoyed BG3 so much. I know that. I get it.
You Twitter, I remember you'd be like, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to get Mick to play it, but Mick is like, no, because I won't stop playing.
Right.
Because he can't put down RPGs.
Yeah.
He's like not the guy that like puts,
he runs through. He's
insane at Soulsborne games.
He's really good at them. I remember when I first played Lies of P. I still haven't finished Lies of P, by the way. Like I played 3 hours of it and then I got like sucked away onto something else. But like when I first played it, I came over and I was like, dude, you know what you would really like this. It's like this fucking Pinocchio themed Soulsborne game or whatever. And then I came back the next day and he had already like beaten it like 3 times or some shit.
He can't
It's
put
crazy.
him down. He can't it's insane.
I don't understand how he gets as much work. Like the fact that he does as much as he does and also plays as much as he does is crazy.
He doesn't sleep.
Well, the thing is,
That's the only explanation.
I've seen him. I've watched him sleep. I've
Yeah,
been in
we've
the
had-
corner.
we have.
I've literally seen him.
Well,
pass
those
out.
were the times that he sleeps, and then
And those are the 4 times he
and like
slept.
overnight,
He
he's
hibernates.
not sleeping, playing video games.
No, it's amazing.
It's insane. He will play.
Yeah, I remember like I came back like a week later. He's like, "You still haven't finished it? You told me to play it." And I'm like, I don't know. I thought you would like it. I was right. You're welcome.
He's insane, dude. Watching him play freaking Bloodborne is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he just picks on those poor little guys. Those poor little retarded werewolves. They're like, woof, 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 woof.
I don't think that's what they're called. Jason,
They're tard, sorry.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Where to
They're tard wolves. Sorry.
There you go.
Wage Slave 583, Papini Bros report JD Vance has sexual relations with Cherry from Pee Wee's Playhouse. Donkerson, unlikely, but Ranton would be an awesome guest. I don't know Ranton.
Ranton?
I don't know who that is.
Like the German Asian guy that was a Shaolin monk?
I don't know,
It
man.
can't be that person. I don't know.
I was like, what the fuck?
Is he a content creator?
Yes, he would fit into this podcast perfectly fine. He's fucking out of his mind.
Is that look it up? I don't know what I don't know what
Ranton.
I've never heard of it.
How is it spelled?
Renton?
Yeah, literally Ranton. Yeah,
I don't know
follow.
who the fuck that is. Or you would be a good cunt and come bounce on me cock in the back of the book, get a back bow.
So I opened my phone because I was on Twitter earlier and I had to like take a break from Twitter because my brain was getting overloaded.
Yeah, you should.
And the last thing I saw was fucking Nikita Lioness shaking her ass, and I was like, I gotta close.
I told
my
you, you
phone.
gotta fucking.
I had to
Gate
close my
6,
phone.
You gotta unfollow.
childhood bullying
Too much, man.
What the fuck? Childhood bullying expert Richard Gaines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do recognize that
Let me
guy. I saw one video of his a long time ago. I don't remember what he does though.
I like his content a lot. I think he's
What does he
funny.
do? Like, what does he?
He
what's
was a German guy that went and stayed in Shaolin for like.
I'm not asking who he is. I'm asking what he does.
Well, he makes content.
He makes content about how
video
German he
games,
is?
Video games.
Oh, so
Okay, so it's video game stuff.
so he's a gay
Yeah,
nerd.
yeah.
Okay.
So the German thing was irrelevant.
Well, he is German. That's it.
No, but you understand. Like, I asked, what does he do, and then you're like, he's German.
I said he's a German dude that we got famous for being a Chinese person that went to Shaolin Temple and stayed there for 3 years and then became like a studied Shaolin practitioner.
I feel like what video? I've definitely seen a video by him. I just don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He's
I
like
mean,
a- he's
is
like a
he
legit
live
martial
in
artist.
L.A.?
He lives. I think he lives in Germany.
Oh, well.
That's why I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Well,
he'd be a fantastic guest.
that's why I was like, "Fucking like what?"
Let's fly him over.
Yeah.
I'm not flying. I wouldn't fly my grandma here, and I love her. I probably would. Okay, that's a
PP.
but not many others.
I bet Chris wouldn't even fill a lesser soul gem. Skeever looking ass.
Damn.
That's good. I saw that insult on Twitter and I thought that was so good. Like somebody, I can't remember what the fucking context was, but like you wouldn't even fill a lesser soul gem is so funny.
That is
it's
very
a
insulting.
really
Yeah.
serious insult if you played
If you
only Skyrim.
it's so fucking that is so niche. Yeah, you have to know what that is.
I bet he drops iron daggers.
So
I don't even like Trump that much, but to act like Kamala isn't the worst presidential candidate of all time is insane. Well, he's definitely not.
That is the weirdest.
Hillary was way worse.
That is the weirdest.
There's
She
so
was
many
the
worse.
most normal candidate. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this person's criteria for being good?
Please write in a question stating how in God's like.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
look,
even
we
really-
don't like her. We're not pro her.
Well, first
Right.
of all, see, that's another problem in itself. But like, I'm more curious about what this person considers good. And the one thing we can address that now is that because you dislike this other person, it's not like, do you remember that fucking meme that went viral on Twitter about someone saying like, man, I really like waffles.
Oh, that's
and then,
exactly.
Yeah, and then someone being like, well, why don't you like pancakes? And it's like, nigga, nobody said anything about pancakes, you bitch. Like, no one said anything about
that
it.
is an evergreen tweet that is, it will never age.
That is the best tweet ever. Actually,
It is. Like, that's a Hall of Famer tweet right there.
That's a whole other sentence,
It perfectly encapsulates everything. She was not even close to the worst presidential candidate.
not even.
Yeah.
She did terribly, which I think is largely due to the fact that like Biden just didn't step down in time.
She didn't have enough time.
She didn't really have enough time.
Right.
I don't think. I don't really particularly like Kamala Harris. Really, you know.
Yeah,
I like Walls.
I don't like cops. I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
like prosecutors.
Yeah. So like
They're
to
usually
me,
terrible people, unfortunately.
but Hillary Clinton's way worse. Like it's really not even if, with all due respect, if you think Hillary Clinton is a better candidate than Kamala Harris, you just have recency bias or something.
Like
Hillary Clinton was so bad.
There are so many worse people that have become president than her.
Yeah.
That's such an
right.
like. Do you know anything about politics? Like, have you paid it? This is a really like I'm baffled by this statement.
The real question is I just want to know if they want to write in. You know, I don't need a bully. It's just, what do you consider a good candidate? That's what I want to know, because if saying that like she's the worst ever, I'm like, I want to know what your criteria of what is good.
Yeah.
Because to me, she was the most politician that we've had in quite some time. That was just too average.
She was plain as fuck.
Yeah, to be anything.
She wasn't offensive. She wasn't like, she never like, the thing immediately that makes Hillary Clinton like obviously objectively worse is the fact that like she ran her entire campaign on like, I'm a woman and you're sexist if you don't agree with me. Kamala didn't really do that. I'm sure like some people on the left and like on the fringes were maybe doing that. Maybe tried, but like that's not what she ran on. No. So that by virtue, that like by itself.
Yeah.
Clears her.
Did you see all these like CNN people or mainstream media saying that like, the problem was running on woke? And I'm like, she literally ran on nothing that was even remotely adjacent to woke. As a matter of fact, she ran to the center right.
Yeah, she was partying with Dick Cheney. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking? Like, I was like, come on, guys. It's whatever.
Sometimes it sounds like regurgitated misinformation.
It is.
Like somebody said something and then you're believing it. Like, bro, that's not reality.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like the people who are like, well, Biden also had classified documents.
Yeah, and he gave them back when he was asked. Immediately.
That's it. People don't know that though. Like people just like refute. Like people think it's like, oh well, they're guilty of the same thing. It's like, no, Biden. Well, first of all, documents can be classified retroactively. Like so, sometimes people can be in possession of classified documents.
Sure.
After like at a point where they're not classified and then they become classified, yes. And then they're requested by the government. I don't remember what department does it. But then they're requested.
Yeah.
Your responsibility at that point is to comply with that request and hand over the documents because that's, just basic protocol.
100%.
The problem is that Trump didn't do that. He was asked for the documents and he hid them for a year.
Over and over.
Which is a obvious, massive missing piece of context that completely, I don't know, man, whatever.
Yeah. We
need to get into it, but it's that same
It's frustrating. Talking about like the fact that you even have to explain that and it's not known. That's not universally known is so fucking frustrating. That like, they were like, please, we don't want to seize these from you. Could you please hand them over? And he didn't.
Right.
And then, people try to act like it was the same fucking thing. It's so fucking
stupid people. God bless. Thank you for the money. I
like this guy. I love you. I love you and your money.
The actual real life, not fake Ellen DeGeneres. Not that one.
But wait.
Her name is just Ellen DeGeneres.
Her name is just Ellen DeGeneres? I'm sorry, man. Me be fishy.
Really?
No way.
No.
Can't be real.
I'm
sure that's the gag, but like there's no way.
Maybe. That feel like it's not impossible.
There's no other Ellen DeGeneres.
I've never heard of the DeGeneres surname before.
Yeah, it's like Disney.
Yeah. I've never met a Disney before. So
Have you met a DeGeneres?
I've never even.
I've met degenerates.
Yeah.
I've
never even seen somebody on the online being named Disney.
No. Yeah.
They're probably gone.
There's no Carl Disney just
They
chilling.
probably don't need to interact with us. They're probably like fucking like
They're on like Elysium or whatever.
I guess it's rare like mine though, because like how many pilots have you known? You know?
Well, everyone has flown my planes.
It's fucking stupid.
God, I was like, I need a gun. I need a gun so badly.
I need a gun. Where's my gun?
I-360 no scope JFK John Strickland. I will in fact be wearing a suit and tie to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Merck's 1889. Samara is voiced by Billie Eilish's mom. That's true.
True.
The first church of that's such a weird fucking thing. The first church of Keith David presents the Tom Sweeney Improv School, where yes and is no fuck you.
Nice.
Sweeney flosses the gap in his teeth with Shaq's dick.
Because it's like insulting to your gap, but also you're gay as shit for shoving Shaq dick
Why do you
between your
do
teeth. It's crazy that you do
Why
that.
do you do that? You fucking.
It's crazy that you do that. It's crazy that you didn't even tell us that you knew Shaq.
Yeah, well.
Is this a different Shaq?
It's O'Neal. It's O'Neal.
There might be maybe it's like a Disney situation.
Yeah.
This is just some other Shaq out there.
It'd be Big Shaq, the man's not hot.
Please, I don't
Pre-rise.
Man's not hot.
Spread your cheeks so I can shit in your ass. Blake 896 Radiohead Nice Peen. Back off. Brat Summer. It's time for Liam Payne Fall. Dave Rubin's son or Candace Owens' daughter. That's a tough choice.
What do you mean? They be one of
Would
them?
you rather? I guess Dave Rubin. I guess
I would
because Dave Rubin's just like kind of like a lame, pathetic loser, but Candace Owens is like a maniacal.
Being around her would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I think I'd.
What's worse, a race trader or a sexuality trader? You know what I mean?
Race trader probably.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Race
Yeah,
trader.
unfortunately, yeah.
There's nothing worse than being a race trader, actually.
Yeah.
Even though, like,
Especially given the
Well,
history.
a pedophile probably, but like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
given the history of the race that she's betraying.
Yeah, especially in the country that she's in.
Yeah.
The most recent history, like that wasn't that long ago when you think about it. Like the fucking Emancipation Proclamation wasn't that long ago.
It's like 5 years ago.
When you think about like how recently slavery was and like how other groups of people, not saying any names, but other groups of people, saying any names, but will really complain about a lot of bad things happening to them, and then like,
oh my god,
how recent.
It's gonna be a compilation of all this fucking
yeah,
like
it's just
shit.
gonna be like the dog whistle. Alaskan oilfield trash, Texas tater salad, young Sheldon getting flung out of a catapult. Tickle my ass hair's Niggy Jizzy, formerly known as Nikki Ziggy. Sex box 3 titty.
3 titty.
Sex box 1. Sex box series sex. Emoticons in the shape of a dick.
What's next? Console wise, are they done?
I think. Well, no. There's probably going to be another
general?
one. I just don't know what the fuck the point would be.
I agree. So what do you think that they fucked up? They've got
It's probably going to be the Xbox Series Y or something.
Xbox Home.
Xbox Series Z. Xbox Home. I could see that.
Xbox and fucking Normandy.
They should do the Xbox 2.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Xbox Square.
They should really just stop.
They really just should have done the 720.
They should have,
even though it was dumb.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever. At least it's a naming convention that people understand.
So all-in-one
Infinity or
Xbox.
something
Imagine
like
this:
that.
all-in-one Xbox One,
I mean,
right? What if
Infinity.
they would have done Xbox Infinite?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a million other. There's so many other names. Like, it's so funny because all of their names sound better than all of their like project names. You know what I mean? The code names.
Scorpio
Yeah, Scorpio, Scarlet.
Yeah,
I remember it sounded dope.
100%.
It was like Xbox Scarlet. It's sick.
I think
100%.
Scarlet sounds stupid, but it is better than absolutely better than what we got.
you think Scarlet sounds dumb?
I think Scarlet doesn't make any sense for like a
I think the
console.
issue is that Scarlet doesn't make sense because Scarlet's a color. And
Was it
Xbox
gonna
is
be
green, I
red?
guess.
I was like, was it
Yeah.
gonna be red this time? Which would have been cool
That'd
as
be
shit.
sick as hell.
A Scarlet fucking Xbox would have been amazing. They're dumb.
I think they're dumb based on what we got. Like Scarlet is dumb because of the fact that we got this thing that's synonymous with green, and then they were giving it.
guess,
calling
yeah.
it Xbox Scarlet.
I don't
would've been
care,
like,
man.
oh,
A
like-
revamp and like just because, dude, just something.
Remember
the
the old-
way something sounds is so important, even though it shouldn't be.
I know. It's
You remember when they were doing the PS3 reveals and all that leaks, and they had like the boomerang controller?
yeah.
Was that
yeah.
real?
Yeah, that was real. That was the official. That was the real controller, and then they didn't have a working version of it, but that was the prototype for the. That's why the PS3 controller ended up being just the PS2 controller because they were like, fuck, nobody likes this new controller. What do we do? Just use the old fucking form factor. We don't have time. The console ships in 1 year. We can't R&D a fucking brand new controller. Just fucking whatever. Put all the features that were going to be in this thing in the old shell. And there wasn't enough room in the old shell for Rumble. That's why Rumble wasn't there.
Right.
Initially. You remember that?
Right, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they
true.
just all they had was the 6-axis.
They just had the motion control.
Yeah.
That shit was so bad.
It was dude, those
I tried it.
I tried to like it.
Like Heavenly Sword, I was playing that. I was doing the cannon combat, and I'm like,
I remember Lair. You remember
what
Lair?
is this? I do remember Lair. I never played it, but I remember it.
Dude, it sucked so bad. The PS3 sucked Mondo dick, man.
The PS3 was dope, man, but it was
the graphics
dope.
to me, though, I gotta admit, man, when I played, because you look back at Heavenly Sword now, you'll laugh, but when I was looking at their faces, I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
I was like,
the
holy
exclusives,
shit,
the
I can fuck
exclusives,
her.
the exclusives there looked way better, but like everything else that was on both platforms looked worse.
You're right.
So
yeah.
that's
You're right.
so unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. 360 was like, what's so funny about that? Really think about the generation, because the PS3 was so shit that the competitor had a console that died 54% of the time, and it was still ahead for the overwhelming majority of that time.
Imagine how frustrating.
Yeah, but
that
like
would've
only
been.
in the last year, literally the final
came out
year,
first.
did they overtake it because of like the Last of Us.
Yeah, literally.
But that was it.
That game broke. That
The
game
Last of
broke
Us
the
and
meta.
Last of Us and the word of mouth of Uncharted. But like, dude,
Yeah.
people's Xboxes were dying, and they were like, "Fuck, I gotta get another one." Like people would have rather gotten another 360 than bothered with the PlayStation.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have a friend that didn't get the Red Ring of Death. Which is kind of fucked up.
I had it, I think, for sure.
My friend
there were
Brian
various
got one.
types.
I broke it.
I think everyone I know had an Xbox, and then we upgraded to Elites.
Oh yeah,
we fucking everyone I know's machine. I had to get mine repaired. Some fucking random guy in his apartment.
Did they send you the box, the coffin box to ship your Xbox?
No. That would have been cool. I didn't get that.
If you called them,
I didn't do that.
They would like send you a box like specifically made for the 360 to send in so they could fix it and send it back to you.
I didn't.
Yeah, but it took fucking weeks.
Oh,
it was so painful, dude. I remember like I got Halo 3 ODST was new. I think I got it like I had it for a week, I think. And then I got the ring. It wasn't the red ring exactly. It was because there were like there was one specific combination that was the red ring of death, which meant you were fucked.
Yeah.
But then there were other combinations that just meant like, oh, you could send it in and we'll repair like a piece of thing and then it'll work fine. Mm-hmm. I had one of them. I think it was like the 2 lights at the bottom, and it just a week into ODST, and I was like, no. And I didn't get my machine. I didn't get my machine back for fucking. Like I think a month and a half. It was so grueling.
Y'all remember when Sony was like really Japanese?
PS1.
It was pretty Japanese. PS2 also.
Not really.
Like what do you mean by that?
Like it's just there was more like it's
like
very
the games or
it's
what?
very Western centric now. I feel like.
Well, I guess that's true.
And now it's like very. Before it was like no, there was
I guess
every
it's
now and
main
then.
like flagship game that they spend like so much money on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they didn't really own any. Like there was no. They didn't have any first party anything until PS3. PS3 was when they started buying studios.
They didn't have anything really.
No, like a lot of things like Crash Bandicoot and Jack and Daxter. Those were just like kind of those were second party relationships. Like they didn't own those studios; they just worked with them. And then they ended up buying them later. Yeah. But like PS3 was when they were like, all right, we'll buy you, and then we'll buy this, and then that's when they started like making.
It was like how Nintendo is to Game Freak, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Sirius Lee Black.
Nice.
If his middle name was Lee, that would. Seriously Black is amazing.
That is.
I think the name Sirius is hilarious. I think that's a really cool name.
I feel like
it's a good name for a fucking radio station.
Yeah.
Aetherian, Orange Man Hunter, Nafram, Melphis One, and rounding out our list as always, King of Haphazard.
Yeah, I ever saw the Howard Stern episode with Eminem,
Oh yeah, where he's making fun of him the whole time.
Very racist, and then Emma's like, "What are you doing, dog?"
Oh yeah, he was like, "Why you sound black? Why you sound black?
Why you sound black?
Why do you sound
You've
so
dated
black?"
a black one before. He was like, "Yeah."
I see you saying all these homies and all these things. Why are you so black?
Just being racist.
Was Robin there too?
Yeah, Robin was like, "I'm black," and Howard Stern.
I am black.
I am black. That's true.
Yeah, and
And M was just like very like, "What are you doing?
What are you so black about? Why are you being
He's
so
like,
black
he's like,
about?
I'm not black. I just have a lot of black.
Are you fucking black or what? What are you doing?
black?
What
Why
are
are
you
you black?
doing?
You're scaring me.
Why
You're trying.
How are you so black?
Yeah, you're sounding black. You sound like a black.
And M is just looking at him like, "This nigga's weird as fuck."
It is crazy.
Are you almost at 4 hours? End it now.
I said
End it
black,
now.
but there's black and zigzags in my black, and the black that gives
Yeah,
me the black
and
need,
black,
the black.
and I'm black.
I got
and
the
I'm
black venom from black.
What's that song? Was that I'm black, y'all? I'm black, y'all. I'm black, and I'm
Oh,
black, and I'm black. Is
Cell
that a
Block
real song? What
CB4.
is that?
Cell Block 4.
Is that a real song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from CB4.
That's not like from Mad TV or something?
No, it's CB4. The movie's called CB4.
Yeah.
Cell Block 4.
That's crazy.
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm
I'm
blacker
black,
than
black,
black,
black.
than I'm black, y'all. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
All right, well, see you guys.
Howard Black. Or is it Black Stern? What is it?
Howard Black the
He's
duck.
sternly black.
And Stern.
Stern.
Inward Stern.
Stern.
All right, bye, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the fuck time you're listening to this. Welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. It is once again us. It is me, Chris Raygun. It is him, Tom Sweeney. It is him, Derek. We're here with you again. Remember, before we get into the rigmarole, all this stuff, patreon.com/snarktank. Go over there. Go over there, or else we will harm you. We will find you. We will eat you.
Buy your content on there, man.
Yeah, man.
Did that extra ammo where we were doing the tier list of the Mass Effect 2 suicide mission. Pretty good.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. We got a pretty good. We got some exclusive stuff over there, ad free, early, all that stuff. SnarkTank.shop for merch, all that stuff. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm excited. Yeah. Interesting people doing some interesting things. Nick Fuentes got, I guess, he got his whole ass address put online after his what is it? What did he say? Fucking
He went on a rant and then he tweeted it out. So he said, and the mantra now is "Your body, my choice."
Right.
It's our choice. Everybody, our choice.
Well, it depends on who's.
That's true. That's true.
That's a wild correction to make.
He's like, he's including himself.
Well, no, it's to that group. Look, man, look.
Sweeney shaved. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Look, man, I've probably had more of those things done than probably most people in this building put together. All right, so
that's pretty good.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Let's just say, I frequented that Planned Parenthood.
The clinics.
I frequented that place.
Many a hangers.
Many a dozens.
All right.
I have a small arm, maybe like Nick Cannon right now. If I had them all be.
So he's benefited the most from this healthcare, and now that he's shaved, he realizes the error of his ways, and he thinks that.
Why would me not having a beard make me more this group?
You know how, like, say in every sci-fi, it's always the goatee, which makes you the nega version of you. For some reason, in the real world, is when you shave, you become a horrible insult. Because like Hitler, he didn't have that much hair. You know what I mean? He had just that little. If he would have grown out his beard in full, he probably would have been a really nice guy. Would stay in art school.
It's true. Yeah. He would have been like one of those kindly old men who do still lifes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't afford it.
He would have been still a little bit like fucked up like George Bush, but you know what George Bush doing now? He's just drawing puppies and shit. Probably still signed that he's not bombing brown people anymore, but you know. It's
kind of crazy how he's just kind of not around.
Yeah.
Like, he's alive, he's around, but he's not around. Like, I'm kind of amazed that he didn't say anything.
Wrong, I'm pretty sure he's just like, even for me, this party's wild.
This is insane.
It is. I mean, it is weird that one of the most evil people in our lifetime, Dick Cheney, is like, whoa, slow down. And I'm like, isn't that like the canary in the coal mine?
Yeah, I mean, but there's also the thing. It's like, well, Dick Cheney's evil. You can't trust the thing he's. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I understand.
I get it on some level.
It's like
an evil person that like helped bomb millions of people, and he's like,
It's like when Dr. Doom is helping you. It's like, okay, well, clearly this is a bad. Something's bad. Something bad's going on.
Is this necessary? Do we have to get this done by partnering with this fucking demon?
I don't know.
He's like cackling and chortling.
But so listen.
Shake my hand.
But so listen. So Nick Fuentes went on that rant on his show about, your body, my choice. I'm sorry, your body, our choice.
Yeah.
And,
he's an evil maniac.
Yeah.
My choice.
It's
and
me.
Laughing. He was laughing like a freak.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen him laugh like that before.
Yeah, and so
yeah, he's a rabid cunt. That shit is wild.
And so after that, his I can't remember where I first saw it, but somebody was just like, "Fuck it," Nick Fuentes' address, and then he just posted it, and it actually was real. And it's funny because apparently he's gone through some effort to try and hide it, but if you go to it, if you go to that address on Google Maps or whatever, or Google Earth, whatever the fuck you want to go to it on, his is the only house blurred.
Yeah,
So it's like it singles it out more
so
obviously.
Dumb. I'm like, okay, so I don't know exactly what it looks like right now. Is that the?
I guess, but there's pictures of it on the internet, so you could just
everywhere.
yeah. So it got blasted all over and what's so funny about it is that normally, dude, doxing is the big no-no.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's usually the big, like, this is something you don't do. This is like, even when people proliferate that stuff for people who, might be unsavory, people are like, that's not really that cool. No one gave a shit this time.
Oh, no.
Which is awesome. There's also people saying your address by choice or your house by choice. And it's just like, look, man, I don't feel doxing is bad. I don't feel bad about this at all, though.
Not that.
This
not
is
him.
one of the true times where someone really encouraged something bad happening. It's the guy that's running in a field with a big fucking like a metal fork in the air, asking for lightning to strike him. It's
He was filling his.
You did this to yourself.
He was filling his gas while smoking a cigarette, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, what are you doing? You're crazy.
He's such a stupid idiot, and it's been so annoying how many people have swept for his life. There are people like Candace Owen, for example, who's still simping for him, which is so he is. It's not. There is no hyperbole. He is a white supremacist. He is a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, actually.
Out of it. There are many clips of him being very open about it. He thinks it's weird when people are like, he's like, yeah, I've never hid that thing. Holocaust denying, whatever. Pick your whatever you want. He's done, right. And then still, he would go on like, say, Tim Pool's podcast or Alex Jones, and they would just sweep for him. And I'm like, what? I don't understand what's happening. It's so obvious that these people, I guess, just do know. Like, they're so used to being called Nazis or having guests on being called Nazis that they just assume that, like, oh, he's probably not a Nazi. He's just
right.
An asshole. But I'm like, no, this is for real. He's done all these terrible things. He eats his boogers while he's fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What happened? You all right? Are you evolving? Are you digivolving?
Dude. Oh my god.
Are you serious? Oh my fucking god, that's awesome.
Stay there.
Wait, hold on. we gotta salvage this.
No, it has to be.
He didn't plug his fucking mic in. Thank God we found that 7 minutes into the show.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
You can't make this shit up.
That is the...
It moved and I was like, what's
Was
that?
I looked down and I saw like that. I was like, I couldn't. It's so weird because I remember I got distracted. Obviously, I remember like, oh, I'm gonna plug it in right now, and I think you know what I think it was. You started singing that No Doubt thing.
That wrong version.
Yeah,
No Doubt.
and like it just, I guess I just thought I did it.
All right, so do we want to restart?
Do I want to
It's
restart?
only been 7 minutes.
No, dude, let's just keep this. This is fucking funny.
I mean,
this is funnier.
Is it funnier?
I think it's insane.
Look, it's I like this, but I don't know. I don't remember how much I talked because that's kind of a problem.
We should I'll tell you what. Hold on, we're gonna stop. We're gonna
or just leave. Don't stop it.
don't stop.
You don't have to stop it because I can just, and then we can just go. You don't need to stop it.